Yo, what is going on, guys, and welcome to the 13th episode of the Nintendo Nite Podcast. My name is Arrow, and I am joined today by some lovely people to talk about all the Nintendo news that has happened this month. So let me introduce to you guys our panel. We've got Mr. Endgame the Cube.
What's up, y'all?
We've got Ruffled Rowlet.
I eat pussy, I eat ass!
And we've got the Pokéraph.
What's good in the hood?
All right, now, as long as your ears aren't blown back, I think we could get ready and get into this. So, I mean, I don't know. Hopefully, people are still able to hear us. But yeah, I guess we can all just jump into it. We haven't had the original squad in a while for the podcast, which is
it's been too long.
it's been a while.
Yep.
But yeah, I figured we can just hop right into it. So of course, the big thing this month, of course, E3. This is the best podcast of the year. You got all the stuff to talk about from E3. So I have a list here of all the stuff that was kind of like the significant stuff that I guess we could get into. It goes in order from the E3 presentation. So of course, the first one, Hero being in Smash Bros, Dragon Quest character. How do you guys feel about that?
I personally
Amazing.
I personally didn't mind it. Like, I'm not like excited, but I'm not like, oh, I'm so disappointed. It's just like, okay, cool.
Shit, what we talking about?
Impressed.
Dragon Quest character, Smash.
Oh shit, that lit, dude. That fucking lit.
I was actually quite impressed, to be fair, because I was actually playing Dragon Quest like literally about last month, and I was thinking, is it gonna happen? Will it happen? It probably will happen, and then it did happen. So I'm like, okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
It looks like an interesting character too, with all the like crazy things it can do and stuff.
Yeah, that
Yeah, I
mechanic
like
is
the
very hard to master.
I like how you can actually make it like the RPG like move select, you know, like with the 4 moves. Apparently, there's more than 4 moves too.
Exactly.
Like, within that, so that's kind of insane. So I really like the character. I think that could actually become one of my like main characters that I play as.
People
And they
are
added.
saying that he. Yeah, go on. Mufti.
Oh my bad. I was gonna say they added multiple protagonists too, right? Like from
Yeah,
multiple
yeah,
games.
yeah.
Oh yeah. What were you saying?
So it's just called Hero.
I was gonna say that. Damn, I forgot. What was I gonna say? Something
That you're
about
playing Dragon
his-
Quest, right?
Oh yeah, I remember now. About how his moveset is a little not similar, but there's like a couple moves that are quite similar to Link's, for example, like his forward lunge and stuff like that. But I guess that might be, a sort of Ganondorf like Captain Falcon reboot sort of thing like that again, I guess.
Exactly. Yep. But yeah, it looks like a cool character. I know people were like complaining all over Twitter. They were like, "I don't want it to be Air Drag. I don't want it to be Dragon Quest, dude." But to be honest,
I
it doesn't
was
even
too.
look that bad. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I saw your tweet. You were like,
I know,
when
I
it gets
made so
revealed or
many
whatever.
memes. It was hilarious.
Yeah, but I mean, it doesn't even look that bad. I mean, looks like an interesting character to be honest. So.
Yeah.
Next thing is the game. One of the games that I'm really looking forward to this year, Luigi's Mansion 3. So they showed off new footage of that. We got to see like some of the different ways you can use like the poltergust and all that. But yeah, it looks really good. I mean, were you guys like impressed by the new footage and all that, or?
Yeah, it actually,
Yeah,
it
definitely.
actually looks like it's gonna be one of the best Switch games like ever made.
Yeah, people were saying like they didn't like how the graphics were looking like last time when they showed it like during the September Direct last year. But like you can tell, it's definitely improved now. So that's good.
Yeah, some of the graphics are actually stunning.
I think the gameplay looks really good as well, especially when you can do that, like certain things with, was it the sludge version of Luigi? Was it called again?
Oh yeah,
Isn't it, like,
Luigi.
Luigi or something.
Guigi,
Yeah,
that's
Luigi,
it,
yeah.
Luigi.
Yep.
Very original, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually think that. Wait, no, go ahead. What?
Oh my bad. You can go.
Oh, thank you. I was just gonna say that I feel like this game is being really slept on from E3. It was incredible. Like if you actually look at the footage, I'm like blown away. It looks like it's gonna be like. Honestly, I have okay. This is gonna be a hot take, but I actually think it'll be on the level quality of like 3D Mario games.
I mean,
Like,
it could be
obviously it's not
possible.
very much, you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I was gonna say the thing I'm looking forward to the most is they talked in like the E3 demo or like when they were playing at the Treehouse that you're gonna be able to do like multiplayer online with like multiple
Yeah.
people and like up to 8 people. Like you can all like I think there's like a mini game or something you play, but you all like can walk around together and stuff. That could actually seem like it could be a lot of fun, like
Yeah.
on stream
remember
or
the-
something. On stream, like
Yes.
when we're all just playing together or something. As long as it doesn't lag, then I mean,
Yeah,
if
that's what I was
everyone's got good
considering, especially
connection.
with the servers and everything.
I remember
Yeah.
the online on Dark Moon, and surprisingly there was no lag, but that was on the 3DS. But I guess we'll have to wait and see. But the online was pretty fun in Dark Moon, so this one sounds even crazier.
It looks promising though. It does look promising, that's for sure.
Yep.
Ruffle, you got anything for Luigi's Mansion, or are we good?
I'm trying to be as quiet as possible right now.
Yeah, you already blew back everyone's ears, so you're just taking a chill right now.
saving his energy.
He's waiting until we get to the Sword and Shield discussion, so he can go off. Yeah.
Oh no, actually, today I just want to be mellow because people always complain I speak too much. So I'm just trying to be quiet.
Oh, okay.
But you can be yourself.
Yeah, you can be yourself. That's the point. That's why everyone loves you, man.
Oh, I get it. Silent but deadly. Nice.
Fair enough.
All right. But yeah, I think that pretty much covers it. I mean, Luigi's Mansion 3, like I said, the thing that was surprising about that was why we didn't get a release date. You know, I think everybody was expecting...
Yeah, what the heck?
I think October makes the most sense, though, right? Like, everyone can see it October, Halloween time.
So
like,
done if it's if it releases like December 4th.
I would be very surprised if it's not October, because we have a big game every single month except for October. I'm pretty sure, because next month you got Fire Emblem, August you got Astral Chain, September is Link's Awakening, October nothing, November Sword and Shield, December's nothing. But I mean, if they put Luigi's Mansion in December, that's a big yikes. Yeah. So
no, come on, man. Everyone's in that Christmas mood by then. We're not in that Halloween.
Exactly. Yeah. So October fall time makes the most sense. So I mean, I can see it happening. But yeah.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, but let's see. The next thing, got to pull up the list here. What else is there? Oh yeah, Link's Awakening. So that got confirmed for September. Still looks really good.
As soon as I saw that, I was like, yeah, Animal Crossing's 2020. And I was right.
But are you guys gonna be picking it up, or you're not sure yet?
Yeah,
or?
definitely, man.
Yeah, it looks
Really, really fun.
Yeah, it looks cool. I mean,
Can I say a word?
Yeah,
Sir?
sure.
Sire? Oh, yeah, dear Sire. See, I've never played the Animal Crossing game before, so I think I'm going to pick this one up as my first ever, just because of the amount of hype other people are showing, and because Nintendo decided to delay it to fully finish it instead of putting out like an incomplete product, which I fully respect. Like that honestly, I respect them so much for doing that, and giving their developers the time to take a breather, not just work themselves to death. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Exactly. Yep. But yeah, Link's Awakening art style still looks really good. I know some people were iffy about it, but I think it looks fine. I like how it's got that cutesy kind of Christmas Carol art style.
Yes.
Ooh,
The box art is gorgeous too.
The dungeons, dude. The custom dungeon maker.
Oh yeah, that too. Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
that just
Oh my
gives
gosh,
me the
Zelda
feeling
Maker
that they might do a how we have
Zelda Maker?
Mario Maker, right? Like Zelda Maker.
Yeah.
That would be so cool. That would
I
be
think
so
they
cool.
even mentioned they tried to make it at one point, but I could be wrong.
I think they said something
swear it's
along the
gonna
lines of they had what is the word, beta Zelda Maker or something like that for Breath of the
Yeah.
Wild. I think that's what they said in an interview.
wow.
They made a beta Zelda builder for Breath of the Wild so that they could put where all the enemies are and plan out stuff.
Holy heck.
But I mean, honestly though, they could easily make a 2D Zelda Maker. It would be so sick to have enemies and put different things in places, and you could hide pieces of swords and stuff and try to. There's a lot of possible things they could do.
Yep.
But yeah, for me right now, Link's Awakening is one of those games where it's if I have extra money, I'll probably pick it up. But it's it's not one of my priorities right now, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
It definitely looks fun.
Yeah. The next one, this one here, it's not really all that big, but I just thought it was cool because they showed off that Witcher 3 is in fact being ported to Switch, and this is a big AAA title. Sure, it's not gonna look all that good. I mean, it didn't look all that amazing from the resolution they showed in the trailer, but this is a big AAA game that a lot of people loved. I think it was nominated for Game of the Year a few years ago anyway. So
it is a Game of the Year type game because as someone who has played it, it is an incredible game. The developers behind it are, I think, currently in the gaming industry, in the gaming industry world, they're the top dogs when it comes to just making the perfect game and not just milking their their audience for money just because let's put something shitty out there, aka EA. Continue.
Yeah, but I haven't played it, and so since I've heard so many people saying that this game is legendary, I'll probably pick it up, to be honest. because
Yeah.
just being able to play it on the Switch, like playing that anywhere, like I will easily
But that's not
sacrifice
gonna
the
be
game not looking all that good if I could play it anywhere.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, someone said in the chat it won Game of the Year. I think it might have actually. I know it was definitely nominated. I think when did it come out? 2016, I think, right?
2015 actually.
2015.
Mm-hmm.
Could be wrong.
Oh yeah. Then I think it did win Game of the Year. Yeah, because 2016 was Overwatch, and 2017 was Breath of the Wild, and last year was God of War. So yeah, I think it won Game of the Year. You're right.
Yep.
But yeah,
Yeah, 2015. 2015, like I said. Yeah.
yeah,
2015.
nice. Yep. So Game of the Year. So we're getting a Game of the Year type of game on the Switch, which is crazy. So that's awesome. Yeah. So I'll probably pick that up, to be honest. Like if I can get a good sale on that on like Black Friday or something, then I'll probably pick
Oh,
it up
dude,
because
you will love it, man. Honestly, I'm gonna tell you right now, you will love it if you love the amount of content you have in like Xenoblade, you know, like
Mhm.
if you like the amount of content you have in that, then I'm telling you this game's like the equal amount of content. Like probably a little bit less due to like Xenoblade being ridiculously huge, but like
Yeah.
if you're looking for that sort of game where like tons of content, tons of story, and the fact that it's the third game in the entry, third entry in the the franchise, but you don't even need to play the previous ones to really fully catch on to it because it will give you kind of like a nice kind of run through of kind of everything as you go on.
Mhm.
It's truly an amazing game. I'm going to be frankly honest. Very unique.
That's good. I mean, I'm a big RPG type of guy, so if I love RPGs, so if that's what I'm getting, then it'll be great. So I'll probably pick it up, definitely. But yeah, the next thing that I got in here is Astral Chain. Now this is, I'm gonna say like right now, this is probably my most hyped game of the year right now for me. Like I'm more hyped for this than Sword of the Shield, which is pretty funny. But yeah, this game, it looks so good. Like the art style, I just love that whole art style that they got going for this game. And then the combat that they showed off in the treehouse, like where you can like ride on your legions and stuff and like hit them with combos and crazy things. That looks crazy. So this game actually seems like it's gonna be a lot of fun. I mean, I don't know if you guys are interested in it. And any of you guys gonna pick it up or?
Yeah.
Definitely.
yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, it looks pretty decent to be fair.
I was
might
not
have to
sold
copy
at all until the E3 stuff, and I was like, "Whoa, this is actually something I should pick up."
Exactly. I just feel like the story's going to be so cool. Like, it's going to get so into, like, how deep with all the lore and stuff. And then there's probably going to be a lot of crazy things you could just do with the combat and have just a ton of fun just messing around with combos and stuff like that.
Yeah,
So-
and that treehouse gameplay was insane. If you actually
Exactly. Dude, as soon as
I
it
was
started
like,
off with the
"What?"
guy on the motorcycle, like, shooting everybody and all that, I was like, dang, this game's going to
know.
be intense and fast. It's going to be crazy.
I know.
And the thing is, this
Looks like
game
a
is...
PS4 game.
Yeah, and it's coming out so soon too. It's literally like less than 3 months away. It's like 2 months away at this point.
2 months away now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly 2 months away, actually.
Mhm. So yeah, I mean, you guys got anything else to add, or we should move on to Zach's most important thing? All right.
Yeah.
So yep, Animal Crossing, New Horizons, brand new game. We finally saw it at E3, but the unfortunate
Amen.
news is that
And then it got
it's delayed. Yeah, it's delayed to March of 2020. But honestly, from the footage that we saw, it looks like one hell of a good game. You know?
I was
It'll be
shocked.
worth it, 100%.
Oh my
it'll be worth
gosh.
it.
Exactly.
I could, like, I remember reacting to it, and I don't know, I just heard this noise in my ear that I could sense Zach screaming. Like, I was thinking, yep, I feel you, brother. I feel you.
Oh, dude, you should have heard Zach's reaction in my stream, bro. He was screaming like, "Yes, this is what I wanted." And then they showed the release
I
date,
saw the video,
and
actually. didn't I?
and then you just see the release date pop, and he's like, "No, no!" Oh man, it was so good.
Yeah, they're really actually trying to like innovate with this game, which I'm so glad. Like,
Yeah.
because they could have
Mhm.
easily just made New Leaf in HD and like, that would be it. But they actually like made everything different and crazy. Like, oh my gosh, you can leap with a stick across rivers now, and like the graphics are insane. I actually watched like a graphical analysis on like Game Explain's channel of the game, and they were showing like how like the hair actually, like the lighting makes it where like the hair, there's actually reflection, like a little ring around the hair, and it reflects
Exactly.
from, like,
Yeah,
the
it's
sunlight.
crazy.
And you look close up at like the rain, and like it actually bounces off the river, like, so it's actually very realistic, like water. And oh my gosh, like, and they have a smartphone in the game now. I don't know if you guys watched the Treehouse footage,
Yeah.
which is
Oh
so
yeah,
funny.
the
like,
Nook
I knew
phone,
that
I
was
think.
gonna happen. Yeah,
Yeah,
and
the
it was
Nook
like,
phone. Yeah.
yeah, and apparently there's gonna be way more apps that they're gonna reveal on it too. Like they revealed like a camera mode, which is something that I also wanted and like predicted, and so like you're gonna be able to take pictures and stuff and like filter and all that, which I think Animal Crossing is so perfect for that, especially since you have your own unique town and you want to show it off and stuff. And yeah, so and then you're also like flying in on an airplane, which is like oh my gosh, like that's something I've always wanted. Like that's how I knew once I saw them mention Nook, I was like, oh yeah, okay, so this is Animal Crossing and we're flying on a plane. So yeah, that was literally like the best thing ever. Like they're making this the best game ever.
Dude, honestly, when I saw the gameplay footage, it looked even better, or at least comparable to when we saw the CGI trailer for Isabelle being in Smash.
Oh my god,
It looked
yeah.
better, yeah.
It literally looks like the same. Like, it's not even like you can tell this is gameplay versus this is CGI. It literally looks the same.
I know, it's literally one of the best games in terms of graphics I've ever seen. Like, it's insane, actually. Like, I did not expect it at all.
Exactly, yep.
And people always like to... What?
It's not even like that late into 2020. Like, it's literally like the first 3 months.
3 months. Yeah.
That's not that much of a wait, you know.
Plus, Animal Crossing is meant to be started in like the summer and spring, so
yeah, springtime.
Like, it just feels weird when you start in the fall. Because I remember I started like Wild World. That was my first Animal Crossing game in the summer, and it was the best feeling ever, and it was the best thing ever. And but then I started City Folk in the fall, and it felt so. I'm at least we're starting in the right season to start an Animal Crossing game.
That's good. I think it literally comes out on the first day of spring. It comes out on March 20th, I think.
Oh my
which
gosh!
Is the first day of spring
on
here.
International World Happiness Day or something too, which is so.
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah.
Yeah. And people always come for Animal Crossing saying like, oh, it's not that technically impressive of a game, or they won't make anything that crazy. But this game is so like stunning. Like this is legitimately impressive. I think just from a graphical standpoint. I'm so glad that they're doing everything we wanted, like fully customizable characters now, and you can put furniture outside. Oh my gosh, an 8-player online. Oh my gosh.
Oh, that's gonna be lit. You know, like visiting other people's towns and stuff, and all that crazy things. It's like it's also gonna be just insane because you already know they're gonna show a lot of new stuff in that fall direct that's gonna come up this year, and then like the other direct that they'll probably have in January and early next year also. So I'm probably gonna see new footage. Honestly, I could probably see like an Animal Crossing direct like happen like sometime early next year where they just give all the new info that's gonna be in the game.
Yup. That's what they did for New Leaf, and oh my.
Exactly, because they like to have like their own Animal Crossing like directs too. So.
Yep, and it's definitely worthy because this is gonna have like an unbelievable amount of content. Like it's gonna be insane, actually. So I can't wait to see it all kind of explained. Like they could literally talk about it for an hour and they wouldn't even scratch the surface of how much there is to do on crazy.
But yeah, I guess that pretty much covers it for Animal Crossing. The next thing is, of course, one of the big surprises that was at the end, and that is Banjo-Kazooie being in Smash Bros., which still was, like, mind-blowing to me, because I tweeted a picture, like, I think before E3, like, a couple days before, and I was like, if I see any of these at E3, I am actually gonna cry, and it was, like, Sora, Banjo-Kazooie, Rex and Pyra, and then I forget the last one, I think it was Crash, and I actually got one of them, which was freaking ridiculous, but... Banjo-Kazooie, I think everybody was like, it's impossible. Microsoft, they're not going to do it. Rare, it's not going to happen. And then we get that trailer. That was insane. Like,
I know.
Oh my god.
Remember my reaction to, like, I knew the second it started. I was like, it's Banjo.
As soon as they started showing all the villains and they were like replaying the DK trailer or the King K. Rool trailer, you were like, okay, it's Banjo.
Yeah. I was like 100%.
I just couldn't believe it, man. They actually done it as well. Like, bro.
Because I saw leaks before. I was like, yeah, okay, this is happening. Like Vergaben was like, it's happening. I'm like, okay, it's
it's definitely happening now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His moveset looks pretty interesting as well, to be fair.
I know.
Bro, when he takes Kazooie and just like smacks him into the ground, bro, I'm like, come on, bro. Has some crazy smash attacks there.
He makes Kazooie spit out like those. What are they? I don't even know what they are, but it's hilarious.
Oh yeah, I forget the name. It's like the cannonball things.
Yeah.
They're like.
Yeah, and that stage was gorgeous. I actually love how they, like, because they're so accurate to the games all the time, and I love how, like, they worked the camera angle for the trailer to make it look like a 3D platforming. Like, it actually looked like a 3D stage because of the way they were showing it, and I love
exactly.
that.
Yep.
Obviously, Banjo-Kazooie is known for being in part of that 3D era as one of the first, like, 3D platforming games ever made, so.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was beautiful.
Smash just got very interesting.
Exactly, and this pretty much is like Sakurai's way of just saying like, there's no way you can tell me which characters I can put and can't put. Like, he doesn't
Yeah.
care. You know, like Ridley, he's too big. Nah, he put him in. King K. Rool, he's forgotten about. Nobody cares about him. Now he put him in anyway. Yeah, he doesn't care. He can put anyone.
I know. People really be in like 2019 saying that characters is impossible, can never be.
Yeah. Basically, if they originate from a video game, they're fair game.
It's gonna happen, yeah.
Hmm. But yeah, I guess that covers everything for Nintendo's E3 except the one last surprise that pretty much blew everyone away. This was like the thing that, I mean, it was like rumored like early this year, but I didn't actually think that they would do it. But they showed off that the sequel to The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild is in development. And this easily was like, they redeemed themselves for that direct in like the last 5 minutes. Like everybody was like watching that whole direct and we were like, bro, all these games, like I'm not looking forward to most of these at all. Like, and then
I
the
know,
last
it's
5 minutes
hilarious.
they dropped Banjo and they dropped Breath of the Wild 2. And I was like, dang. But yeah, how are you guys feeling about the sequel to Breath of the Wild? That's actually insane.
You know we stand.
Oh, here we go.
Silent.
Oh man. I wonder if
Yes,
anyone.
I'm very happy.
Oh yes, it's gonna be
Breath of the Wild, literally
ridiculous,
the
bro.
best Switch game. Oh my
You
god.
seem a bit sad, actually. I can tell.
Continue. Continue.
Yeah. Mhm. I'm
Breath of the Wild
I'm
literally,
still
like,
in shock,
the best
bro.
Switch game. It's literally the best Switch game and like the best Nintendo game in so long. And it's like, oh wow, like now
Oh,
it's
yeah,
getting
they-
a sequel.
Bro, the game was phenomenal. Like I had like some of my best memories from 2017 are just playing that game in the beginning of the year. And
I
if
know.
there's gonna be a sequel and I can just go through that whole entire experience again, bro, that's just it's insane.
Yeah, it
and-
brought back. It hit differently, man. Like it brought back that childhood feeling of like wonder and exploration in a game. I feel like.
Exactly.
Like,
Yep.
dang, dude.
Mhm.
And now we're getting a sequel where it's built like it's gonna be like just on the Switch, which means the graphics will probably look better. Oh my gosh! And then like how Numa was saying that Red Dead Redemption 2 inspired him too with this game, and how what was it that it was
Oh
gonna be
yeah. He said it was gonna
Yeah.
be darker, like
yeah,
or
it's
like
gonna
more
be
dark.
darker than
Fate.
Majora's Mask.
Dang, bro, yeah, that's
I
actually
was like,
crazy.
Oh,
Oh,
my
man.
gosh!
Sounds
Bro.
juicy.
That took
In
me
Majora's
caught me off
Mask, you got
guard.
all that shit with the moon, and if it's gonna be even darker than that, I can't even imagine. Oh my god, bro,
I know.
it's actually
Like-
crazy.
Yeah, it's gonna be like one of the best games ever made. Like I just can't wait.
But I mean, I guess in terms of like talking a little bit more about it, do you guys think? Because I honestly still think that that Breath of the Wild 2 can release next year. Do you guys think that, or
Next
You know-
year release?
yeah?
It depends.
Yeah.
It depends how long they've been developing it for, really. I guess.
Because-
but
The thing
Well,
is,
think about it. How long did the original Breath of the Wild, right? Took like what 5 years, I think.
it
to
took
make?
4.
Wasn't it 5? I'm pretty sure it was. Oh no, it was 4.
Yeah.
Wait, was it? I thought it was 5. Okay. Well, if we take that length of time, right, and then we take like what do we have like how long has it been since Breath of the Wild came out? Because it came out alongside
2
the
years.
Switch.
It'll be
2
3
years.
next year.
Yeah, it'll be
Yeah,
3 next year.
So 3 years could possibly be enough time.
Yeah,
but
because they already have the
also-
engine now. So.
Yeah, exactly. But also, do remember that like they're very meticulous with the shit they do. You know what I mean? Like if it's a Zelda game,
Yeah.
they seem to be very meticulous with it. And who knows?
Like every
like
Zelda game gets delayed. I feel like.
Oh,
I think, I'm
definitely,
pretty
yeah.
Sure every
Yeah.
Zelda game ever has gone delayed. Like
exactly.
That's
so
true,
I think
true.
if anything, it's like a 2021 game. I think 2020 is too early. Like
The reason-
Yeah.
but then again, is it though? Because they announced it like, oh, you know what, this is gonna happen. You know what's gonna happen? I know what they're gonna probably do. They're gonna give us like gameplay and trailers and shit right next year during E3, and then they're gonna do the Animal Crossing thing where they tell us, oh, this game is gonna release in 2021.
yeah,
like one of those things.
Hmm. I mean, the reason that I'm saying that I think it's gonna be next year is if you guys remember the thing that King Zell said like really early in the beginning of this year.
Oh,
he
yeah.
said if
Oh my
you.
god, he actually predicted this. I totally
That-
forgot about that. Holy
That's
fuck.
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. He said if you
He was right
enjoyed
about
Breath of the
everything.
Wild, he said if you enjoyed Breath of the Wild, you will like next year. And now we know there's a sequel coming, which kind of makes sense. You know what I mean? Like they're connected.
Yeah.
I feel like it'll be next year. And also another thing is, they pretty much already
Oh,
had
but
the
he said
foundation.
that in 2018 though.
Did he say that in 2018?
Yeah, he said that in 2018, brother. I
I
think
thought
that's
he's-
why he said it though. I think because if
No,
you're
he said
like
it this year.
expecting.
I thought he
No,
said
no,
it this
no,
year before
last
the
year.
February
No, I know this
direct.
for a fact. I know this for a fact. I keep track of this bullshit. He said that in 2018. He said that 2018 because he basically said that
Also, it
prior
must
to
have
us
been an
getting.
announcement was coming then instead
He
of
said it
like,
to us prior to us getting whatchamacallit. Prior to us even getting Let's Go released fully. He basically said like, hey, if you're expecting blah 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 this year,
So he might have been
said
talking about the
Pokemon,
announcement,
then
I guess?
included, but that's what he said about Pokemon. But then in that listing, he also included like Zelda shit. And he said there was going to be a 2D Zelda game, which was true, and also a new Breath of the
Mario.
Wild style game, which
he said Mario Maker 2 as well.
Yeah, he
that
predicted
also-
Mario Maker
My man,
2,
my
yeah.
man
One
knew a
thing-
bunch of shit.
Rest in peace to Metroid Prime Trilogy.
Oh, bro, I need that game, bro. Metroid
He
Prime
literally
Trilogy
said it
is
was
so
gonna
easy
happen.
to
And it's like,
do.
oh, rip.
Oh, man.
Actually, I
Um,
don't think he said. I think he just said some kind of trilogy.
But yeah, if y'all can get me a link to that, then that
maybe
would be
Spyro.
nice.
Oh god, maybe it was
But-
Spyro that he was talking about.
I think he said it in January, to be honest. But let me see if I can get the link.
I swear that was January.
Yeah, I think he said it in January, right before the Direct. I'm gonna find it though.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Sure
before
about
that,
because I'm certain it was 20.
well, I mean, if you have
20
the link, then let me know. Just send me the link.
I,
If you can
I do
find
not
it.
keep. No, man, it's been too fucking long since then. I didn't keep the link for that.
All right, but yeah,
But
I'll
I'm
just.
certain it was 20. No, I'm certain about it.
Excuse me.
I feel like it was
No,
20.
No, the thing is, he's posted a few times, so maybe I'm just confusing the fucking which one of them it was.
If you loved Breath of the Wild.
The thing that he said in 2018 was something about the 2D Zelda team, which was talking about Link's Awakening. I think that's what you're referring to, Ruffled.
It was February that he said that. February 2019.
Really?
He said
Yes,
yes.
so I was
and
fucking
on
confusing with
February-
one of his previous posts.
Yeah,
King
February
Zelda.
No, but I know for a
um,
fact though he mentioned some fucking like.
Oh,
some
look,
Zelda
look, I
related
I found the
shit
link.
also
I found the link right
2018.
here. I found
know
the
that
link.
for a fact. It was
I found the
2018, Like,
I'll
Yeah,
send
he
it to
said
you.
February 2019. He said, if you guys love Breath of the
Yep,
Wild, you
I
will
found it
love
right
this.
here. King Zelda. If you love, you will love 2020 if you like Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. He said this in February. I'll send you the link.
wait, he said that in February.
Yep.
Yeah, see, I'm confusing that with the previous post that he made. That wasn't about that specifically. I was thinking
Yeah.
about a Pokemon thing because he said a similar thing for Pokemon because he said if you love yeah, that's the thing. I was confusing Zelda. With
I sent you the
Pokemon.
link in
'Cause
the chat.
Because dude, he said it in 2018 for Pokemon, like not for Zelda, but for Pokemon in 2018. He said if you don't like Let's Go Beach, Let's Go Eevee, then you're gonna be excited for whatchamacallit for 2019. And people are like, oh, that probably confirms we're gonna get a new gen, in 2019. Guess what? That's what we exactly got. So yeah,
Exactly,
I think I was just confusing that shit. You know what I mean?
Yep. So I can see it being 2020, and also another thing is it's Breath of the Wild. I mean, they already have the foundation of the whole world done from the first game. I really don't think that they're gonna really do a lot of new things with it. Like they'll probably change a few locations, add a new shrine or something.
Add
like
a bunch of locations, I'm pretty
yeah,
sure as well.
yeah. But like they already, you know what I mean? They already have all the trees, all the foundation, everything is done. It's like they don't have to recreate the whole
trees.
world.
Don't talk about trees when Ben's
Oh, oh god.
Trees falling
Oh,
out.
man.
God.
But yeah, like I said, I mean the whole like foundation is already done. They just gotta like redo kind of the new part that they're gonna do. Like it's like Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask type of thing. So that's why I feel like it could come next year. But we'll see. I think it could be like a December 2020 title or somewhere around there.
We talking about Breath of the Wild 2?
Yeah, Breath of the Wild 2.
Okay, so I'm gonna say if they reuse the same map, I'm going to be pissed.
Oh
They
boy.
reuse the
Okay.
same map layout.
Here we go again.
Wild
As
1.
soon as he joined, it's over.
Here we
man.
go again. No.
Ben!
No, but if they reuse the same map, it's gonna feel the same. I don't care how many changes they make. I think it's impossible to change it that much.
It's a
where it feels
sequel.
like
It's of course it's gonna use the same world. Like I don't understand that logic.
because that means they're selling us the same game twice. They're selling us the same world that they already made twice.
Not really.
I
If it has
get-
new stuff
I-
in it.
But I get reasons.
I feel like it's too early to jump to that conclusion though.
Yeah,
that
yeah, no,
we're
it
copy
is.
and paste.
It's just the
Yeah, we
concept-
we don't know that
But
much.
wait,
But like,
how would that even? Like, I'm just curious. Okay, I'm just curious. Like, if they're giving us the same world, right? Like if it's a sequel, how do you expect them to pull off a sequel without returning you to the world you already experienced?
Give us a new area of that world because they were blocked.
Oh,
off
yeah, of
areas.
course.
well,
I mean,
well
no.
obviously they're gonna do that.
I agree with
They're
that. Like,
really
listen,
gonna do
I
that.
would be pissed off as well if all I got was the exact same game,
But with a new
nothing,
story.
like,
Yeah,
no
yeah,
new,
I know
like,
what you
part.
mean.
Like, then
They
I would
won't
be
do that.
pissed
They won't
off.
do that. I
But,
am
like,
sure they won't do that. I mean, like,
I'm
I mean, like if you think about like Pokemon Black and White, and then think about Black and White 2, it's still Unova, but with a whole bunch of new cities and stuff. That's what they'll probably do this time.
But also think they were only 1 year apart from each other, whereas Breath of the Wild 2 is going to probably be, I'm gonna guess, early 2021, so 4 years since Breath of the Wild.
Well, one's a sprite Pokemon game and another's a 3D open world adventure. So I mean,
yeah, but if they're reusing the exact same map, it can't be that much more work to add some stuff to it and things like that.
I think they're gonna literally
take 4 years.
I think they're literally gonna take the map and then add make it like twice as add a whole new map that's probably like the same size as like the Breath
If
of the
they
Wild
do that,
world,
then I totally forgive them. I totally forgive them if they do that. Then I'm fine. If they gave us like an extra area and it was the same size as the original map, yeah, okay, they have me. But if it's the same map and only like let's say the size of the Great Plateau, that's the only new area we get, then I'm gonna be mad.
I think it'll be new areas the size of the Great Plateau scattered throughout the world. That's what I think.
All right, I see.
I honestly trust
like
them.
3 or 4 of them. Yeah.
Perfect,
no,
basically.
I don't have any reason not to trust them. It's just I am really skeptical of what.
It's not like they're.
We also we barely have anything to go
Zach,
off of.
Don't get me started.
Oh man.
Well, have we talked about Pokemon yet, or is that later?
That's
on?
actually the next topic after this.
We are all eager to see what everyone has to say about Pokemon.
Yeah.
But
Halo.
yeah. But hold on, let me check. I think
Continue, sir.
Yeah, do we have anything you want to talk about with Breath of the Wild 2, or should we move on to the shitstorm?
That's everything I've got.
Okay. So with Pokemon. All right, with Pokemon, can we open with a little bit of positivity before we go in? Because the first thing that we didn't talk about, the first thing we didn't get to discuss because it happened earlier this month was the Pokemon Direct that they showed off. And in the Direct, I can still say the new Pokemon that they showed are pretty cool. Some of the new Pokemon, Dreadnought, Corviknight, look pretty nice, you know?
Yeah, I think the new Pokemon are really well designed. Wooloo, Dreadnought, Corviknight. I think the Pokemon are actually really good, other than the Legendary.
I feel like the direction they're taking these new Pokemon designs is simplicity, too, which I like.
I like it.
Yeah.
Like, not over-designed, it's just right.
They're really memorable.
Yeah, Wooloo, best Gen 8 Pokemon, free. I'm telling you right now.
So far,
easily.
So far.
I totally agree.
Wooloo and Corviknight are fucking top notch.
Sobble, get out of here.
Dude,
nah.
No. Corviknight and Wooloo, fucking creme de la creme, dude. It's fucking bellissimo, motherfuckers.
Oh, man.
Oh, get the fuck out, bitch.
Oh my god.
Well, all the Kanto Pokemon are better anyway, so...
It already began.
See, you admitted you don't give that many shits about Kanto, so now your lies don't work.
I do. I love Kanto. I'm a Kanto boy for life.
Sure you do.
Kanto boys.
Sure you do.
Dan, what are your top 3 favorite regions, like, unironically? What are they?
Mine.
Yeah.
Unova is number 1. Unova boys. Number 2, I would probably say Alola. There we go.
Ah, it's over.
Number 3, Johto.
Oh man.
Number 4, what do I have left? Hoenn. I like Hoenn. 5.
You didn't say
What
Kanto
am I
yet.
missing?
You didn't say Kanto yet.
I haven't said Kanto yet. I haven't said Kanto, I haven't said Sinnoh, and I haven't said... Oh, Kalos. I'm going to go Kanto, then Kalos, and then a Sinnoh, and then the Galar region.
Oh my god.
That's a joke, guys.
I still can't believe he put Kalos over Sinnoh, man.
Dude,
But,
just ignore him. Just ignore him. Just ignore him. Continue. Just continue.
All right. Well, before we continue, I forgot to give a shout out to Matt M. He said he donated and said bring back Hyrule Town and dungeons. That's also one thing. I hope they bring back like traditional dungeons in Breath of the Wild too. Yeah. Instead of like the divine beasts and all that.
Oh yeah, wait. Can I just say something? I know this is not Pokemon related, but now that we're talking about Breath of the Wild, you're right.
Yeah, it's all good.
Kind of missed out on a lot of that stuff in Breath of the Wild. Like the world itself, I guess it's because they spent so much time on making the old world, so they definitely should be able to make up in those areas this time around. Like make actually good dungeons, make bosses better. That sort of shit. Improve those areas.
Right, because there was all the Ganon thingies. Yeah, they can make proper boss fights. Yeah.
Exactly.
It was just all different parts of Ganon. Yeah.
And also, probably like a little bit of an improvement on the story, or major improvement on the story, actually.
Major.
Oh, I'm
Yeah,
sure
yeah,
they will,
major.
because they said it's gonna be darker, and they
Yeah,
also said
That's why I'm excited.
and also
That's,
with
when I heard
how
that makes me excited.
yeah, and also with how they have, like I said, like the world and already everything created, they can spend more time with the story and all that now, because now they have like the world, all the assets and everything already done. So they can spend more time to like actually make the gameplay better.
Yeah,
So-
honestly, it's only because of that 4-year gap that I just don't feel like they've got an excuse if it feels too samey as the original.
Hmm.
Well, is it a 4-year
Oh, yeah.
gap? If I'm wait, 2016, right? Was when the first one came out.
2017. 2017.
Oh yeah, dude. Damn.
I'm saying if it comes out in 2021.
Oh, but it seems like it's gonna maybe come out in 2020, actually.
I still think 2020, to be
I
honest.
disagree. If it was 2020, they would have said.
Oh yeah, but we discussed this earlier, and I mean, I also thought 2021 seems like the more reasonable one. But when they explained a few other things, I was like, okay, I mean, hey, I can see that.
No, I'm guessing spring 2021, because that was the same time Breath of the Wild 1 released. So I'm gonna predict the same.
Yeah,
thing.
but that doesn't mean like they're gonna release the exact.
But
same
that was
time
because the Switch came
No.
out then. That was because the Switch came out then.
Yeah, it's just I think if they had it ready for 2020, they would have said in that trailer 2020.
I think they didn't say it because they didn't want people to like skip out
Exactly,
on the
make
original Breath of the
expectations.
Wild. Well, no, I think it's just because like the original Breath of the Wild, they still try to sell that game a lot because it's still amazing, and a lot of people could still buy
That's
that
true.
game if they haven't.
But-
So if they said
but why
like
would it-
we,
But doesn't that kind of defeat its own? Like that's a kind of a double-edged sword, dude. Like that kind of works the wrong way because if you're still trying to sell Breath of the Wild, the first Breath of the Wild, then wouldn't it make sense to make people like to announce that when the other one's coming out, so that people who haven't bought the first one yet buy it, so they know what the fuck's going on in the second one. Like,
I mean, I guess I think they already kind of
like,
did that
I
though
don't-
with how they just said that there's a sequel in development. I don't think they have to give the time frame for it, but
Oh no, I'm not saying they should have given a time frame. I think it's fine, like being a little bit vague, especially when they don't know, how far they are. Like, because honestly, I think the reason they don't give a date is because what happened now with like Animal Crossing being delayed.
yeah,
like,
they're
it's
kind of
just
scared,
fine.
and especially
like-
how with Zelda's notorious for getting delayed. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
that's
Yeah,
probably
no,
why.
I think Odyssey 2 is coming out next year, and I think it'll also say Breath of the Wild 2 for the year after.
But Odyssey came out like last year, didn't it?
No,
2017.
2017.
Oh,
we
damn,
got
I keep forgetting when shit comes out, dude.
Yeah.
bro, we got Odyssey and we got Breath of the Wild in the same year.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
still
those were the two
unbelievable.
games.
Yeah.
2020 gonna be a sequel
but
to that.
I-
Oh my gosh, I'm shaking.
I truly believe we're getting Odyssey like really soon, because like they didn't make any DLC for the original. Each 3D Mario game is usually 3 years apart. I think it's coming. I think it's inevitable. Like next.
But it
year.
should be Sunshine 2 instead.
It
right?
should be a Galaxy
I
3, but I
agree.
mean, Galaxy
No.
3.
Sunshine's my-
Sunshine
Oh,
2.
I do want Galaxy 3. You're right. Oh my god.
Oh, that
I
would be
just-
so much fun, actually.
Or
Oh.
just
Yeah.
Galaxy 1 on
Please,
Switch.
just
They've been-
Sunshine.
Galaxy
HD or
Collection,
something.
just give me 1 and 2 on Switch. That would be fine.
Yeah.
too.
Give
No,
me
but, like, in-
Sunshine.
In
Oh.
China, they've been putting Galaxy and shit on the Nvidia Shield thingy, which uses the same technology as the Switch. And they
Oh
still
yeah,
haven't-
yeah, and it's upscale too,
yeah,
isn't
yeah.
it?
Yeah, and they've
Bruh.
remapped the button control so you could play the entire thing in handheld mode. Like the
That's
spin
just
jump.
crying free money, like literally, just port
Yeah,
it to
I
Switch.
know. I know, but I really thought they were gonna get that ready for this year, but they haven't. But I want it so bad.
Y'all are killing me. Y'all are killing me.
Oh, I'm glad Animal Crossing got delayed. So screw you.
It's
Oh,
not that.
okay.
I need Sunshine, but everyone just forgets about Sunshine. It's like the black sheep. It's
No,
like, wow.
Sunshine
No, I love
is my
Sunshine. I love
favorite video
Sunshine.
game of all time, but I just don't think
Good.
it's the type of game that needs a sequel.
Well, then it needs like to be on the Switch because I.
Or
I
port
agree.
to the Switch, yeah.
Yeah, port to the Switch.
I get in my feelings sometimes. It's like, wow, it's been so long since Sunshine did anything.
Yeah.
It just hurts.
We just need GameCube games on Switch, goddamn.
Port all the 3D Mario
know.
masterpieces.
Why does Nintendo hate the GameCube so much? Like, oh my gosh.
I know you literally are named after the GameCube. Like,
Uh huh.
they're doing you a disservice.
Mhm.
You
Yep.
you should sue them.
We'll do.
We want
We'll do
answers.
that. I'll go to law school and then sue them.
Has anyone seen Toy Story 4? By any
Okay,
chance?
no, we are not doing this shit again.
All right, I'm gonna have to leave now. Bye.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna have to deafen myself on my own stream. I haven't seen
no,
it yet.
I won't do it. I won't spoil it. I won't
Okay.
spoil it.
I pray you don't.
I swear to
just want
God,
Really funny.
I will kick you out if you do.
Okay, I won't spoil Toy
Because I haven't seen that either yet. So.
Story.
I will Google
That-
Spider-Man Far From Home spoilers and.
Oh yeah,
post
I'm
them
gonna
here if
spoil
you
it
guys do
on
not-
the first date.
Oh my God.
All right,
Uh,
Weevely, I'm dying. Oh my god.
Literally
We-
spoils the movie on the
Weevil
first
said
ever
Ben
date.
Ben STFU. Oh man. But I
Wait.
guess
That doesn't
We
even
got
make
off
sense.
track with Pokemon. I feel like
We got off track with the Zelda donation, but are we ready to enter the Hell Zone again with
Yes.
with Pokemon?
Yes.
Oh boy, oh boy.
All right. So what were we talking about? New Pokemon, right? Like Corviknight and all
we
that.
were
yeah,
talking
how they
about
were
Okay.
serving.
positive.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And
I think-
that's all the positives out the way.
And well, no, the characters also I think they look pretty cool. I like how the Champion Leon and all that they look pretty cool.
Yeah, no, I agree. I like Sonya.
But
I
I'm,
like, trainers, yeah.
I'm a little okay. So at first I was thinking they were hiding maybe his ace Pokemon because I know that they did this with Steven where they made it look like Steven's ace was Charizard, but then it wasn't. It was Mega Metagross or whatever. I really hope that his signature Pokemon is not Charizard. That is so like generic. Oh my god.
Yeah, I know. That's also true. Nah, but like, just don't give him just a generic Charizard. Like, let that be like one of his
He needs
partners.
his own
Like,
unique
it's
Pokemon.
got to be like the pseudo legendary or of the like what do you
No.
call it? Gen 8? You
gotta
know,
be
that's what it's got to be.
Yeah.
It's got to be like a
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, like I remember there was this rumor that like it was actually gonna be like someone was saying it could be like this Pokemon based around Loki or something. I was like, yes.
Oh yeah, and the third
No,
wolf.
I want Charizard.
Yeah, how it was like deceiving and how it's like deceiving everyone.
I'm
If
still
it's not
calling it.
Charizard,
It's not.
I'm still calling it right now. Leon, he's gonna be a bad guy. I'm telling you right
Oh
now.
yeah, everybody.
Yeah,
is.
Like,
telling
like,
you.
there's
Come
no
on,
way he's
let's
not.
do it.
That's the only reason they even showed him
Please.
off in the beginning.
Yeah,
He's gonna be a bad
Yeah,
guy.
that's
He's
what I was
gonna,
thinking, too.
he's gonna
And
be,
then
he's gonna be
Hop's
evil.
gonna be like, oh, how could you do this to our family? Blah,
It,
blah,
Hop's
blah.
Hop's gonna save everyone, bro, and he's gonna take his position and all. It lines up
Yeah.
perfectly. It makes so
Hop
much
is just
sense,
a budget how. He sucks.
bro. I wish that we still had cocky rivals, man. I still wish that we had them.
I mean, even
Oh,
Sun and
man.
Moon had that with Gladion.
Yeah, Gladion was like edgy too.
Yeah, everybody
Yeah.
hates Sun and Moon, and I don't understand why.
I mean, it's yeah. I mean, I like the story a lot.
Because
It's,
Gladion was just kind of like, to me personally.
I like the story.
It's not
The thing with Sun and Moon was just the pacing was really bad. That's the thing.
Oh yeah, Melee
I
fucking
wish that they actually made.
But
genuine
the story
sequels
itself,
that
like
just
if you actually
copy-paste
played the
with
game all the
Ultra.
way, if you played the game all the way, it was really good.
Yeah,
I
I mean, if
loved
they,
it, but-
if they didn't have pacing issues, the whole thing would have been way better.
Yeah.
I just
Exactly.
lost interest the moment I started playing on Melee. I was like, oh, thank you for spending 1 hour on fucking getting my starter. Thank you. Can I continue now? Oh no, sorry, you gotta go to fucking school.
Oh yeah, the trainer.
Oh, that was so
Yeah,
bad.
that was a
Fuck, I
problem.
hated
That
that
was
part.
actually-
And they didn't even fix that in Ultra Sun and Moon. They just
I know, they
didn't.
kept
Oh,
it
man.
in.
No, like that's what I hate about. I feel like what really stained Alola was Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon because it was a copy and paste, even though it was set up to look like a sequel, but it wasn't at all. It was another
Yeah.
copy and paste.
And
It
then
was
they
a-
tried
Well, it
to-
wasn't
oh,
really
but
set
God,
up to be.
It was an alternate third version
it was
disguised
a
as
clickbait
two.
thing they did with the dual versions was just to
Yeah,
sell more
exactly.
copies
To
and
make
also
people think it was like
clickbait.
Black and White
Just think, exactly. But it wasn't. That was not what it was meant to be. It was just meant to be like your Emerald Platinum esque type game. Just kind of like a
Which was terrible. and it
definitive
was
version,
not.
right?
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it was not even as good as like Emerald and Platinum or any of those. Like it did
Oh,
not.
yeah,
add
it
Battle
wasn't.
Frontier did not add anything. It was literally the same game with like.
Well, it
Well,
added
no, it did add
Ultra
stuff.
Cosmo.
Rainbow
was
Rocket is
boring.
still the
It was
best.
So boring though. It was
Rainbow
so,
Rocket's
like,
still
that-
hype though.
I did
It
enjoy
was okay,
Ultra
but
Ultra
you beat it
Ultra
and
I will
then
be
you never
honest.
do it again.
I think
Like,
Ultra
Rainbow Rocket
Wormholes
was
were a
like-
lot of fun. Actually,
I'm not
I really
gonna
enjoyed
waste my energy
Ultra
I did
that
not. I was not.
For real.
Just
I
because
love that
doesn't
shit.
want
It was so
again,
much
I
fun
want-
for like shiny hunting. It was so much fun for that.
Yeah, especially
Yeah.
Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. That game's so fun. For fans.
Oh man.
Can I just like slap your fucking like no this is not
You
even
can
worth
try.
it
You
because
can
I know
try.
you don't like it. That's the thing though. I know you don't like
love
it.
Let's Go.
No,
It's
no,
it's the
you-
bait,
you
man.
literally even
It's
said
just
it.
the
You
bait.
don't like it. You don't like it.
Bro, he just comes in with his fishing rod. He just puts his bait there and then just reels it in every time he comes into this podcast, bro. And we all just take it in. That's what it is.
Holy crap! I caught a rowlet.
Okay, Amor, what were we saying? It was after. Okay, what? Okay, so.
It was something
We're
about
talking
Ultra
about
Sun and
packs.
Moon, right?
Yeah, so
I was gonna
move
say-
on to, like crapping
Yeah.
on a Galar.
Yeah,
now, or
yeah,
is it
yeah. I was
just
just gonna say the thing with Ultra Sun and Moon was when they first revealed it in the direct, and they showed off like the two fusions and like the two versions. Literally everybody in their reaction, because I remember watching people's reactions after. Everybody was like, "We got sequels, baby. We're getting sequels," and then they were like, "No, no, this is an alternate story." It's like they like
didn't
baited
like
us with the
that,
whole two
'cause-
sequels thing. Because even
And
I
I
fell
feel
for
like-
it. I thought it was gonna be a sequel. Literally
Yeah,
everybody
same,
every
same.
other person I saw thought it was gonna be a
No,
sequel.
I was
I
angry
feel like
that
it
they
could have been
wouldn't.
so cool too as a sequel. Like there were so many
Dude,
things they were.
there
setting
were
up in the
so
first
many
one
things that they could have done, bro. Literally, like
know,
they could
like-
have done like Lily, like 4 years into the future, and like have like different story elements with that,
And
and
you could battle her in the
Oh,
post
man.
game, and it would be
Exactly.
legendary.
There
Or
was
just
so much
finding
pot-
out what happened when she went to Kanto, like just
Yeah, like
we
how
never
what
got
she
to see
did.
that.
Got Let's
Not-
Go Pikachu and Eevee, baby.
And we didn't even get to see her in it. Like bro,
Yeah.
like, what was the point? I just wanted to see a nice continuation. We could have had the Home Battlefrontier because Annabelle moved to a low log because she fell in a wormhole. It would have been like the best thing ever, but no, they didn't do that.
It's fucking time! Okay, sorry. I need to
Oh
fucking
my
speak. I'm
God.
sorry. I need to fucking
Wait, is
speak.
it
Okay?
Galar random?
No. It's Galar related, okay? It's Galar related.
Oh,
Listen,
boy.
Listen.
Wait. Listen
Listen.
carefully.
Okay,
Let me
listen.
breathe it, let me
I am
breathe it.
tired. I am tired of this. I've been trying to stay neutral with this shit. I've been trying to stay be like a little bit this, a little bit that. You know what? I'm so fucking tired of Game
NPC
Freak, man.
animation.
Listen, just 1 sec. Let's fuck the trees for a minute. I am just so tired of Game Freak, man. I'm so tired of Game Freak. Like, seriously.
What do you mean they're perfect?
No, listen. Okay, listen.
I think everyone's deaf. They can't. They can't listen, bro.
Listen.
We're all deaf. We can't listen.
Listen. There's not enough people in this stream to like remember this shit, so it's good, okay? Hear me out, okay? Hear me out. I am so pissed off with this shit because it's just like they're just getting fucking lazier and lazier with this shit. They're just cutting corners wherever they can find a moment to cut corners, and they've been doing this since X and Y. They've been doing this for years now. With every single entry we get, they cut corners. Every single time. Or as they cut out the Battle Frontier because, nobody would want it. You know that thing everybody loves? Fuck you, you're not getting it. But you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna have a designer make a little Battle Frontier statue and put it there and then tell you, hey, the Battle Frontier project is beginning now. Hey, look, guys, we know what the Battle Frontier is. We know you like it, but you're not gonna get it. Ooh, fuck you. You know how
That's
fucking
because they
annoying
were
it is?
focusing on quality.
Oh yes, of course. Dude, I am so I'm so fucking done.
Well,
I'm
here's
so fucking
the
done.
biggest bullshit that's gonna happen. They're gonna give us the rest of the Pokemon in the third version of the goddamn game, and that's how they're gonna.
Yes,
tell us.
I know. I actually have a
They're
video
gonna
literally.
make the
Bro, literally everybody
No
knows
joke.
they're gonna
No
do
joke.
this.
No joke.
You
Wait,
want
check
the
this-
rest
check
of the
this
Galar
card.
Pokemon, bro? You gotta buy
Check this
Pokemon
card.
Ultra Sword and Shield.
Check Discord. I actually have literally look at the thumbnail I created like literally like 4 hours ago. Look at that shit. That's exactly what I'm fucking making a video on tomorrow, dude. It's exactly
Damn.
that. They're gonna add the rest of the Pokemon in Pokemon Bow
Yeah,
or Pokemon
and
Gun.
they're gonna be the same games except they have the rest of the Pokemon. And then everyone
Exactly.
will be like, hey guys, do you
Pokemon
listen? They added all the
Bow.
Pokemon. It's like,
See, this
Yeah,
is the problem.
yeah.
So it's like everyone.
But the worst part. Sorry. Continue.
All I was gonna say, the thing that I hate is that like it's literally just the national decks that these people are mad about, and like if say they finally like quench that thirst, like people are just gonna be like complicit again. Like they're not gonna care.
Yep,
Like,
exactly.
Freak's been messing up in so many other areas, but the national decks, that's what y'all are focused on. And then once the national decks gets fixed, you're never gonna complain again. It's just gonna continue to get worse.
Oh no, but that's the thing though, right? Like I think the national decks for me personally was like the final straw, right? I was
Yeah,
accepting,
me
I was
too.
giving excuses for everything else, right? I was giving
Exactly.
excuses for like the graphics being, up to scuff, which like my original expectations for what I wanted Gen A to look like were
Breath of the
far
Wild.
beyond what we ended up getting, right? But I gave it an excuse because I thought, guess what? We're at least getting an open world. We're at least like getting these other things, like we're getting gyms back, we're getting an open world, we're getting things like that I kind of always like wanted. At least we're getting that, right? So I can give an excuse to the graphics. But because we're getting a Pokemon journey, I'll be able to catch all the Pokemon, I'll be able to transfer all the shit that I want. It's gonna be great. Oh, but no, it isn't.
But now
Because
they're actually
as
just
soon as
taking
they
away
give
the
us one thing-
Pokemon.
Yeah,
Oh
but that's
my
the thing,
god.
right? As soon as we think that, okay, you know what? You didn't do great on the graphics. It's fine. They don't look like what we expected them to be. But you know what? It's fine. It's fine. Okay, you made up in other areas. Oh, wait, you didn't? Because you took away half the Pokedex? Okay. Okay, never mind. Goodbye all those good graces. That's the
yeah,
problem.
yeah. I remember in that stream, Ruffled, where you're like, oh, this.
No, yeah,
I was like,
dude, I
no, they
literally
look
said
like
because-
3DS games.
But that's the thing. That's why I said I made the argument, and I remember this vividly. I said that hey, these games start development around the same time that Sun and Moon, as I assume, started development. That's what my assumption was. You know what? Whenever Sun and Moon came out, they probably took the same engine they were working on there for this. That was my assumption, right? And then like when I saw the graphics, I was like, okay, it's fine because at least we're getting some sort of like we're getting other things. We're getting so many other things, so I'm fine with it, right? I can give it a pass.
Yeah.
But guess what? No, because they had to instantly fuck that up by removing the other things. And that's the thing, right? Who knows what the post game's gonna be like? Because X and Y had a shitty post game.
Yep.
Oras had semi-okay post-game because like the Delta episode was fine.
Yeah, they had the
Yeah.
Delta, so that was cool.
But it
That
wasn't
was cool.
enough though. It just wasn't enough. Where was the
It-
Valve?
it was-
forgive?
it was like a
It
1
shouldn't
hour
have been that
adventure.
hard to make
Yeah,
it, right?
FML.
Sun and Moon,
I will say.
yeah,
Fun.
post game. Ultra Sun and Moon, better post game, but
Really
still
good,
not
yeah.
fucking, you know, up to
Not
snuff
amazing, yeah.
That
Not
team
amazing,
up
but
was
you know.
like-
Yeah, I'll be joining you guys in like the hate train if the post game sucks in Sword and Shield.
Oh,
For now.
dude, I have
Yes.
said it already. If they listen, they fucked up the Pokedex. They seemingly didn't give enough shits to actually like, you know, just improve the graphics like somewhat. Just do a little bit of work for once. Like they didn't care about that shit. If they don't do a good post game, I will rip their fucking dicks off with my teeth. For the game, mate, no homo. I will
All right.
rip
Oh
them
god.
as I'm
All right,
tired
Game
of.
Freak. Game Freak, I'm not threatening you with violence. I just think you suck right now. I'm not threatening you with physical violence.
Oh, I will rip dicks
Okay.
off with my mouth.
Okay.
I will say,
I'm
the
just
only
joking.
way- no, but I will say the only way all of this crappy bullshit excuses are acceptable is if there's another region in the game post story. That's the only way I could possibly like.
And
see
they
it.
already
Dude, that's
confirmed
so
that you
unlikely.
can't. And they already
It's
confirmed it.
impossible. It won't
They already
happen.
confirmed it's not.
Impossible. Because I've said it before. Like people kept telling me, like whenever like Sword and Shield got announced, and people were like, "Dude, they're gonna do fucking Kalos post game." I'm like, "No, they're gonna do
Is
this."
that- is that-
Because-
is that-
I kept saying, it's not gonna happen. Why? Simple factor.
they don't
Because
need to. Why
they
would
don't need
Or-
to.
They don't
Exactly.
care.
They don't need to do
More-
it because they can just. Why waste time on making a secondary region for you to explore in the game when they can just give you that one region they made?
Yeah,
And
which
still
is
sell
why-
15 million.
You'll just take it.
Which is why I think they won't fix the graphics, because they don't need to, because people will
Yeah,
fight, people
exactly.
will defend them no matter what, and that is why nothing in these games will be fixed, because they will still make a crap ton of cash, and I hate that. It's so corporate, it's so bullshit, and I hope they get called
The
out.
only way that I will be genuinely pissed off, like I'm still pretty upset with Pokemon Sword and Shield. Like
Yeah.
I like the beginning of this year, bro. My hype for this game was ridiculous. Like this was my most
same
hyped
here.
game
No,
for the
my
year.
hype-
And
I
now,
ripped the dude, no, dude. I ripped the shirt apart for this game.
oh,
No
I
fucking,
remember.
okay?
Oh yeah, I remember.
I fucking like this game had me on a fucking
Like,
leash, and I was
yeah.
Game
This
Freak
this
told you
was
to do that shit.
this was my most hyped game of the year, but now like freaking Astral Chain is above this. But anyway, the point that
Yo.
I'm trying to say is the thing is with this game so far, like I'm disappointed in a lot of the things like with the graphics and stuff. Like it looks you know, it's understandable, but it's like it's all right, I guess. But the thing with like the trees and stuff, I can agree. Like that one tree, bro, that looks awful. It's complete garbage.
I know people
like the
are
textures
saying,
on
like-
that, and then the Pokedex thing, that's pretty bad too. But the only thing that I will accept is maybe, just maybe, if they did all of these things, maybe they put their development time into a good ass story. Like it's just a good, really good adventure or something. If that happens,
Yeah,
then I mean it won't be as bad. But if like I can't really tell until I play the game and like see for myself. But if I play through this game, if I play through this game in November, bro, and the story is mediocre like X and Y and Sun and Moons, bro, and I finish that game and I find out there's no, and the post game is bad too, bro, and I find out that there's no national dex, I'm gonna be pretty upset.
Did
but I
you
ca-
just
I
call
can't-
the
Listen,
story of
listen,
Sun and Moon bad?
Listen.
Well, I mean,
So,
the
like,
pacing and all that. I meant like not the story itself.
So far, the graphics, like I think they have their cute moments. Like they're not the worst thing in the world, like people are saying.
Yes, they are.
Oh my god! Wait,
There's some
Yes,
cute
they
moments.
are.
There's some cute
I just
moments.
remembered something. Anybody remember that fucking bike? Because I noticed that during the treehouse, the bike wheel literally goes into the ground. They haven't even. Listen. I have the fucking right to
I don't
talk
care
about this
about that. I'm
game
sorry,
development
but-
bullshit. Like his thing.
Hell yeah! No, you do. You do.
I've done game development to like a smaller extent. Right?
I'm
I've studied this
it
shit.
at university right now.
I studied that shit for 3 years. I have at least a little bit of an inkling of what I'm talking about here. But you cannot fuck up clipping and shit like that in a game that isn't even that fucking big, okay? Like it's one thing if this was like, let's say this was GTA 5, right? That scale. Huge, big, tons of shit happening,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And you have like a wheel clipping a little bit into the ground. That's fine. Okay, that's fine. But you have a game that's fucking literally, it's like CJ's fucking penis in size compared to GTA 5. That's how huge it is
Yeah.
in
Compared to
comparison.
Breath of the
Because it's so
Wild, yeah.
fucking it's minusculely small in comparison. But you still fuck up such a small thing. How do you fuck up the bike?
No, and that's my
Clipping.
point. Like when I compare to Breath of the Wild, I'm not comparing the scope of the world. I don't expect Pokemon to be literally Breath of the Wild. I'm comparing the fact that Zelda Breath of the Wild has to load everything, the entire open world at once, and the graphics still somehow are better when it's so limited by the fact that how much stuff it has to store and load. And that is why I nitpick this. Like, if this was like the greatest, biggest game ever made, then I'd be like, I mean, yeah, it's got crappy graphics, but this game is utterly huge. But it's not. It's just, I imagine the wild area is the size, if I'm being generous,
Half the Great Plateau.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Yeah.
shout out to Animal Crossing New Horizons out March 20th. That will have actually good graphics, where the rating is so detailed that it bounces off the river and is overall just a way better game than Pokemon Sword and Shield.
Oh,
I'm
I
just
agree.
fisting my face right now because that pisses me off. Okay, not that they're doing that, but it pisses me off that Nintendo, motherfucking Nintendo, can be like, hey, we're overworking our developers, right? And we want this game to be perfect, so the fans actually enjoy it, they love it, and they'll come back in the future to buy more of this. So we're gonna give them more time. Yes, it's gonna be a delay. Some people will be angry, but at least you'll put out a good product. On the other side, though, Game Freak, gotta make our money. I love the money. Yeah. Hola, lele. It's like, really, you couldn't have fucking thought like just do a little bit of fucking thinking at a time.
No,
Also, don't put your development teams onto other projects if your main franchise, the thing that makes you your bread and butter, your Mula, your Skrilla, bitches, if that's what makes you the money, why the fuck are you putting development teams on totally separate things like Town? Which, by the way, Town's fucking textures look better.
Look, wait.
I remember they
sad.
said that Town was their priority too over Pokemon now.
And that's
Like,
the saddest thing. How
It
the
feels
fuck did
like,
we got to
bro,
this point
it just
where
feels
people
like they
can
don't want to
accept them?
develop Pokemon that much anymore. That's
Listen,
honestly
it's
what
not
it
even
feels
about
like.
the Pokedex.
Game Freak,
Fuck
if
the
y'all don't care
Pokedex,
much about
okay?
Pokemon,
It feels like their motivation for Pokemon, bro, is just getting lower. Like, they've been through this with so many generations. I feel like they just don't want to develop Pokemon anymore.
But that's the thing,
which
though,
is
they don't give a
fine.
shit.
That's why
Which
it's
is
always
fine.
Gen 5.
But
Listen,
here's the thing,
since
which is
past
fine.
Gen 5,
Yeah,
Which
since
is fine.
past Gen 5, they don't give a shit anymore.
There's been some
If
problems
they
ever
don't
since
really
that.
want to develop Pokemon anymore, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. You can move on to new projects. Just give Pokemon to a different developer, bro. That's what I'm
Exactly.
saying.
And someone
But the thing
good.
there is they're not gonna do it. I mean, there's obviously
want
lots
that
of
cash.
there's lots of developers that would be willing to do it, and I'm sure they would make really good Pokemon games. Monolith Soft. But the thing is, they're not gonna do it because Game Freak has been with them for so long. And they're just like, Game Freak's been with us. We got this good connection, so we're just gonna keep them. They're still making games that are good enough, and they get good sales. But the thing is, like, just imagine if like Monolith Soft or some other like AAA like studio made a Pokemon game. Can you imagine like what it would look like and what it could be like? It's just we're stuck with it.
Problem with the
We're just stuck with
itself.
Game Freak's 140 member team, and this is why we get what we
But
have.
here's the thing. I think Game Freak will eventually lose Pokemon. I think eventually it will be given over to someone else because they clearly aren't given enough. I mean, it all depends on how well the Pokemon brand can survive, right? Like how much shit can the brand do until people finally say enough is enough? Like, you know what I mean, how far can you go before people eventually say, "And I'm sorry, but you really just you've gone too far. Like this is too long."
No, I think there's plenty of they could do it so many times and people wouldn't question it.
But that's what I'm saying is like when is it enough? Because I've seen here's the thing, I've seen other franchises get to that point. Like I've seen other shit, like I'll bring out the most simple example, World of Warcraft. People really just are fucking tired of that shit at this point. They're just done with it. They keep being milked to infinity by that fucking franchise. They keep being like strained to death with that franchise, and they literally like had to make the biggest outcry for several fucking years, for half a decade, the biggest outcry ever to just get the thing they wanted, and finally they fucking got it. But they still keep fucking up the main game, the main thing, the thing that majority of people should be playing, not the classic old school version which people have been asking for. They keep fucking up. And it's like sooner or later, all your good graces will just fall flat, and you're not gonna, people just lose trust in you. And I've lost a lot of trust in Game Freak over the last few years because they just keep doing this thing where they just don't give enough shit. It's like they've clearly realized that just the most lowest amount of effort they can put in will still sell games.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
And I don't blame Masuda. I don't blame these guys. Of course they'll feel like that because, well, we allow them to feel like that. We allow those situations to go through. We allow mediocre products.
It's
to
the
be
Call
bought
of Duty
and consumed.
situation, bro. It's the Call of Duty situation.
Exactly.
It's a new Call of Duty game. They they're gonna sell, but they can keep they cut out the campaign, they cut out weapons and all that. It's just the same thing. They know what they can do.
Because I remember. I remember when like X and Y was the first like meh, and I was thinking, okay, they'll probably get back on track after that. Like this.
Yeah,
will
I was like,
probably
it's their first 3D adventure. You know, they're
Yeah.
getting used to
Yeah.
it. It's all good.
But
you
once
know.
they ruined my favorite region, I was like, okay, I don't trust them anymore. Once they ruined Hoenn and like didn't include the Battle Frontier and said, and
That's
then
like
gave the
what
worst
everybody
region,
was
and I
looking
like,
forward to. Yeah.
No, but
Yeah,
the
that's
thing,
when I was
people...
like, I haven't trusted them since, and I still don't.
No, but that's no, but people always make excuses. Oh, it's their first 3D Pokemon game. Oh, it's their first HD Pokemon game. What's next? When is it? Like, when are you
Yeah,
actually
I
gonna
hate
realize,
that.
like,
I hate that so much
Jesus.
that people keep using that as an excuse. Like, here's the thing, right?
Like
I think
Ocarina of
with the-
Time
with
was
the-
their first 3D Zelda game, one of the first 3D
Super
games
Mario
ever made, and it's still
64
considered
was
one of the
their
best games of
first
all time.
3D
So
video game.
Mm-hmm.
But here's the thing, though. Like, I feel like there's no reason now to give them an excuse anymore. Like, there was no reason to give an excuse when they jumped to the 3DS. There is no excuse. You can't be like, oh, but it's HD. You know what fucking HD even fucking means? You just take like models, 3D models, can
And
be
upscale them.
upscaled, downscaled.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
Yeah.
Snap your fingers and it's done. It isn't a mathematical equation that takes a decade to figure out. It's literally press of a button and there you go, it's upscaled. Boo-hoo. That's literally it. You just
Animal
upscale
Crossing is their first HD venture, and
That
Oh
looks-
my god.
That looks like it actually belongs on the goddamn Switch.
No, but
wish
like
it-
it just I don't get this. I don't get this. Like I hate that people keep making this argument. Like I keep seeing people on Twitter and like pretty large people as well within the community that be like, just making these arguments like, "Oh, but look at these new animations and stuff and these animations and stuff." And I'm just sitting there like, "Okay,
Joe Merrick?
cool. Wink wink. I'm like, "Cool. Here's the thing, like cool. That's all cool, right? That's all cool. But here's the thing. Why couldn't you just do the same thing that you clearly did with all these other Pokemon that you just imported over with the rest of them? Why couldn't you do that?
It's the thing is they have the
Why
models too.
couldn't
It's
you
not
do
even
that?
like they're recreating
That's the
new
thing,
models.
but that's what I'm talking about. Because it's the same animations. It's the
Yep.
same fainting animation. It's the same walking animation with the overworld. These are the same animations, by the way, and the same models they've
Since
had
X and
since
Y.
X and Y.
Yep.
Yeah, I
Since
know.
X
I know.
and
Yeah.
Y.
Six
Okay.
6 years. 6 years.
This is old ass models that there is no reason for them to use an excuse that it takes too long to make the animations. We need to get out a new game every year. It takes too much time. Oh dear me, sir. Like you can't fucking use that. You can't pull that excuse anymore.
Yeah,
You literally like it's one thing if they remade all the animations, all of the fucking models, and,
Exactly.
and the textures for like let's say 500
Yeah.
Pokemon.
And then
But,
and then they said, sorry, we can't include National Day.
That's
Yeah, okay,
understandable.
fair enough.
Yeah,
Understandable.
Exactly, but it isn't because it isn't all of them. It's literally this. It isn't new shit. It's the exact same stuff. Now, okay, I get it. Some people make the argument, I don't care. I just want to play a Pokemon game. Cool for you.
You
but
do
guess
you, man.
What?
Like
You accepting this blatantly, like you do you. If you want to buy the game, buy the game. I'm not gonna stop you. I'm gonna be buying this piece of shit, but I'm only gonna.
Oh yeah, I'll buy it
I'm
day
saying
one
piece of
too,
shit,
bro.
Except I don't think it's a piece of shit. I think it's gonna be a good game. Okay, I think it's still gonna be a good game.
yeah,
in some
it's gonna be
senses.
an alright game.
Okay, it's gonna
It'll
be still a
be-
good
yeah.
game, but it's not gonna be like this is the thing.
It's
I
not
just
what it
want
could be. It's
Pokemon.
not what it could be.
Exactly. I just want Pokemon to like look at Breath of the Wild. Okay, I know some of y'all don't like Breath of the Wild. I'm not sure Ben, what your feelings are on
terrible
it.
taste. If
Breath
y'all
of the
don't
Wild
like Breath
is
of the Wild, you have
bloody
issues.
Listen,
It's
listen.
You have
absolutely
issues. if
Okay,
you don't
okay.
like Breath of the
I'm just
Wild, but
asking
anyway.
because I know some people don't like it, but I'm gonna just say this. Okay, Breath of the Wild was a fucking
Masterpiece.
godsend. Okay, it was
Yes.
fantastic. I know some people. I have one of my good friends like fucking hates it because he's just like
But there's people I know in my
Um,
Discord who hate it, but yeah.
Yeah,
That's
I
the
get that,
problem.
right? I get it.
We don't
I get
accept
that.
problem,
that
yeah.
slander.
Like I
Yeah.
understand why specifically because like they didn't get like that same kind of like story feeling.
Yeah,
type thing.
exactly.
And the
Uh,
dungeons,
And the
yeah.
dungeons,
Yeah,
the
but
dungeons,
here's
a
the
lot
thing,
of people
right?
don't
Yeah,
like.
but it's a
If we
game.
still
You
look at
gotta-
Breath of the Wild though, it was such a big step up for them, right? They
Oh.
delayed it to
Yeah.
get it done right. Like I have been waiting for so long to get the Breath of the Wild of Pokemon, and I so thought
And
Sword
guess
and Shield
what?
would do
We're
that.
never going
I
to.
so fucking thought they would. I thought, dude, I thought it. I mean, no, listen. You can laugh as much as you want, but I thought so because before the game was announced, I was thinking they've had enough time. They've had enough time. They've
got King
had
Zell saying it was gonna be
more
amazing.
than enough time. To
It's
make this
literally
game.
the same amount of time as
They've
Breath of the
had
Wild.
the enough time, and when I saw the game, I was like, you know what? This isn't what I expected.
But it's, you know,
I'm okay.
But you're like,
but I'm
this will
okay.
definitely be as good as Breath of the Wild.
No. I did not compare it to Breath of the Wild, dude. No. What I'm saying is, like, I expected it to be an okay game. Like, and I still expect it to be an okay game. What are you? This is what Ben. Come on, dude. Like this, you're just. I'm not sure what you're even laughing about because I never said it's gonna be Breath. I was expecting Breath of the Wild before I even knew the games were called Sword and Shield. That's what I was hoping for. I was telling myself they need to
Was
do it at
this
this
after
point.
Like
Was
he
it
meant Breath of the Wild
This
level,
was
not legit.
prior,
Like,
motherfucker. This was prior to even knowing the game's names.
Was this prior to Let's Go or not?
This was after Let's Go.
Okay.
Yeah, because
So they-
reason was because I thought Let's Go was just a quick thing they made just to keep people busy while they were finishing up and preparing the game for the next year, aka 2019, being the big thing that they've been working on, right? And I remember hey, this game's seemingly going to be based on the UK. It's good. I mean, who knows what it's going to be like? But I think it's going to be amazing. I think it's going to hopefully be the level of Breath of the Wild, and then the moment comes, we see the first trailer, we see the footage, and people get pissed off directly. They're like, oh, this is just Sun and Moon, which is true. I agreed. Yeah, it does look like Sun and Moon, but you know what? I guess I was caught up in the hype. Plus, also, for me, it was kind of okay because I kind of predicted the UK thing. That was what's going to be happening, and I was just excited about getting a new Pokemon game that wasn't Let's Go. I guess I was just pissed off about Let's Go so much that I was like, you know what? I'll take anything. No, dude, fuck you, man. I was just excited about something that wasn't Let's Go, and I was like, cool. And then we saw the map and shit and the amount of stuff that was shown to us, and I was like, damn, the starters look nice. I mean, people are butchering them on Twitter, but the starters look nice. The characters are kind of the designs are cool, but they still look like the generic Sun and Moon kind of like bland face character, which is kind of disappointing. But overall, it looks like an upgrade of Sun and Moon, and I give it a pass because I assume it started development around Sun and Moon era, so I can give it a pass on that. That's what I thought, right? That was my mindset.
And then you learn they got HD. They got dev kits for the Switch in 2015.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
As well. But here's the thing, right? And then people now making the argument that this game's only been in development for 3 to 4 years or whatever. I'm like, but that's more than enough time.
That's still the same time.
I made this comparison. Xenoblade 2, dude. Xenoblade 2, okay, was in development for 3 fucking years, okay? That game has better graphics, way bigger fucking world,
Absolutely.
and tons of shit in the overworld.
You know what the crazy thing is?
Better grass, better fucking biome, better everything. It looks amazing. Okay.
The thing is, apparently, I heard that somebody even said that they only had less than 100 people working on that game.
Yeah, they did.
Too.
Yeah. They did.
So that's a smaller team than Game Freaks too, bro. That's and you see the game, bro. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's insane.
That game, you got 100+ hour story, voice acting, amazing open world.
fully voice acted. My god, really impressive. Yeah. That is really impressive.
Mm-hmm. See what Monolith Soft can do. I mean, Game Freak. It's time to move on, but I rest my case. Also, the one thing that I want to mention real fast, because I know so many people keep sending this to me on Twitter, and sometimes people even say it in the chat, is that a whole bunch of people get mad whenever we start going like this at Game Freak and start making a whole bunch of a whole bunch of claims that they're doing wrong and they're getting lazy. The thing is, we're allowed to do this because we're not attacking anyone. We're not attacking you if you like the game. We're not attacking Masuda. We're not attacking the developers. We're just criticizing and just giving our opinions on it. If you are genuinely attacking them, then you're doing something wrong. But if you're doing but if you're just giving your thoughts on it, then there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, that's what I'm saying.
Because we care about Pokemon so much, and we don't want to see it go so downhill that we reduce to this. We want the games to be the best they can possibly be. So
that's also true. Yeah.
We're gonna help Game Freak. That's all we want to do. We just want the games to be good, nothing more. We're not just trying to hit on Pokemon for the sake of it, like a lot of people think we are. We're not just gonna sit down, lie down, and accept everything they give us. If anything, I would call you a bad fan if you just gladly accepted everything they did.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm so sorry for you because you have a double disability because you're a Sonic fan and a Pokemon fan.
Oh, I know.
I would not wish that on anyone.
Yo. I just found it, guys, by the way. Xenoblade started development in 2014, okay? In July 2014, and they released the game in 2017. Literally, in 3 years, they made that. In 3 years, they made that game with a less sized team than Sun and Moon, right? And they put so much shit in there. So much shit. And then
I'm still not even close to finishing that game.
Exactly.
I have so much
that's what
stuff.
makes me so happy to hear that.
I will get 1,000 hours before I 100% that game. Easily.
Dude, and then you hear Masuda when they asked Masuda in that Q&A back in 2016 when they asked about Generation 8, and it's I really hope we get an open world Pokemon game with 30 plus hours of gameplay. And
he's not sure it might be 40 hours.
I don't think it's gonna be. I don't know. Sure, it's gonna be 30 hours. I was like,
boy,
really? Not even 30 hours? The fuck?
That's garbage.
What kind of game are you making? I mean, sure, if you speedrun it, like I sped through like Let's Go because I knew exactly what the fuck I was doing, and the game was really fucking short in general because it's fucking Kanto. But it's like, really, Sword and Shield's not even gonna be 30 hours? The fuck, motherfucker, what?
But
Like, that
Ruffles,
shit makes
Game
no
Freak
sense.
don't have experience.
Oh yeah, oh yes, the
Don't
company that's
expect
existed for 2 decades.
anything from
Okay, but okay, I'm just gonna say this real quick. So okay, so basically from what I've seen of the game so far, I think it's like all right so far. Like I like I like some of the graphics. I think some of them look good. I'm not really too like, oh my gosh, this is the worst thing I've ever seen. I like the Pokemon designs. I like some of the concept of the wild areas, and I'm hoping that we get a good story and good post game. So right now I'm like, I'm not gonna go full on out until I actually play the games because I see some potential. But if they mess up in the way that they likely will, then yeah, like.
No, but then they win. If you wait until the game comes out and you buy the game, Game Freak
But I'm
win.
gonna buy it no matter what. Like I'm just one of
Yeah.
those people. So
Yeah.
it's like all of you will.
Ruffled, we're losers. We're gonna buy the game anyway.
Oh, I'm buying that game day one,
Listen,
bro. I don't like.
It'll bring fun and joy
listen.
and stuff to me. So
I will say this, okay? Like, I see the positives of this game, but what pisses me off is not even these games inherently themselves, it's just Game Freak in general. Because this isn't a recent development or like a thing that's only happening now. No, this has been a constant by these
ever
motherfuckers.
since Kalos.
Oh, definitely. Like, ever since
It
then,
sucks.
we've seen this kind of like process of them just cutting corners at every step of the way. Whenever they can cut a corner, they will do it. They will do it. They will not hesitate to cut a corner.
And now they're at the point where they're taking away the actual Pokemon, bro. Like that's the thing. Like now you're
But
you're taking.
This is what I warned about last year. When I literally specifically said, Let's Go Peach, Let's Go Eevee not having all the Pokemon is potentially showing us what's going to happen in the future. I made it as an offhand comment, just talking about like, yeah, guys, like I think potentially this could be bad because what if next year, and like remember this, what if next year we get a Pokemon new generation but we don't get all the Pokemon in it? And that literally fucking happened. Literally the reason I warned about Let's Go was because it's just a catalyst. The reason they didn't put all the Pokemon in there was to test the waters. They tested the waters and saw, 10 million copies. We didn't put all the Pokemon in there. Cha-ching. Okay, we can do this. We can fucking do this. We can make money. You know what I mean? That's the only reason they did
See,
that.
this is the problem. Now they're gonna make like horrible third versions, but then it's gonna have all the Pokemon, so that's gonna be okay.
Yes,
Exactly.
Sinnoh boys, let's go Sinnoh, let's go.
Oh my god.
Not Let's Go, but like a Sinnoh remake. Then I mean, I would like to see it, but
Yeah, and there's gonna be a signpost saying we wanted to add the distortion world, but fuck you.
Well, we
I
did
actually
it.
I do think that if they remake Sinnoh, they will not include the distortion world and they will not include the Battle Frontier.
Well, that was the
Obviously, they
coolest
won't
part.
though, Bo, because they're
They
basing it
won't.
off of Diamond and
They
Pearl,
won't.
not Platinum.
Yeah,
It's
that's what
it's
they're
like
gonna
it's
say.
like how they
They're
based it's like how they based Oras off of off of Ruby and Sapphire, but not Emerald. So that's why we
Oh
didn't get all
no,
that.
if they don't base it off of Platinum, I'm
Oh,
They
they
won't.
won't.
They won't.
Of course they won't. Of
100%.
course they
No,
won't.
No,
'Cause
You're
it's
getting
not-
Diamond and Pearl HD.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's what it's gonna
I
be.
want Platinum. Platinum's like the complete.
We
version.
all want
Or if you're
Platinum.
lucky, they might
Well,
do a
but
platinum
they-
episode. That's the
Yeah,
most
that's
likely.
Yes,
literally
yeah,
gonna be
Platinum
it.
episode. That's what we
ridiculous,
might get.
though.
Yeah, that's what
That's
it
what's
is.
gonna
I
happen.
want the distortion world in HD.
We won't. Well, guess what? You're never gonna get it.
Yeah, dude, I want to just take an Uzi and pop some fucking caps right now. God damn, dude.
Oh
Cause
shit,
What is
bro.
happening?
Because I love again, Platinum is like what made Sinnoh so great for me, and I love it. But they're gonna butcher it just like they did Hoenn. Hoenn was like, that's gonna show you what Sinnoh's gonna be like.
But no, because Hoenn they added extra story stuff with the Primal Revolution.
No, they deleted the Battle Frontier. They deleted like
Yeah,
different
they got-
islands that you could travel to from the original games.
Wait,
It was a mess.
What
yeah,
islands?
the kind of like hidden islands and shit like that.
they got rid
Yeah.
of them.
Yep.
Jesus Christ, Game Freak. I
No,
hate
no. This is an inherent problem with Game Freak. Because have you noticed how much they've been fucking up legendaries and mythicals recently as well? Like, when the fuck was the last time we had a mythical Pokemon that we could actually go in the game, do some sort of side mission, like find it in this like hidden area and this hidden like place?
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like,
it was an adventure.
like seriously, have you seen these like YouTube channels like Nintendo Unity and shit, like Nintendo Unity and crap? They make these videos like where they do like videos like catching all the like Sinnoh legendaries and shit, like catching all the blah 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 and shit like that, right? And in the thumbnail it's like
And it
all
was
the
so cool.
all world sprites of all the legendaries or the mythicals and shit. You know how many? You only see those videos. You only see those videos for the fucking older. Like, there are ones for like the newer games, but it's only for the fucking Pokemon that are obviously gonna be there. You know what I mean?
Those
Like
videos are
Groudon,
like 10
Kyogre and
years old,
shit.
dude. I remember watching
Exactly.
it when I was in
But,
like
like-
middle school, and now I'm like, I'm like
Yeah,
in my
but, like-
20s, dude.
Dude,
Black,
but it's like I'm
yeah.
looking at shit and I'm just like, okay, so we used to be able to literally go through these like crazy little mysteries. Like you guys remember the Reggies? How the fuck we used to like
Yes,
the little,
that was
like,
the best.
puzzles and
Yeah.
shit.
At least they
Like,
kept that.
where
in
the
Aura,
fuck are
so-
the little like events and shit, the little missions you
we
need to
don't
do?
get
Like,
it.
remember
quests,
falling
yeah.
asleep and remember
A hooper.
remember when you would fall asleep in Sinnoh and then wake up and it was a nightmare and then you caught Darkrai. Oh my gosh, that was
Darkrai, yeah,
amazing.
yeah.
Dude,
To
there's
that
so much
island.
crazy good shit in old Pokemon games. Like now it's just butchered. There's like not. It's
I
such a
know.
bland. Like honestly, if you chip it down to its bare bones, it is the most like bare bones, inexcusably shitty fucking experience you could ask for. Like
See,
it's
and what's-
so bland.
But
And what
so
makes it worse is that
new.
the whole Pokemon universe is going in this direction because, like, look at the spin-offs. We don't get those anymore. Now we're getting mobile games.
Oh yeah,
Like,
Well, that's
yeah.
because the
Like,
Oh,
when
yeah.
you saw that event,
Oh, because
that
they're so
conference
much
they
cheaper to
did,
make.
like last month or whatever, that was like showing you that they're gonna go mobile basically for the rest
no,
of
but
their time,
they
and then we're
glossed-
gonna occasionally get a new Pokemon game that's mediocre. Like,
Yeah,
on
and they
the-
glossed over Detective Pikachu 2. Like the biggest reveal they had, they just glossed over it and they focused on Pokemon Sleep.
Yeah, and the only reason for Pikachu, Detective Pikachu 2's existence is because the popularity of the fucking movie. That's the
Movie.
only reason it exists. Like it would because
And the
the main
the
game
movie
itself,
sucks.
the original one, didn't even sell that much. No, the movie was good, dude.
Look,
The
I
movie
don't-
was
the game.
awful.
I think I liked it. I don't
The
care what
game
you
was
said. I don't think
I
it was.
hated
I think
the
it was good.
acting. The acting was just nah.
Okay, well, I don't know, man. I personally think it was a fun little like popcorn flick to watch. Like it's not something I'd want to return back to, and like I was just fully content with what it was. I enjoyed it for what it was, and I am not asking for more from it.
But
Like, that's it.
shitty.
Like,
it's Pokemon.
No, but you're missing the point, dude. I just got what I wanted, which was, hey, Pokemon the real world, cool. Cute little story. It's pretty retarded in some areas. Cool, whatever. I'm happy. That's all I asked for, and that's exactly what I got. I didn't ask for more or less. That's all I wanted, and that's all I got. Like, and I was so happy that they didn't bait a fucking sequel. That made me so fucking happy because I didn't want a sequel for that shit. I just wanted that, like, I mean, I'm talking about the movie, not the game. That's all I wanted, and
Well,
I'm,
you know
I'm,
we will
I'm
get a
happy with that. No, I'm pretty sure they will do something else. I know they've been talking about like doing a movie
Red
based
and
on
Blue.
like Red and Blue, and I don't want that. I don't want that
I
because they're
do.
gonna fuck it up.
Kanto
They're gonna,
boys.
listen. It's not even about the Kanto pandering. It's about the fact that they're gonna fuck it up. They're gonna fuck it up. We already have Ash's story through Kanto. We already have the generations and the origins fucking anime kind of giving us that, or the origins anime, sorry. We already have that, giving us that
Origins was
story
amazing.
in a perfect format.
Oh,
I don't need that shit with some dude called fucking, like some high fucking actor or some shit being red. You're not red. We were all red when we were fucking kids. We were red, fucking dickhead. You're not red. Fuck you. Take off the hat. I'm red, bitch. I don't need some fucking actor to show me red. Red is all of us. Red is no matter who the fuck you are, you can be red. That's what made him so fucking cool, because anybody could put themselves in place for him. You could be like, I'm fucking red, dude. I'm fucking red. It's so fucking cool, dude. This is my journey. You could be red. But if you're gonna fucking make a movie out of that, you're gonna be like, oh, this actor, you see this guy here that makes fucking $10 million per movie? Well, he's red now. Fuck you in your fucking childhood. And then they make a shitty movie where it's like, hey Pikachu, let's fucking go and get some badges. It's like, I don't need that. Don't put that in my life. I don't fucking need that. Just get away
I
from
hope
me.
they do, just to piss you off. That would.
Oh
be
my god.
Why? Why would you? Do you want them to butcher your favorite place? Do you want them to be? If you didn't like Detective Pikachu, do you really fucking think they're gonna make a better fucking movie based on Red and Blue, motherfucker?
Yeah, 'cause it's
Really?
Kanto.
Motherfucker, they're probably gonna
All I'm
fuck it up
saying-
even more. What the fuck are you on
All I'm
about?
saying, I'm honestly convinced. Like, I could be wrong, but I feel like Detective Pikachu is probably the best we'll ever get with those types of movies. Like, I think
Exactly.
it'll-
Exactly.
I think it was like magic, lightning striking, everything like that.
Yeah, once you all are done, I got
Wasn't
something
that
funny
good,
to
but it was
show.
Good enough, and I think after that it's just done.
Once you all are done
Listen,
your
I'm
rant, I
rubbing
got
my
something.
karambit fucking like plastic knife for it. I'm gonna come and stab the shit out of you, Ben, if you don't fucking stop bitching with me, little motherfucker.
Never. I will never
I'll
stop.
beat your
Kanto
ass.
Oh,
boys
okay.
for
Can
life.
we just take a moment though to talk about how like,
Don't
oh
you
my
guys say-
gosh, like during the DS era with all those like iconic Pokemon spin-offs, it just hurts that we don't get that anymore. Like Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, Pokemon Ranger,
So-
Pokemon
Yeah.
Power Evolution. Like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, where the fuck are those games?
Mystery
I
Mystery
think with
Dungeon
Holland
sucks.
when we got
Are you
like,
fucking serious? No. Can we just fucking like officially ban him from this fucking podcast? Because he literally just like he's intentionally looking to fuck with all of us.
No,
Like, this
no,
isn't
no.
even
I
fun
actually
anymore.
really- I do
No,
not.
Okay, no, like fucking like, can you at least just be like, hey, I don't personally like it, but it's you know,
No,
You
they
do you.
suck.
You know what? I fucking hate you officially. Like, it's not even a joke
think
anymore.
Mystery Dungeon are the most repetitive games ever.
I never even.
The purpose of them, idiot. They're meant
and
to
it's
be
done.
like that. That's
The
what.
purpose-
But
yeah,
dude,
the
it's
purpose of them
fucking, oh
sucks.
my god, they're meant to be like that. It's
Yeah,
like
and
a
the
fucking.
purpose sucks,
It's
though.
a
That's the
dungeon
point.
crawler, retard. It's a dungeon
Yeah,
crawler.
and it-
It's meant to work like that.
Oh,
Do you know what a
God.
dungeon crawler is? If you fucking went and told somebody that was playing like Rogue Legacy or some shit, like, oh, this game fucking sucks, because you go through the same shit and you kill monsters like this. But that's the point of the
No,
game.
but like
It's
the
meant
fact
to
that
be like
all
this.
No, but the fact that all the dungeons are random.
It's
makes
a
them all
dungeon
The same. No, but they're all the same.
Oh
though.
my
There's
God.
nothing unique about anything. It's the
Oh my
story
God.
was cute. I like the story of Sky.
Oh
Can we
shit.
just whoop his ass? Can we just officially make a whoop Ben's ass day, like from now on, like officially one day of the year, we all just congregate together, we fucking say our prayers to his asshole, and then we just beat the shit out of it, okay? Can we just do that, okay? Officially from now on, beat
no,
Ben's
thank
ass
you.
day.
No,
Yes,
thank you.
yes, thank you. You have no choice in this, bitch. You're just
I
gonna
do have a choice. It's my goddamn
You're
day.
gonna get your ass handed to you. No, don't fuck with me about Mystery Dungeon. No, don't take that away from me. Don't fucking
I
try.
like the music.
Please don't fuck with me. I will whoop your ass.
But
Okay,
the gameplay
I
is
will
so
whoop.
it has
I
the most
will
boring
whoop your
gameplay
ass.
in a Pokemon
God
game.
damn it, Ben.
I will whoop your ass. Okay,
Okay,
sorry.
alright,
Continue.
But
Continue.
anyway, so,
Continue.
and also Hoenn, when we had Coliseum and XD Gale of Darkness and Pokemon Pinball, it's just like now we don't
Okay.
get anything. Y'all are stressing me out.
Pinball is amazing.
Bro,
Pokemon
Battle
Pinball,
Revolution.
Sapphire-
Battle
Are you seriously
Revolution.
gonna say a fucking pinball game is better than Mystery Dungeon? Don't we
Yes.
just fucking actually beat your ass?
Easy, easy.
Pokemon Pinball Ruby and Sapphire was such a masterpiece, though. I'm not even joking. It was
Yo,
so-
guys,
oh my
Battle
gosh, it was
Revolution. Battle
so
Revolution has better move
Yes.
animations than Sword and
Oh,
Shield.
Oh,
for
yeah.
real.
It
Yeah.
did. It did.
Pokemon Stadium
Yes,
on
and
the
that's on period.
N64.
Pokemon Battle
has
Revolution was so beautiful. The environments, I feel like, were so inspired.
Dude,
looking
the Thunderbolt in Battle Revolution looks better than it does in Sword and
I love
Shield.
the commentary on
Yeah.
that as well.
Yes.
Oh yes! Rock Slide tumbles down. I love that. That game was amazing.
Like, I remember going to my friend's house like during the summer every day and like playing Battle Revolution on the TV after swimming, and it's just so nostalgic. Oh my gosh.
Mm. Well, once you guys are done your rant, I got something funny to show on screen to
right.
relieve all the
Show it,
crazy
go
stuff.
ahead.
All right, all
I'm
right,
dying over here.
all right. I got this. I'm gonna put this up to scale. One sec.
You know, just send
It's
it
this-
in Nintendo
it's
Nite
this,
Chat so we can see it early because it's gonna load slower for us on the stream. You know.
Well, I want to show it on stream too because it's pretty funny. to see.
Yeah, but can you also
You all see
send us
this?
the image in, like Nintendo Night?
It's
Um.
gonna take a second to load for us.
Oh, okay. One sec, I
Oh,
got-
okay. I see. You're
Alright.
loading. I see. Gotcha. Take
Yeah.
your time.
Here you go.
Whew. I mean, it's
I
a
put the-
huge screen right now. Oh, there we go.
Yeah. I fixed it. This
Okay,
video is
there we
so
go,
funny.
there we go.
This video is so funny. Look at this. It's because you know when we were talking about Game Freak and getting the Reggies or whatever, bro. This video,
Yeah.
I was dying so hard.
I'm gone. Oh my god. Dude, that
Yes,
was
that was so much fun though.
Yo, this video.
Because I didn't go on the internet or anything.
Bro, it's so true though. It's so true though. Like you'd have to like look up game guides and ask your friends on what to do, but it's
I
so
know,
true.
I literally
I
had,
love
like-
that aspect about it though. I love that aspect of
I
like trying to
discovered
figure.
YouTube because of that fucking shit. Literally, that was how I discovered YouTube because I didn't know how to get the fucking Reggies, but my friend in school had them, and I was like, "How do I get these?" He's like, "Oh, I looked it up on YouTube." I was like, "What the fuck is YouTube?" "Oh, it's this thing you watch videos on." I was like, "Okay, cool." So I had to
I
like
don't even know how
go.
people figured it out in the first
Dude,
place.
I had to go to a library, and because I didn't have a PC, I had to go to a library, fucking take my library card and be like, "Can I use the PC for like an hour?" They're like, "Yeah, sure." I went on there, I was like, "I'm Mike Wazowski," and I fucking went in there, typed in, and by the way, I misspelled Pokemon. By the way, I wrote Pokemon. Misspelled Pokemon, and then I write like just like what I remember of what the fuck he told me was called. I didn't write it correctly because I couldn't fucking spell in fucking English. I didn't even know English at the time. So I just wrote what he told me, looked around for a million years until I actually found it. I was like, okay, cool. And I fucked it up. I still didn't manage to do it. So I had to come back like 3 days in a row until I finally figured it out. And then I finally got it. And I was like the proudest moment of my fucking life.
Damn.
Dude, I'm
now-
so old that. Wait, what?
Yeah, continue. Sorry.
I'm so old that I was playing Ruby before YouTube was even invented. It was like
Oh my God,
2003 or
yes.
something that I was
Yes.
playing it. So I didn't
my
even
God,
have
yes.
YouTube. It didn't even exist.
Bro, when did YouTube come out? 2006, right?
2005, yeah.
2005.
So-
Yeah.
That's
Damn.
literally the fucking year I fucking like had, like I got my fucking copy. So
That's so funny.
because I remember,
times.
like, it was like, dude, this was like early days, like Maryland and shit making content, you know?
Maryland.
Dude, I remember that.
2006
That's-
maybe
Oh,
when
does
I-
he
when I
still?
got it.
Does he not make stuff?
My God.
No, he does.
Oh, no,
he's
he
just
does.
like one of the OGs that everybody remembers.
Yeah, you remember
I
him.
remember my
you were in the
original
community, but,
username on YouTube.
you know,
So funny.
Pokemon
It was, like,
Diamond playthrough was the
Animal
one I
Crossing
first
Wild
watched.
World Raw 77 or something.
I call myself XX Pro Killer 99. I don't know. It's fucking
Oh
weird.
man.
Damn.
But man, it's so sad how they fucking butchered like mythicals and legendaries.
See, yeah,
They made it
I have
so
to say though,
boring.
like nostalgia aside, because obviously these games are so nostalgic, but these are all kind of objectively better because you can look back, you can say, okay, you could go back, you could go to an island, you had to solve freaking Braille to catch that Pokemon. Now you just get it through a Wi-Fi thing. Like that is objectively a huge downgrade.
Yeah.
Can we use an example? For example, like Super Mario Maker 2 right now, which I've been playing the hell out of.
I mean,
Like,
it's on the list here. It's on the list for the next thing. We might as well just talk about it.
bring
Can I
right?
just say Zach said he slept on that game and then he bought the game, so.
You're gonna buy Sword and Shield after making like 20 hate videos about it, so.
No, but hear me out though. Like that game, right? Like whenever I play it and I get onto a level that's like beating my ass and I can't get through it. Whenever I play one of those and I finally make it, it's the most satisfying thing in the fucking world. In Pokemon, I haven't had that satisfactory feeling from outside of like shiny hunting. That's the only time I have that satisfying feeling of like, damn, I fucking finally did something, you know? Like you don't have that with Pokemon anymore. You used to
they're
have
not-
that when you were younger because it was shit,
disagree.
you know, you couldn't get shit by just walking into it and being handed it. Nowadays, everything is just
Yeah.
literally handed to you on a
don't
fucking silver platter.
Sun and Moon were quite difficult if you didn't like go out of your
I'm
way
talking
to
about
grind
like
Pokemon.
interesting, dude. Listen, I'm talking about.
He's talking about like puzzle
like,
solving and stuff like that.
puzzle solving and shit like that. Like at least when I'm playing Super Mario Maker, like I'll have to do these kind of weird things to actually get to the end. Whereas in Pokemon, it's like like it's just I'm not talking about the difficulty as in like, oh, I gotta make sure I have my Pokemon grinded up before I take on the gym. Woohoo! I'm talking about that. I'm talking about like like as you're progressing through the game, like you want to get through this, like there's two paths, and this path leads you to a cave that's like been closed up, but there's a weird marking on the side of the cave. If you look at the markings, you can move them around into a pattern. Okay, let me move them around. Well, I can't seem to figure it out. So you go back to the town you were previously in, and that town is an old lady. You talk to her, and she's like, "Oh, I remember the days of fucking Darkrai, and Darkrai was crazy, and blah, 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 blah. I have this book in my shelf, this book that talks about Darkrai." You go to that book, and you're looking at it like, oh, wait, there's these patterns. I remember them. So you look at the patterns, you look at the order they're in, you go back to that fucking cave, and then you're on the cave. You do the puzzle, and you're like, cha-ching, the cave opens. Holy shit, you go inside. There's a little, like, few more smaller puzzles, little, like, using, like, strength to move the big old boulders and shit. Move around, and bam, you make it all the way to the end, and you make it to the end, and it's like, in the fucking, like, on the corner of your eye, you see, like, this like, dark fucking creature. You walk up to it. It's fucking Darkrai. Shit like that. Like,
That's
shit
an
like
interesting
that.
And then you're like
for us, what the
sweating
heck?
because
You know what I mean?
it's so hard to catch, And
Yeah,
it takes
but, like-
forever before you're gonna run out of Pokeballs.
Yeah, but he
That's what
means
I'm
like that
talking about.
satisfaction of figuring something out like that.
No, yeah,
Exactly.
for
And
sure.
not just
Like-
that, it's like just that satisfaction of like, something being hidden, that isn't just in like right in front of you. Because that's a problem. The problem with Pokemon is that everything in the game is handed to you. I hate it.
and
And
it's
this is
gonna
something that people did grow on.
see-
But
and
did
this
you
is-
guys know during Ultra Sun and Moon? Sorry, I'm going to be quiet for this one. But in Ultra Sun and Moon, if you pre-order the game, you got like, what, like 100 fucking quick balls. For
Oh,
free,
it
like
was
just because you
stupid.
pre-ordered
It was some
I
crap.
hated it. I was like, why the fuck is this a thing? How are people accepting this? Why is there no outrage about this? We shouldn't fucking
Remember when
accept
you could-
them doing this.
Remember when you pre-order the games and you get like a cool figure with it or something instead?
Yeah, you'd actually get like a
I remember I
keychain or
pre-ordered
something.
Platinum, and I remember I got whole on Giratina, like high quality figure with. For
Bro, I think I
pre-order
remember that.
Platinum.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Exactly.
awesome. And
Now it's just like
Pokeballs as
now
a
they don't
bonus.
even
You see
take the
front.
time to give you good pre-order rewards, bro. They just make you get like 100 extra Pokeballs in your game or something.
Pre-order
it's like a
Pokemon Sun
nightmare.
Shield and you get the National Dex.
Oh my god.
How did I not know that was coming?
Oh,
man.
that would be so funny.
But
version
how is
2
it then?
version 2.0 of Pokemon Sword and Shield introduces the Johto Pokemon that are missing. $9.99.
999.
Oh man.
Oh man.
Let's be honest.
You
I'll
can only
charge-
get only get all of the
Or
Kanto
full size.
Pokemon if you bought Let's Go.
Oh man.
That would be so.
Okay, anyway, what was Ruffalo gonna say?
I forget. Oh, what was I gonna say? I was gonna say
that's just
something.
I was
depressing.
gonna say something too, and I'm trying. To
I
remember.
forget what I was gonna say.
He was gonna say Animal Crossing. He should
Oh
have
yeah,
been-
what I was gonna say is that with Sword and Shield too, like that's probably going to continue because you notice that like the Rotom thing is back, and that was like one of the problems. I feel like. I mean, some of it is cool how it like morphs into like a bike and like all this different stuff.
Oh yeah,
But
it's a
the way
phone in
it's
this
probably
game.
gonna tell you every little thing you can do in all of different.
Oh, you know
areas.
damn well it's gonna have like your map on it with a little flag telling you exactly where you're supposed to go instead of
Exactly,
any
they're gonna make it
exploration.
obvious.
Oh my
Watch them make the
God.
wild
You
areas
didn't
like
have to look
obvious,
at
where
that.
there's like literally tons of
Oh.
like anything you could do. It's all gonna be laid out real quick. And
Oh yeah, and there's gonna be like, oh, can I go to this route? Nope, sorry, it's blocked off by a person. You can't go there. You gotta go to this flag.
Oh,
It's all gonna be
yeah.
And
the
they'll tell you
most
exactly which
linear
gym to go
linear game
to.
again. Yeah.
Man, I
But,
remember how frustrating Ruby and Sapphire were with like trying to figure out how the heck do I get into Wallace's gym? Oh my.
Dude, I was stuck for a year in like
Same.
Slateport. In Slateport.
Yes, me too.
Because I
was
didn't
stuck-
know I had to
I was
go
stuck
into
in
this fucking
Sutopolis.
shipyard place, talk to this motherfucker, go outside, and then the fucking library would be open. And I was like, oh, like museum rather. And then I walk into the museum, walk to the fucking next floor, talk to some scientist, and then beat some ass. I don't know. beat up like fucking two magma grunts, and then it's like that's it. You know what I mean,
I
like I didn't
know.
know that. I spent a year not fucking figuring that shit out, just running around, just killing shit in like the
I
water,
remember-
and like I don't know what to do.
I know, and I remember like this was pre-internet days, so I was like literally walking up to like random people like that were friends or like someone that like my cousins or whatever, and just asking like, do you know how to beat this? Because I was stuck for like a year. It was insane.
Oh, I remember
what's
what I was
sad
gonna
is
say
that-
now.
That those old games that were just in like 2D were so fucking deep in like the amount of shit that was in them, but they can't even like now with so much like progress
Potential,
that there's been
yeah.
made in technology
Yeah.
and shit, right? With more money in their pockets, they fucking have more money nowadays as well. Like, yeah, sure, back then they sold a bunch of games, but remember, they're making far more money now due to Pokemon Go, merchandising being far much more like affordable for most people, because just generally speaking, countries are just people just getting generally speaking slightly more money nowadays than they did back then. So shit's slightly more affordable as well. And overall, you know, again, Pokemon Go, merchandise, TCG being bigger than it ever has been, and all the other shit. It's a perfect shit show of you have enough money, give us a fucking experience that's worth remembering. Because I
Exactly.
cannot remember anything from like Sun and Moon nowadays.
I
The only
can.
thing I remember is the frustration I felt when I played it.
remember
Let's
the
Go.
character-
I'm trying to like erase Let's Go from my mind because that game was just a
disrespectful ass.
oh,
Kanto.
oh really?
Come on.
You
Oh,
do you,
man.
dog. No,
Get the
but like
pet Eevee.
it's like when the fuck? Oh my god, dude, fuck off. No, but like when are we gonna get a game? When are we gonna get a game again where like we can unanimously be like, man, you know, hey, maybe this game, you know, had some, you know, maybe I didn't enjoy this part about it, but man, that game is good to remember. Like, man, I love going like, you know, reminding myself of those days. Like, I don't
Exactly.
have that with any of the Pokemon.
Bro, the
news
last
Pokemon
thing,
games.
Exactly.
the
And
last
you
time
can
I
remember- the thing is,
actually,
you can remember those moments because people will probably say we're like speaking with nostalgia or whatever. I can point out some legendary moments from Breath of the Wild and Mario Odyssey and like all these recent games from Nintendo. I can't with these Pokemon games.
That's
I
true.
have
I
Sun
can
and Moon.
remember, like even if we like look past just Nintendo games, like I just remember like games I played in the past, like the, you know, like let me bring up another franchise that's kind of been butchered, like the Star Wars franchise. Besides the movies, the video games have been a disaster. Like in the
Oh, yeah.
past, dude, like oh my god, in the fucking past, dude, the Old Republic games, the original Battlefront games, well
Also-
the first Force Unleashed game. The second one was we don't speak about that one, but like overall those games were so good. And now you look at like those games, right? Like because I remember my favorite game of all time will always remain to be Star Wars Battlefront 2, the original one, not the piece of shit we have nowadays. But the original will always remain in my mind. Why? Because the game had so much fucking content. There was so much there, and now you get fucking Battlefront 2, and after 2 years of being out in the world, right, out in people's hands, only now are they fucking adding droidicas. Motherfuckers, it's been 2 years. How the fuck are you adding them now? Oh yeah, also they had too much pride, which is also a problem with Game Freak, is they have too much pride. EA and DICE had too much pride to add in the conquest mode, which is the most basic thing that should have been in a Battlefront game. They didn't want to add it because well we didn't make the original games, and conquest mode that they had is not what we want to do because we want to do our own thing. We don't want to do what they did because they were being fucking little bitches, little sluts that didn't want to fucking like make a game that was good, but wanted to be unique and special snowflakes. Like this is the same thing with Game Freak. Is like if they like turn back right now and tell us like, hey, we're gonna add the rest of the Pokemon patches and shit, then that's gonna hurt their fucking that's gonna hurt their, you know, like picture, right? That's gonna hurt them because that's they won't do that. That'll hurt their pride. That'll hurt their picture if they go back on what they've currently been doing. Because if they decide like, hey guys, we're gonna add in the rest of the Pokemon through patches, want to announce it, Masuda comes out and says that, or the Pokemon Company, Ichihara, whatever, whoever the fuck comes out and says that, that's gonna hurt their pride. And they don't want to do that because they know that it can still get away with it because little Pokemon fans will still buy it. Oh, little Timmy's going to buy the game. He's going to run through Sword and Shield. He's going to run in the open world where his bike is clipping into the ground and trees look like they're from N64. He's going to run through that world, have so much fun catching his 500 Pokemon. But then Timmy realizes, oh, he needs Nintendo Online to play on the Wi-Fi. And oh, he needs to pay $10 a fucking month to use Pokemon Home. But Timmy wanted to transfer over his Breloom, but guess what? You can't do that, Timmy. You can't do that. And Timmy sits back in his corner.
And contemplates life.
He wonders. He whispers to himself, but Father, I wanted Breloom on my journey, but I couldn't have him.
Out of every one of them, Breloom.
Well,
Why am I sad? Why am I sad, Father?
I am not buying Pokemon Home.
I mean, I don't see a point. I don't see a point. I don't see a point.
Oh shit! Did you, by the way, notice that you can't even transfer back to other games?
Yeah, you
When
can.
you get that shit.
Yeah, you
can't
can.
even. It's literally. Pokemon Home is a fucking jail.
Bro, it is. And the thing is, if you forget to pay for the thing, your Pokemon will get deleted.
What the f?
They've
What?
said that it's literally just like bank, like because there's a guy on Reddit who I saw where he made like a long ass post where he was like, I'm quitting Pokemon forever, and I was like, bro, why? And I read his story and he was like, I transferred every Pokemon that I've ever had on my journey into Pokemon Bank, and he forgot to pay the fee and they deleted every single one, and he was like, I can't do it anymore. He's like, I can't do it. He's like, this was from Ruby Sapphire all the way until like Ultra Sun and Moon. He transferred all of his Pokemon throughout every journey, and they deleted it because he forgot to pay his fee. And you know damn well they're gonna do the same thing with Pokemon Home.
That's fucking depressing, dude.
What the f?
Really? They talk about how much they like. Oh, Pokemon are so precious. We know.
If I can
Pokemon are
find that,
precious to
if I can find that
Oh,
post,
they're
I'm gonna
so
link it.
Precious. Oh, but you know what? If you don't pay us, you're not gonna keep your Pokemon, you little bitch. I was like, what the fuck, motherfucker? You can't just pull that on me. You can't just do that.
Lost his mind more than me. I thought I was gonna be losing my mind today.
Oh no, dude! I did this. I lost my mind so that you wouldn't, because I feel like me losing my mind is slightly more attractive than you losing your mind. Because if you do it, you're just gonna be sucking Kanto's dick and just shitting on like Galar. But I feel like at least I can shit on Kanto at the same time as I can shit on Galar. So I have a little bit of like, I have a much larger fucking artillery here, bitch. Come at me.
Kanto boys, come on.
Kanto boys. No, fuck
Exactly, Kanto boys. Let's do it.
Kanto boys.
Eevee, Pikachu, let's go.
Fucking, I hate Pikachu, by the way. I
Oh,
never
man.
liked Pikachu.
I do
I'm
hate
so
the new.
fucking tired of
I
Pikachu,
do
dude.
hate that. I'm sick of that model since X and Y. I hate that.
Dude,
model.
I want chubby Pikachu back, man. When he was fucking
Well,
fat as
you
fuck.
did.
Because you know what?
Okay.
I can relate to fat Pikachu, right? I can relate to fat Pikachu, okay? I'm just like, hey, fat Pikachu, I'm fat, you're fat, let's be fat together.
Yeah,
okay?
and then they
But
made
then slim
anorexic.
Pikachu. Oh yeah, anorexic Pikachu. Fuck that shit, dude. Goddamn, fuck that. I mean, maybe when I get thin, maybe I'll be more related. Like,
Well,
I'll
at least
relate more to him, but,
Eevee
you
is
know.
still adorable. I love Eevee. Holy
Yeah,
shit.
but like it was just a forced kind of like thing. Like, oh, cool, we need another mascot. So let's take the thing that's already kind of popular, but let's make it even more popular by shoving it in people's faces on top of a fucking game. Let's go.
Eevee deserves
It would be so cool if they like had some kind of event in Pokemon where you could like catch a fat Pikachu, and it would be
Well,
like a
they're gonna
separate
have
from
the
the normal
Gigantamax.
Pikachu, and you could just find it in like this little forest, and it would be like this limited edition. That would be so fun.
Or if you pre-order the game, you get a fat Pikachu. Done.
Yeah, that's what they would
God.
do, but you know, I want it to be special, but
Cunt.
I didn't find the exact one, but I found another guy who had all of his Pokemon from Leaf Green that he transferred get deleted.
Damn.
Yeah, but that's crazy because you know they're gonna do that. Someone's gonna forget about Pokemon Home. They're gonna forget about their fee, and all their Pokemon are gonna get deleted. Also, Matt M, thank you for the donation again. He said Kanto boys can beat Sinnoh boys any day of the week. Oh
Yes,
man,
boy.
I
Let's go.
don't know about
Let's
that, bro.
go.
But
Matt M, you are very cool.
Put the picture I just sent in response to that comment he just made, that donation he just made.
Arrow, you'll get your channel
What did
terminated
you-
if you draw that.
oh my
No, he
god, bro. Oh,
No,
God,
no,
it
it's
is.
fine. Dude, I've literally threatened my chat like with a gun several times. Nothing happens. I'm telling you.
Jesus,
Nothing's
that's gonna backfire. No pun intended.
Oh, oh, I see.
Oh wow, oh damn. I found I I sent the link to it if you all want to see it though.
Oh,
Like this is the link to the guy who was like, all my Pokemon are deleted. I'll put it in the chat too
Oh,
if
you
anyone
must be
cares.
like, oh my god, Game Freak, I fucking hate you.
Yeah. Oh, he must be pissed, bro.
Oh, it's
This
so
isn't the one about the guy quitting Pokemon, but it's essentially the same story. Like he lost all of his Pokemon.
Since Ruby and Sapphire.
I think Leaf Green. He said in the post.
Leaf Green. Oh
Yeah.
no.
But
Nice.
yeah, that's the thing. And here's the thing with what they said about what they recently said about the games too, because Masuda came out saying like if a Pokemon doesn't appear in Sword and Shield, it doesn't mean you're never gonna see it again. But essentially what he means is like, okay, so let's say Staraptor isn't in the Galar region Pokedex, you can't transfer your Staraptor from Ultra Sun and Moon into Sword and Shield. But if Staraptor's in the Diamond and Pearl remakes, you can transfer him. But then the problem is your Pokemon, you're still gonna have to transfer it into Home, and if you forget about it in Home, then your Staraptor gets deleted and you won't even be able to transfer it. That's the problem.
Do you guys really want
Really,
Sinnoh
what's the point?
remake? The current engine they're using.
I mean, yeah, I want Sinnoh remakes to
Astral Chain will
come.
be in that.
No,
Maybe
no,
I'll
that's
wait
Sinnoh
till Gen
remakes,
9.
no. Sinnoh's gonna have the least representation, bro, in Sword and Shield, because they know they're gonna do the remake. So you're probably gonna see like not a lot of your favorite Sinnoh Pokemon
No,
in
yeah,
these
yeah,
games
no,
anyway.
always.
And then they'll all be in. Yeah, you're not gonna see like I think the only one I've seen so far is Lucario, but like I would be very surprised. I honestly don't think we will see like Garchomp or something like that.
And do you think these are coming next year, or do you think next year we're getting the third version?
I think we'll see Diamond and Pearl remakes next year, and then I
Yeah,
think
and then let's go
after that,
Johto.
follow-ups. Yeah, let's go Johto, and then probably to give themselves more time and also just an easier way to make more cash, they probably in the third year, they'll probably release the fucking the follow-up games.
the
I
what?
actually think that we won't get a third version of Sword and Shield, and
Oh, yeah,
the-
I mean-
Neither did I, but now I'm starting to think they might pull it
No,
off
I
just
do.
because.
The
Listen, I wasn't expecting it, but the reason I think it's gonna happen now is because I think about what like I'm making a video on this fucking tomorrow, but like the fact that they can probably pull a bullshit thing where they're like, oh guys, releasing the third version now. It's called Pokemon Bow, and guess what? It has all the Pokemon. Guess what, guys? Look, it's got all the Pokemon. Woo! It's like, and people would be like, all the kids would be like, yay, thank you.
That's
Game
gonna
Freak,
become their
yes,
selling
I
point,
want
and they know it.
But that's
Yeah.
exactly that's the thing, dude. That's why I feel like they could pull that bullshit.
Oh yeah,
I think
no,
I
next
think they
year-
will.
they know they
I
can.
think
They know they
next
can. That's the
year,
thing.
Diamond and Pearl guaranteed. The year after that, I think Let's Go, or it could be that's when we get the third versions, and then Let's Go is kind of the in-betweener bullshit.
isn't
between the next
Johto
generation.
the? It's gonna be Johto's anniversary, something like
Dude,
that.
I don't want them to fucking do Let's Go. Listen, Johto is the one place that I do not want them to fucking like just butcher, dude. Like I don't
Oh my
want
gosh!
them to,
I just
listen,
realized if they do Johto, then that means they butchered Kanto, Johto, Hoenn, and Sinnoh once they butcher the Sinnoh remake. So Unova will be the only one left.
Oh
Hey, but at least
god.
the first ever Kanto remakes were not butchered. So I just like to point that out. Kanto.
Oh yeah, Fire Red and Leaf Green
Yeah,
were
but
fire.
Then again, the best ever Pokemon games ever made were fucking Heart Gold Soul Silver because they actually had fucking content.
They had
Even the
soul.
guy who produced on them, like the guy, like not produced, but like the guy I think who was the lead fucking lead for it,
Director.
literally, yeah, thank you. He literally, like, his motivation was, I want these games to be filled with so much stuff so that people will have a ton of things to constantly do. And that's the motivation you should have when you make these games. It should be like to make as much shit in there as possible so that people always have something to do.
Hey, let
Like
that
just
let that
make
man
it so much
direct
more
these
fun.
games, man. Hey, let that man direct Sword and Shield, bro.
Oh, but they won't let him, dude, because
Yeah.
those games, Heart Gold Soul Silver didn't sell that level of money that they wanted. Not that cash flow. So of
Did
course,
Black
they
and
Exactly.
White?
Hmm?
How
God,
did
that
Black
pissed
and
me
White
off.
do in sales?
It was
Black
good.
and White they were selling new gen games.
Yeah.
In terms of
Yep.
a new generation, they were selling ones.
There's a problem, and I see
Yep.
it.
Yep. And
'Cause
I mean,
There
I
must
hate
be a
the people
reason
that
they made sequels.
I think that's
fucking
also
hate the
because
people who hated on Black and White. Fuck those people who hated on Black and White. They're fucking
Black and White
dick.
did so much news.
When
But Black and-
because-
that was why they played it so safe with Colin.
Bro, people don't-
Exactly.
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 When I
So
first
much
ever
about
played
new
Black
stuff.
and White, like when I played it for the first ever time, which was 8 years ago, I did not like it. But I was like, how old? 8 years. I was like 12.
Oh, I didn't like Diamond and Pearl at first when I played it, but then I replayed then I
Dang
played
it,
Platinum,
yeah.
and then I was like, damn,
Platinum
these games
Legends.
are fucking
Yeah,
amazing.
when I replayed it,
know.
I was like, holy shit, these games are actually like.
Yeah, but
the
that's the
best
thing though,
thing.
because when I was a kid, the reason I got pissed off in sometimes was because like I just like didn't know English, so I didn't know what the fuck I was doing a lot of the time.
Oh,
So
No,
when it was
the
like
reason I
that was
didn't
my problem. Like you guys had the advantage of knowing English from your childhood. I didn't know it when I played it for the first time, so I didn't
Yeah,
know.
the
If
reason-
I got stuck, I was stuck. You
The
know?
reason I didn't like it because I thought it felt too different, and I didn't like the fact that it was only new Pokemon.
yeah, that's because
Wait a second.
I love that
love
aspect.
this.
To be honest,
I love that.
No,
aspect too.
sorry, I missed the fuck. Wait, one sec. Where the fuck was my mind? Oompa Loompa. Go on.
What?
I'm sorry, my mind just went a little bit numb right there for a second. Go on.
Huh?
Wait, what were we
My
talking
mind
about?
went numb, bitches. Okay, keep talking about your bullshit. Oh, no. Fuck you. I take over. I take over. Fuck you. Guess what, guys? Pokemon sucks. We all suck. But we're still gonna buy this shit. Get out your fucking credit cards. Put them in the fucking chat. Let's buy some fucking heroin. Let's do this. Woohoo!
Okay.
That is the end statement. We'll suck, but we're buying the games anyways.
I'm so tired of this shit. I'm sorry, dude. I'm sweating like a pig over here, dude. It's like too fucking warm. I'm literally sweating to death.
You know what hurt? Man, it kind of hurts too, because like, once these games comes out, like we probably won't see a new generation for like a bazillion years.
3 more
yet,
years.
It's somehow gonna be worse because they're still pumping out yearly releases with other side stuff.
People
like,
putting credit card
Are you
emotes
guys
in the
so
chat.
confident that there will release a Diamond and Pearl next year?
There will absolutely be Diamond and Pearl
I'm
remakes.
50-50.
1,000,000%. There's literally no chance.
It might not be Diamond and
I'm
Pearl,
50-50.
but it might not be Diamond and Pearl, but I can guarantee there's gonna be some type of Pokemon game next year,
We get we're
like a
going next
mainline
year.
game. It's either gonna be the
Yeah.
third version or it's gonna be Diamond and Pearl remakes. I think the latter, but there's definitely some new Pokemon mainline game next
Why
year.
not Johto?
Because Game Freak loves their yearly releases.
Maybe
Wow,
they
look-
can do for it. They can do it for the 20th anniversary of Crystal.
God, they're gonna fuck up Johto. They're gonna fuck up Johto, dude. I know they're
I'll be
gonna fuck
honest,
up Johto.
I just want the music.
I know
just
they're
want
gonna
the
fuck
music.
up this shit.
Dude, watch them take out all the cool stuff from Heart Gold and Soul Silver.
But
Watch
that's
them
exactly what. That's exactly what I don't
That's
want.
a good
Listen, I see these fucking little shitheads, these little 13-year-olds in the fucking comment sections being like, "I want to see Johto remix. I want to see Let's Go Johto. I want to see." And I'm sitting there like, please shut the fuck up. Please don't ask for that. Please don't fucking ask for that because. They're not gonna make a good remake. They're gonna fuck it up, okay? Also, by the way, thank you for the credit card numbers in the chat, guys. Appreciate it. Thank you. No, but they're gonna. You know they're gonna fuck it up. You know they won't
All the
do
credit
as
cards in the
good
chat. I'm
as it
screaming.
was in Heart Gold Soul Silver. You know they won't
Yeah.
pull it off as well.
You
Because
know,
if it's a Let's Go game, that's already
ground-
the issue's already there. You know
That Groudon Kyogre catching event not gonna be there in that Safari Zone. The Safari
Oh
Zone's
my
probably gonna
god,
be the
dude!
same.
Like Spear Pillar, Sky Pillar, where the fuck was Sky Pillar? Like all that shit, you know? Oh my god, dude, there was so much good shit in that game. Like seriously, there was so much. Holy shit, there was so much good shit in that game. And fuck me, wow, it's a fucking realization now that I think about it. God damn, Heart Gold Soul Silver were the fucking definitely best game of all fucking time that they made. And they're gonna fuck it up. With Let's Go Johto, where it's gonna be like, guess what, honey? What's up, mom? Oh, you want a Gen 4 Pokemon in this game? Yeah,
Nope.
mommy. Well, fuck you, Timmy. You're not gonna get it. Mom, why? Because Masuda said that it's not what Johto's supposed to be like. Johto's only supposed to have Johto Pokemon in it and Kanto Pokemon in it. So you can't have none other Pokemon, honey. It's like, well, mommy, I won't see Breloom. Well, fuck Breloom. Well, mommy, I like Breloom. Well, fuck you and fuck you, Breloom. That's literally what's gonna happen. You know that's what they're gonna pull. And still, these motherfuckers will be like, oh, like, let's do Johto. It's fucking amazing. Go play Heart Gold Soul Silver, motherfucker, please. And then fucking come back and talk some bullshit.
And watch
Because
Whitney's
you're not
Miltank.
fucking
Whitney's Miltank is gonna be like lower level than usual.
It's gonna be
Oh,
nerfed.
yeah, of course. They're gonna make
It's
it
gonna actually be
easier, of
easy. They're gonna
They're-
give you something like some kind of boost.
They're
Like,
not gonna make. They're not gonna
Diamond
make
Max
Trainer
or
Red
something.
hard either. They're not gonna make Trainer Red hard.
Nope. Dude, I hate. I battled Red in Let's Go, and he didn't even have his theme. That was so crap.
Oh yeah, it was just the
Oh,
normal
yeah.
Pokemon theme, bro.
I was so angry.
Yeah,
No,
I
I was
hated
also so
that.
angry that they didn't give Elite Fours like their own theme. They didn't give Team Rocket their own themes. Like these are just things you should do with a remake, and they didn't. They wanted to be faithful.
Oh,
Yeah.
faithful. That's just an
They
excuse
don't care
to
about.
be
Oh, that's what
lazy.
y'all don't care about.
That's just
at
an
all. Y'all
excuse
just
to be
wanna
fucking lazy.
Exactly. If y'all want to be faithful Ruby and Sapphire, you would have put the Battle Frontier, or sorry, the
Oh,
Battle
yeah.
Tower, but y'all instead put the Maison because that was easier. Because that you could import that from X and Y. They were
Yeah.
like the Battle Frontier wasn't in the original, but it's like neither was the Maison. The Maison was a piece of crap. It's the worst thing ever. I hate the Maison.
It's so
Yeah,
bad, bro.
It's
horrible. Like shouldn't even exist. Useless. Nobody thinks about it anymore because it's crap.
Pokemon gotta
Bring
catch
back the
some
Battle
of
Frontier,
them.
but they never will.
God, they fucking butcher Pokemon.
Yeah, they do.
It's just sad.
Oh my gosh, it's gonna be so sad when because it's gonna be like Platinum's the Diamond Pro remakes are gonna come out. There's gonna be no Distortion World, no Battle Frontier, no like post game events from Platinum. Dark Rise is gonna be a Wi-Fi event instead of like catching them in your nightmares. And then and then Let's Go Johto is gonna come out, and then it's gonna be like all this cool stuff from Heart Gold and Soul Silver is gonna be gone. No more radio where you could listen to the original music. No more like hard difficulty, and it's just gonna be like, oh my gosh.
I'm sweating like a pig over here. Also, hello, Psychoth. What's up? I am
I will. Yeah.
uh,
Heart Gold and Soul
Adam,
Silver
I
were by
know.
far their most ambitious games.
I was
and the
talking about
best in my opinion, because they combined a thing that you like, aka Kanto, with
Yes,
the region that I
boys.
fucking love, which is
If
Johto.
they
They
remade
gave us.
Johto in
They gave us.
2019, they would not include Kanto. They would just
Listen,
include Johto.
Oh,
and say
that's another thing as well. By the
and they
way,
would say that
like
people-
I know they wouldn't
yeah.
do, because they would be like, oh, but we're trying. But here's the thing, that wouldn't even be. They could listen. Here's the thing, right? In Let's Go, they use the excuse we're trying to be faithful to Pokemon, Generation 1 and what the games were like back then. That's why there is no post game. Ha, fuck you. And that's also why we only have 151 Pokemon. Ha, fuck you. But then like when Johto comes out and there's like no Kanto included, it's gonna be like, oh, you see.
We didn't have time.
We're pouring our
yeah.
hearts into this game.
Yeah, we
so,
put our hearts into this game. We wanted to show Johto in its full glory in HD. it's like, dude, they're gonna pull that shit, and I know for a fact they're gonna pull that shit, and I know for a fucking fact that I'm gonna sit there like just face palming, beating my head into my fucking table because I know they're gonna pull some bullshit excuse, like right? Because if you're trying to be faithful to Johto, you gotta include Kanto with it. There is no excuse to not include Kanto with it. You have to.
People love
Kanto
Johto because of Kanto.
There. It's been there since Gen 2. It's been there. Even in Hard Gold Soul Silver, it was there. If you don't have it, motherfuckers, if you don't have it, if you don't fucking have it, in Let's Go Lugia and Let's Go Ho, whatever the fuck you're gonna call them, if you're not gonna have it there, Game Freak, fuck you.
But you know what the sad part is? There'll be nothing we can do about it because people.
Exactly. And this is the thing. I get so angry because little Steve and his little buddies will still be just sitting there defending all the Game Freak does, just fucking blindly accepting everything. Oh, yeah, it's gonna be great. Let's go fucking Lugia. It's gonna be great. Let's go Johto's gonna be great. Oh yeah, but there's no Kanto in it. It's a Johto game. You should just be Johto region. Yeah, but the original game literally had Kanto in it. It's literally that's the exact fucking response
Just
you're
be
gonna get from
grateful they're
retards.
remaking Johto. That's
Yeah, these new kids don't
And, like-
understand. It's so weird. Like, I bet like most of these kids start with X and Y. That makes me feel so.
Exactly.
I'm so disgusted.
You know how many
Y'all start
people
with
that
X and
actually
Y.
just started with like Sun and
Damn
Moon
it.
shit?
I know. What the heck?
Bro, people,
so
I feel
weird.
so bad. I feel so bad. They're like, my first game was Sun and Moon, or my first game was X and Y. I'm like,
Like,
bro,
y'all
you missed,
truly don't remember
you
the
missed,
glory days.
you
Y'all
missed
never
the
got
golden
to the glory
era.
days.
You missed the golden
I
era.
know.
Oh my
And
god.
what was
These kids
I
are
feel
grown up
sad
and
for
so
anyone who's a
sad.
Pokemon fan who hasn't played Heart Gold Soul Silver. If you haven't played those games, go fucking download Desume. Go download the ROM files illegally online. It's free, motherfuckers. Go download that shit and go play it right now, okay? You will do a service to yourself and to the rest of us. If you play that, you finally realize why you're such an idiot for supporting Game Freak for dumbass mistakes. Because if you motherfuckers, if I see anyone, okay, I will whoop some ass. If I see anyone when Let's Go Johto is announced, anyone who accepts mediocrity from that shit and hasn't played Heart Gold Soul Silver, but is like, oh, this game's gonna be fantastic. You're just a hater. Have you played Heart Gold Soul Silver?
Nope.
No. Get your ass over here. Get the motherfucking belt. Get the motherfucking belt and beat that ass. Like, if I see that, I will beat individually all your asses, motherfuckers. If I see one
God.
Oh
motherfucker
my god,
who defends that
Aerodactyl's getting
shit.
Terminated.
No, I
I'm
won't,
so-
dude. I do this shit on my streams all the time. I haven't been terminated a single time. Don't worry.
No, I'm so disgusted. Oh my gosh. I just realized like there's gonna be like 11-year-olds in 2021, and they were like not. They were just born when Heart Gold and Soul Silver came out. That's disgusting.
No,
Oh my
I'm gonna
gosh.
say, no, I'm
And they're gonna be
sorry
making
for-
excuses. It's done.
I'm
It's
gonna
over.
feel sorry for all the people who start on Sword and Shield.
What? We don't even know what they're like
Smell
though.
this fucking blade, dude.
Yeah.
But
Man,
it's just
the
bad.
people that start with,
Let's go.
with X or Y. Those are the people I feel bad.
Oh my
That's
god,
so
X
messed
and
up.
Y, guys. That was like my most hyped video.
Bro, imagine starting with Sword and Shield and not even having access to every Pokemon that's been created. That's just
Imagine
hard.
starting with
over.
Let's Go. What a fantastic start, am I right?
Oh my god, dude.
Fantastic. Let's go.
Well, there were a bunch of people. There were a bunch of children who started from that because their parents bought that. Like, oh, I remember when I was 12 and playing this game. Now I'm 45. Well, I don't fucking know. That's probably not the right like.
Yeah, we get the point. Yeah.
Like now I'm 35. It's like, and they bought it for the children. I know, like I have a lot of like audience members from my channel that like, they were like, hey, I like Let's Go because my kid played it for the first time. It was an easy game. And it was nice for him to kind of get introduced through that. I was like, yeah, it's cool, but like at the end of the day, for me, I'm kind of tired of them making shit easier and easier. Because when I was a child, I didn't even know English, but I had to make it through these things, fucking trying to guess what the fuck I'm doing, and I still made it through somehow. Sure, did it take a long time? Hell yes, but I made it through. If a kid that knows English, can't get through these games that like right now in the state they are right now, then my boy, clearly the gene pool needs to fucking like little bit of like messing around with, because fucking hell, we're really just getting dumber and dumber.
There is a problem.
Oh, clearly.
I can't believe
Like-
we've complained about Pokemon for so long.
All right, can we move on to
there
the
is
last
more.
topic?
One more. Last thing.
Okay,
last thing.
fine.
Last thing.
All right,
Last
all
thing.
right.
Last thing. Okay. Listen. Last thing. I see people making the argument like, just don't buy it if you don't want it, dude. Here's the thing. I, as a content creator, still gotta get it because this is my job. If I don't do this, I'm fucked. But I'm telling you right now, and I've made this choice before. Whenever like in other franchises that I don't make videos about. If a franchise fucks up, I'm not buying it. The same reason I don't buy any of the Assassin's Creed games anymore, because they're fucking just getting shittier and shittier. So many microtransactions, fucking just ludicrous amounts of them. Gating gameplay and shit like that. I don't buy those games. But the difference with Pokemon, for me personally, I'm not talking about like the general audience and people outside of me who are complaining. I'm talking about me from my position, and I think you guys, like at least the people in this Discord right now, and this podcast, we make content on this shit, so we're gonna buy it because we gotta keep making content because it's part of our job, and I gotta do that because fuck it, I gotta pay the bills. Okay, I gotta talk about Pokemon. It's my job. Okay, that's just what it is. I chose this franchise and I'm stuck with this franchise. That's why I'm making a gaming channel, just fucking diversify. But my point is, like, I'm buying it because I kind of have to, and I'm still gonna give it a chance because fuck it, I don't know, like I got no other option. I have no other option. But on the other hand, though, general fans, you do have an option because you're not relying on a paycheck from talking about this franchise, whereas we are. You have the freedom to fucking like make a solid choice. But again, nobody here is going to stop you from wanting to buy them or not wanting to buy them. If you want to buy the games, honestly, all the power to you. Go get the games, go buy them. But if you don't want to buy them, same thing on that side. All the power to you. Don't buy the games. Do what you think you need to do for Game Freak to change. That's just how it is. I think that should be enough to close off the Pokemon conversations before I actually blow a fucking like blood vein.
No, the only thing that's enough to blow it out is Kanto is the best. Okay.
Okay, all right, we're moving on. So now
is the best. Fuck you, fuck me.
No, Kanto.
All right, okay. Last thing. Oh my god.
Univa.
Can we stop? All right. So last thing that I have in the notes is Super Mario Maker 2. Game came out just a few days ago. I don't know how many of you guys have already got it, but just I guess impressions, thoughts on
I
it.
made a level
Okay,
so
my
hard
impressions
that
is that Zach and Ruffled were both shitting on this game before release. I remember
Ruffle
them.
didn't.
We sleep
one?
on Super Mario.
I didn't shit on the game.
Ruffle
I didn't
never
shit on
did
the
that.
game.
When,
I shit on you
I
because
did.
you said it's gonna outsell the Pokemon games, and I said no, it's not. And then you said it's gonna sell 10 million copies before
Hey.
the end of this year.
You
Okay,
still
said
got that
10 million
$100
copies.
bet.
We made $100. Yep, we made that bet. I thought it was only $10, but it turns out it's $100, which means that if it doesn't hit 10 million by the end of this year, you owe me $100, or I owe you $100. Either way, by the end of the year, if it does not 10 million copies sold, then whoop up that PayPal, bitch.
Mario Maker 2 is fun. I
It's
don't
amazing.
have as much fun making levels as I did in the Wii U version.
And there it is. Well, here's what I can say. If you don't like making levels like how you did on the Wii U, just play it in handheld mode because it's literally the same. You get the touch screen.
I do. It's not the same though because you got the scroll wheels now. You can't see everything at once, and it's like
Buy the stylus, or buy a stylus. It makes it easier.
No, I've got the stylus, but it's like I like seeing all the enemies and everything I've got at once rather than having to scroll through menus and menus and menus and menus. I mean, it's not bad.
Well, I mean that I feel like could just be a simple UI update they could do maybe.
Yeah, they could update that. I'm surprised it's not in the.
I mean, it's possible if people are complaining about it. I mean, they've already listened about the Friends update, so
Yeah.
they could change it. That's not something that I really
I
am
like
all
how
pissed
they
off
actually
about.
listen to the fans. Unlike another.
I mean, but that's Nintendo. That's not Game Freak. I mean, Masuda's letter, bro. Like 2 days ago, that letter could have.
We didn't even talk about that.
I mean, that letter could have just been, yo guys, we're gonna have patch updates and add every Pokemon back. Or it could have been, we're sad to inform you that Pokemon Sword and Shield has been delayed to 2020. But they're not gonna do that. Masuda gave the most polite, no, shut the fuck up. He could.
Yeah, that was terrible. I hate that. That was terrible.
Yeah, he's basically like.
I'm opening a window right now because it's fucking warm.
Mario Maker. Have any of you played any any levels yet?
I'm in
I
the
haven't
process
played
of
any.
making one.
So
I'm in the
good,
process.
It's so hard I can't beat it. So
I only
Ruffle-
play for the sake of playing the levels. I don't really like making.
Did you play my level?
I tried, but I want to fucking kill you for the confusion in that, dude. I run as fast as I can, and then I'm just like, where the fuck am I meant to go from now? Because if I jump on this thing, then I just hit the thing above me. It's like, how the fuck would I jump over here? And like, how do I get enough speed? Because when I go through the tube, I just lose all my fucking momentum. So I go backwards and I like run forward, but then I jump onto it and it just like boosts me into infinity. And I'm like, the fuck is the purpose here? What am I doing?
I goddamn made a trailer for my goddamn.
Yeah, but I looked at the trailer. I was like, I need to figure this out because I'm making a video right now and I can't fucking I can't do
Yeah,
this.
figure it out.
Let's look
Wait,
at it. So I looked at it and
Are you playing my level on your video?
yeah, I haven't posted my video yet because I was supposed to edit today. But I know I cut that part out because I couldn't figure it out.
Wait, what?
I just-
No!
Dude, I literally don't understand what the fuck to do on it. Like,
Put
it's
it back
literally-
in.
listen,
Level 8 by mankind.
listen. No. I literally, dude, I can't even make it past the tubes in the start. Okay, because I make it into the tube on the top of them. I jump on the thing, right? Like on the going to the right side. I jump on the thing, but then it's like, where the fuck do I like? I just jump right into the spiky shits on the top. Like,
You
the fuck am I supposed to
do a long jump. That's it.
I try, but I fuck up every time. I don't know. Maybe I'm just too bad. I guess I
Yeah,
am.
you are too bad. You do it at the very end.
Oh no, I suck at it, but like it's fine. No, but it's like I just couldn't figure. I just literally, I just prefer the levels that have the old school Mario shit on them. I prefer those way more than like the 3D Mario ones.
I
just-
love Super Mario 3D World. Oh god, I want to pull it so bad. That game is like so underrated by fans.
so much cold.
It's better than Odyssey.
Okay, nah.
Yeah, it is. It's better than
There's
Odyssey.
no way. No.
Odyssey was not as inventive.
Inventive. You could literally turn into enemies.
Yeah, but that just limits your abilities. It doesn't give you extra abilities. It just gives you.
Nah, but you get new abilities that you never had before. That's like having
Yeah, but-
that's like 60 new power-ups in the game.
Yeah, but walking around as a Goomba isn't fun.
You can
Hopping
stack.
so
You can
slowly
stack.
as a
You
hammer
can
throw.
stack.
Actually, that is I do have another complaint. I'm sorry, I always complain, but I don't like how you can't stack enemies in 3D World. I don't understand why, because it literally came from 3D World.
Wait, you can't? I mean, I haven't
No.
really tried that much with the 3D World style. So I
No,
don't
you
know.
can't. You can't.
Like
stack
you can't put like
enemies.
Goombas on top of each other.
Nope. Even though that was in 3D World, it was in that game.
That might be a bug or something. They might because
It's-
that doesn't make any
They
sense.
could fix that, but it's
Yeah,
weird.
I feel like that might be a bug. I
Oh,
honestly,
yeah,
because
can
that
we-
makes
can we
that
talk
makes.
about the multiplayer.
Oh God, the
The
PowerPoint,
online
the PowerPoint.
sucks.
It's.
Please
I mean,
keep
I
up.
tried doing a 4-player match like in the beginning when I got the game, bro. It was a literal PowerPoint. The countdown from 3, 2, 1 took like 50 seconds. Oh my God, bro, it was so bad. And I just hope that like. I don't really think that they can do anything about it because it's just like it takes one person's stupid dental floss wired internet to mess it up for everyone. That's what it is.
Are we talking about the lag?
Yeah.
Maker? Yeah.
Lag
it's-
boys. I hope we get
Exactly.
like an Animal Crossing.
The thing is, once
we
the
won't,
that
thankfully,
once
'cause
that
I actually know how to make a good game online.
oh shit, damn. But once that Friends update comes out, we could probably all stream it together. If we all have like good internet, though, it shouldn't be that bad. I
Yeah,
don't
we've been
think.
able to.
Yeah,
do
It's-
stuff.
yeah,
We
it's-
can do
it's
Smash,
usually-
we can do anything.
Yeah, it's usually just that one person like overseas who like screws it up for everyone when you're playing online right now. But if we're all able to stream, because like we all have good internet for like streaming and everything, we should be fine, I think.
Yup.
But yeah, I mean, are we good now with Mario Maker? And should we move
Yep.
on to the viewer
Yeah.
questions? And then we can pretty much wrap it up. I mean, we can wrap it up in like the next 10, 15 minutes. But yeah,
Wait,
we
we're talking about Mario Maker and then
we really shitted on Pokemon for like 2 hours.
Yeah, we did. I'll be honest, it
that
was
was
Oh.
hilarious.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting it to get that long, but I mean,
Neither did I, and I was expecting lots of hate.
yeah.
Raph
I'm
was
s-
like, nah.
It's only because me and Ripple, the first thing we actually agree on. The
Yeah.
first thing me and Ripple can like wholeheartedly agree on.
Oh yeah, this was like the
because
first
they,
time.
They
yeah.
clearly fucked up. It's like and it's an undeniable truth. They fucked up, and now they're just trying to like pull some bullshit and just get away with it. It's like
Yeah.
it's not even just now. It's that they've been doing this for like the last half a decade. They've been doing this shit. It's
Yeah.
it's fucking like I'm tired of it. I'm just tired of it. Honestly.
Like, so we doing?
I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah, I'm at the top right now. So let's see. The first
Hey.
question is from Sora, who says, "What time is it?" Well, bro, it's 5:49 for me right now.
It's 4:20.
Summertime. Ahaha.
It's 10:49 in the evening for me.
I wonder who got that. Did you get that
It's,
reference?
Me too,
it's
10:49 for me
11
as
minutes
well.
till midnight here.
Did you
All
guys
right.
get that reference or no?
No.
It's summertime.
You didn't. Yeah. What time is it? Summertime.
Oh, I feel like I've heard
Very-
it. It's No, I actually genuinely remember it. I just forget where it's from.
Yeah.
What's it from again? Tell me.
High School Musical 2.
Oh, that's why.
You're the
Those
worst
old
human
ass
being
stuff.
ever.
Yeah,
That's why.
So old.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Anyway,
Absolute-
Dark Forest SJ said, "Did the Sword and Shield Direct exceed your expectations?"
No.
It was.
Did what?
I will say I
Did
did.
what?
Did the Sword and Shield Direct? Did the Sword and Shield Direct exceed your expectations? I mean, let's just say this: I wasn't
Well,
expecting
well,
what they
prior-
showed. Yeah,
prior
like
to-
with my expectations going in, I was expecting them to show like the Rattata, the Pidgey of the region, and we got freaking Corviknight and Dreadnought and all that. So
Yeah.
that in that way, it exceeded it, I guess. But in terms of other things, I mean, like we talked about the other.
I
things,
had the whole
so.
thing leaked to me, so I kind of already knew.
Yeah, you asshole! And you wouldn't spill the tea.
I was told not to. I have to be trustworthy, man.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I wanted the tea.
So I wasn't really surprised at anything, but I mean, like before I got that leak, then I was kind of I don't know. I guess it sort of did, but sort of didn't. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Some areas it did, some areas it didn't.
Mhm. All right.
It was
So. Yeah, anything else you guys want to add about that, or should we move on to the
Nah,
next
that's-
question?
nah.
Okay. So Sora back saying, "Are you disappointed at E3?"
No.
If you're
Yeah, I
talking,
Yeah.
I mean,
Kind
it
of.
depends.
It was
It depends if
pretty
you're
mediocre
talking. Yeah, I mean, it depends on like which
Across the board.
company and all. Yeah,
I
it
mean,
kind of was.
everyone.
Square Enix, I think,
Across the
had
board, it was
Square
pretty-
Enix and
except for Square,
Nintendo.
except for
Square Enix and Nintendo, I think, was the best.
Yeah,
Definitely,
but I thought Nintendo wasn't the best either.
Nintendo redeemed themselves in the last 5 minutes with Banjo and Breath of the Wild
See,
too.
I mean,
I
Nintendo
just-
had some attempts, you know.
I can't give them Breath of the Wild 2 because he just said now in development. That could be
That-
that could mean-
But that's still
enough. I'll
no,
take it.
and
I'll
they
take
showed
it.
a teaser, which is better than just what
We
Metroid
already
Prime
knew
4
it
was.
in development because
No, we did
Monolith,
not.
Yes, we did because Monolith was signing up for.
Yeah, but they just said a Zelda game. We didn't know it was Breath of
Yeah,
the
we
Wild
didn't
2.
Technically,
We
know
got
it was-
stories.
They just said a new.
Too,
They,
with that
they just said it
dark
was a new Zelda game. That could have been something else, But
It
yeah,
just- they would have
Nintendo
given
won.
us a year.
Nintendo won. Square Enix definitely second. That's.
I mean,
Yeah.
Yep.
Nintendo won because there was absolutely zero competition.
because no one else was really showing up.
Yeah.
No one else was good. Ubisoft, garbage. Tom Clancy.
Bro,
I mean,
Bro-
I found some cute stuff that I like though, so I'm not like. What? Honestly, though, one of my highlights, which is funny, was the SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom HD announcement.
And that wasn't even
Oh, yeah,
a
that one, too.
presentation. That was just a
Yeah, I was sorry. And Destroy All Humans HD, yes.
no. Yawn.
Have y'all ever? Yeah, I don't think any of you guys have played those games. but
Yeah,
they're
I've
so
never
good.
played it. I just watched.
Mm.
They're so good. Like SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom was actually good. Like, oh my gosh, like a 3D platformer that's actually good.
But
in
PlayStation literally
2020, I
forfeit at
guess.
E3. PlayStation didn't even show up. They just
Yeah.
forfeit.
PS5 coming next year. Oh my gosh.
But didn't they say that they were going to be coming next year though? Next year, right?
Did they? I
Well,
don't.
they
I don't
have
remember.
to.
They want-
PS5
I mean,
is
it probably it makes
2020.
sense for them to
I-
come next year.
I don't know because I heard that they weren't like I originally because when they said they're pulling out this year, I assumed that was the end of them being at E3 in general. But then when I was doing my reactions and shit to like E3, people were like, "Hey, dude, guess what? We're not
It's
gonna
just-
see
yeah.
we're not gonna see like PlayStation. We're gonna see PlayStation next year." I think was what the people. Yeah, people were telling me like we're gonna see PlayStation next year at least. I'm like, really? I thought they were gone forever. Like, no, they're gonna be here next year. They
Yeah,
announced
they
they're
just
here
they
next
just
year. I'm
skipped
like,
this
really?
year. They just skipped this year. That's all.
Oh my gosh.
I
You know what
think.
hurt was when Nintendo had the Switch to show, or the NX at the time, at E3, and they could have shown it, but they chose not to, and we had to wait until like October for a trailer of the Switch. That was so painful. Oh my god.
And they showed us Breath of the Wild. That whole E3, they just had to focus on Breath of the Wild because they had
I know,
nothing
they
else.
literally just showed Breath of the Wild. They showed no new info. It was another dry. Oh god. That was a
Yeah.
dark
But
time. Y'all don't
yeah,
understand.
it was dark. But,
Oh.
like, Breath of the Wild was so fucking. It was so amazing.
Yeah.
Oh my
It
God.
kind of it
Oh.
made you forget a bit that it was their only game. And then I'm pretty sure they
Mm.
still showed a bit of other stuff. They showed Paper Mario.
They showed some Moon, but that was
Yeah.
a year. 2016, 2015. We don't talk about those years.
No,
Literally
yeah,
the worst
no,
years.
2015 was
A nightmare. Literally
Oh my
everything bad
God.
happened. Everything bad. There was
Generation 4's Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival.
And then on top of that, oh my gosh! And then when we lost a Y, that was the most depressing thing ever. Like literally everything bad happened here. That was horrible.
And then the ending was
so
just not even a game. It was do the Mario, and it was some bullshit like
Alright.
close the Mario.
It was horrible.
And they
Oh,
spent
no.
like 6 minutes on Yon Yoshi, and that
Oh
game was
my
Yoshi
God.
Story,
All right,
and
all
that
right.
game
Can we,
was
can,
like-
can we get
Guys,
back?
that
Can we
was
get back to the
so
viewer questions?
fair.
We're like
Yeah,
trailing
I
off.
did-
Like we got a good amount to go through.
But,
We're
oh wait,
gonna
I want to
play
mention one more thing about E3. The industry is clearly in its annual transitional phase into the next generation. So that's why Ubisoft, Bethesda, like they all kind of were. They showed not much. Next
Yeah, 'cause they're
year
all
is gonna be
planning.
that year where we
Yeah.
start seeing like all the new generation stuff come to fruition. So I think next year will be very interesting to watch.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. All right. D-Dog said, "What did you like about the Sword and Shield Direct?" I think we already talked about this.
We already-
I like the new
yeah.
Pokemon. Yeah, new Pokemon designs were cool. Alex
Pokemon
said,
Wild West, baby.
"What is your favorite part about the E3 Direct?" Breath of the Wild 2, probably.
Breath of the Wild 2.
Yeah, I mean, okay.
And Animal Crossing for me.
Nope.
And for me. And for me.
yes,
I'm sure,
yes.
I'm sure.
bro.
Delta
My favorite
says,
part was the delay.
"Oh my god."
Oh,
Uh,
God, Ben!
You're such a dick.
So what? I mean,
You're such a
Oh
dick.
man,
I'm saving my energy,
Oh,
Ben!
you're such a dick. I swear to God.
we're kicking him next
Oh,
episode.
you really are just such a dick. Oh my
I know.
God.
you know what
Oh,
I love?
man.
I love the fact that there hasn't been a good Sonic game in like a decade. I love
Hey, yeah, let's go. Hey,
Just fucking destroyed you.
it's over.
Sonic Racing was so trash. Oh my.
He can't come back from that one. He can't come back. All right. Delta says, when can we expect the starter evolutions? I think September. I think they revealed both starter evolutions in September, to be honest. I think for X and Y and Sun and Moon. So yeah,
they did.
September.
Yeah.
I'll be
Sora
honest, I
said,
hate that they do that. I wish they would keep them a secret.
I wish they would keep the final evolutions a secret. Middle ones they can show. I don't really care.
They
Don't
used
show
to
the
do-
final
they
ones.
Spoiled that in goddamn Sun and Moon. That was insane.
Yeah, the
Well, they didn't
final
spoil
ones.
It was leaked ahead of time, so they were
Well,
kind of just like,
and-
well, shit, might as well.
I
put it out
guess,
there.
yeah, I guess so, yeah. Let's see. Sora said for Arrow, how's Xenoblade 1 for you? It's hard as hell, bro. Like, the combat is freaking annoying as hell, but, I'll get through it because y'all keep telling me the story is better than 2. Pokemon Arcus says, what was the hardest boss in Xenoblade 2? The power cables, bro. Annoying as hell. Delta says, will E3 be won by Nintendo again this year? I think so,
Wait,
right?
that
I mean,
was a
like,
free- oh,
they
okay,
kind
that
of
was-
already won. Hmm? Yeah, it was,
was
it
that
was,
for E3 question?
yeah, it was on the 8th before E3 happened, so yeah, I think
okay.
it. D-Dog says, how are you enjoying Super Mario Maker 2 so far? I think we already talked about that. Yeah, we already gave our thoughts. Sora says, now that Hero and Banjo-Kazooie were revealed, what do you think that the future holds for future DLC slots?
Master Chief.
Master Chief?
No.
Come on.
We already got a
I-
Microsoft.
That just feels
I-
so weird for them to be doing, like, of all things. Alright,
We already got a
that's fine.
Microsoft
I
rep
love
now,
Master Chief,
too.
but I don't know.
Pokemon
I
and
really
Pokemon
don't know. I don't know what the heck they're gonna do. Like, we can't. It sucks though,
Sora-
because like
Sora.
we all know some random leaker like Verkaman is gonna come out and spoil it in advance instead of just letting us be surprised.
Sora.
So we'll probably know in like a couple months. What it
But
will
I'm
be.
glad Steve from Minecraft was never announced.
Yes, that's one good thing I can agree with
That
Ben.
was the
There's-
greatest
Steve ain't coming into this game, man. Keep it
DLC
away.
packs
Why? I like
Nah.
Steve. Steve's
Nah.
cool, man.
Screw you, Zach. We got Banjo, boys.
Oh man.
Steve's cool,
Uh,
man. Steve's cool, man. Come on.
Was there any news that you think that should have been shown at E3 that wasn't?
Yeah.
Luigi's Mansion 3 release date.
Yeah. That.
Oh, that's actually the next question. Adam said, "Why do you think we haven't gotten a date?" The thing about this was there was actually an interview that Bill Trinan had where he said the company that's behind Luigi's Mansion 3 that's like working on it said that they weren't like that they needed more time or something, so they weren't ready to give a full release date.
delay
Oh my God,
hype. No.
It won't be
They delayed that
delayed.
date.
It won't be delayed. It's just they don't have like a confirmed time frame. Like they don't know. It's definitely gonna be October. I just think that they don't.
October, yeah.
They just don't know if it's gonna be like early or late
They
October,
should have
mid
just said
October.
October 2019 then.
That would have been fine too. Honestly, that's what they should have
Yeah.
done.
And then we could have gotten a specific release date through like a social media post or something a few weeks before. I don't know. But
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah. Sora said
You know, I
for
feel like-
Zach, there's a
What?
question
What?
for you directly. It says, do you think that Animal Crossing New Horizons coming in 2020 is reasonable?
Yeah, because it's March, so it's very earlier still. Spring is the time, like spring or summer is the time to start Animal Crossing, and it's looking like your town is gonna be literally garbage when you start out. So you really want that time. Like you want that time in spring, summer, especially when you have more free time. You want that time to kind of build up your town. So then in like the fall, you have a very nice town, lots of villagers, and you can celebrate all the holidays. So I think the release time is actually perfect. So. Yeah.
Mm.
It also helps that the game actually looks really good, so they definitely get.
What were you saying
Yo.
before, Zach?
Oh yeah, stuff that should have been at E3. If it actually is real, like what King Zell was saying, we should have seen the Metroid Prime trilogy. If that was
Could
real,
be,
I-
could
if
be
it's
that
coming-
that's been also up in the air due to the whole like Metroid Prime issue, you know.
I mean, I feel
yeah.
like that. I feel like if that's anything, that's a better reason to release the trilogy. Just be like, since you have to wait so long for Metroid Prime 4, have the first 3 to play. You know, like.
Yeah,
I
but
want-
how early can they release that though?
yeah,
I
maybe it's
mean,
a 2020 game. I don't know, but
I guess
one last thing. What?
I think I was gonna say like maybe it could be shown in the fall direct that's gonna happen this year, like later in September.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
they could show
probably.
Metroid Prime trilogy in
That'd
there.
be really good. Oh my god.
But,
that'd be
yeah,
really
what were
good.
you
That could
saying?
be like a December game. Also, Pikmin 4. What happened?
Oh yes, yeah,
We don't
Pikmin
need
4.
It was Hey Pikmin.
No, because Miyamoto confirmed that it wasn't Hey Pikmin.
Yeah, I don't know
Pikmin is
about
a
that one.
masterclass game. You should be happy that we got.
Seriously, I just want to know what happened to Pikmin, but I guess we won't know till like 2050, and then it'll finally come
I'm
out.
surprised the Pikmin 3 port hasn't been announced yet.
Pikmin 3, I remember too, took like it was literally a Wii game, and then it made it to the Wii U, and it took like 10 years to make. So it doesn't surprise me that Pikmin 4 will probably have the same issue. All right, cool.
Are we good?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. The next question, it says, question for non-answer that Game Freak gave, and whether or not the Pokemon Company is hampering progress, or if Game Freak is just unwilling to properly hire enough workers to give us a game of quality that the fans deserve and worth putting on the Switch.
Don't want to be a dick, but I'm gonna say they're unwilling.
They're
You think that-
unwilling. What do you mean? Like,
to just
Like,
hire
unwilling
new
to
people?
hire new people. Yeah,
Oh.
I just don't. I think that's.
Oh, definitely. Oh, most certainly,
Yeah.
sir.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's because they're like a private developer and they want to have their restricted, small ass team or whatever. They don't like to have big yeah. That's why.
They need
Yeah.
to swallow their pride and admit.
Because there's a lot of other big companies that are willing to help Game Freak monoliths off, but they just don't. They refuse to. That's the thing. That's the thing.
yeah. It's really I wish we could actually get inside the mind of Game Freak and understand why they're doing what they're doing.
Like go
I
into
truly
the.
don't understand. I feel like there's so
No,
many
no.
possibilities.
There's
You know what's
there's
going
also
on?
the
It's really
potential that a lot of their decisions are also just like told to them by the actual like Pokemon Company International.
Yeah, that's
you know
a
what
theory
I mean?
that I have. Like maybe Pokemon
Like a
Company
lot,
some
maybe they
different
don't
way.
have a lot of say, and they're like, we want to hire more people, but TCPI is just like, no, you
No,
can't.
I
Like,
actually I think
Yeah.
the theory that was given out by Sylph Spectre is actually slightly better, which is that I think what's happening right now is this whole shift with mobile, like because notice like first of all what's happening with the spin-offs, right? We're not getting any more spin-offs at all. Well, all the spin-offs we get
That's what
are
I'm
mobile spin-offs, right? Now we're getting Pokemon Masters this year. The only real spin-off we're getting
be around
anytime
here.
soon is Detective Pikachu 2, right? And the only
And
reason for
nasty,
that is also due to the
nasty.
movie.
yeah.
All
But
I'm
if you look
saying, that game sucks.
Fair enough. But here's the thing. But here's I can kind of agree. Detective Pikachu wasn't really as a game wasn't really that unique or great. Really, I don't know. It's just kind of boring.
It was all right. It was
but
all right.
Here's the thing.
No soul.
Here's the thing though. Like I think what's happening right now is that they're feeling threatened. Okay, because remember that Game Freak used to be their main moneymaker, right? Game Freak was the thing that was kind of like because the spin-offs weren't making them money that much. It's kind of like, hey, cool. We can make some side cash while Game Freak is working on the next big entry. But now the problem is that Game Freak isn't the only moneymaker. You have Pokemon Go making less money in terms of like if you look at like every time a Game Freak releases a new game, but for less making the equal amount of money you could say almost, but for way less effort, right? Because all they got to do is keep servers up and not fuck that up, but they still manage to fuck that up somehow. Like Niantic are fucking useless. But here's the thing,
that
right?
game is so buggy.
Oh yeah, indeed. But here's the thing, right? All they need to do is just add in new models that they already have finished, by the way, which is fucking ludicrous. They already have all those done. They have everything until generation fucking 8 essentially done that can be added into Pokemon Go. They just do it slowly because that way they can keep the game relevant for a way longer time. But what's happening though right now is that Game Freak is clearly in this weird position where there's another company that's doing what they've that's making more money than they are with way less effort. So they're just thinking to themselves, why would we put this extreme amount of effort in there if we're still going to make that money? What's the point? Why don't we just Like, why don't we just continue doing what the fuck we've been doing so far? That's like the way more worth it in terms of whatchamacallit, like like the money they make back from it.
Profit.
And I think exactly
Yeah.
profit. Thank you. That was the word I was looking for. Like they profit way more from that, and especially if you look at like how they've been now shifting over their focus. And I think what may end up happening is that there is a potential that they might want to take away, Game Freak's kind of position as being the ones who, maybe who potentially even buy them out. You know what I mean? Because Game Freak owns a huge chunk of the Pokemon brand. So maybe potentially
Yeah.
buying them out and giving the reign to somebody else who will make games potentially even way faster
You
with,
know what I'm gonna think?
with more
You
like
know what I'm gonna say?
weird, microtransaction shit. Like think about it.
Yeah, I'm
I
gonna
think-
say I bet if sorry, finish what you're saying.
Oh, I was gonna just say like because I think like as much as we attack Game Freak and frustrate over them, I still feel like they could be so much worse than what it is right now. Like sure they're cutting corners, but man, if they were like dickheads, they could easily put like microtransactions in our Pokemon games and be like, oh, you want to get Pokeballs? Well, guess what? There's a limited amount you can get per day in game to buy. The rest you have to pay $5.99 to get 100 Pokeballs. Fuck you. They could
No,
literally do that.
see-
No, they.
see,
This is
here's
the
the
thing.
thing.
If it was a different company, they
Yeah, I
would
will
do
bet
that.
you.
So I'm telling you just like that, as much as we had Game Freak, there is so much bad shit they could do that
Yeah,
they don't do yet.
Disagree.
I will bet
Disagree.
you
I don't
if
think.
Pokemon Company, let's say they get rid of Game Freak, they will give it to a worse studio, not a better studio. I would guarantee that.
Yep,
honestly.
yep.
I don't think Game Freak could get away with it. People would actually call them out for that. Tenfold.
Oh, but they would
I
still
think
get
that-
away with it. They would
Yeah,
still
they
get it.
would.
Dude, people accept that shit. Like, dude, people were complaining about it but in other franchises as well. But they kept going with it, and people just accepted it. People just ended up being okay with it, dude. Like Call of Duty, when they started, segregating content into DLCs and shit, people were pissed off at the beginning. But does it still sell? Yes, it's still the best-selling fucking franchise
Yeah,
in
maybe,
the world.
yeah,
It's
maybe.
ludicrous.
Nope. There's a problem.
And that's what I'm saying is like we're kind of lucky that Game Freak still has control, and I'm kind of scared if they lose it, I don't think a better developer will get their hands on it, but rather a worse one. And then we're gonna wish we still had fucking Game Freak there.
Oh my
So,
gosh, these
I don't
national
know.
decks people are gonna kill us. Oh my gosh. They're up all like, oh my gosh, get rid of Game Freak. We hate Masuda. We hate Omor. Oh my gosh, and then eventually it's just gonna be like,
It
okay,
gets
that's gonna
worse,
happen, that's
yeah.
gonna be worse.
And
Oh
that's
my
the thing,
gosh,
though.
y'all are gonna kill us. Oh my.
That's the thing, though. That's why I feel like they are putting focus onto other IPs because they're trying to diversify their revenue because they aren't the main Pokemon thing anymore. Pokemon Go is their rival, essentially. They're part of the same brand, but Game Freak isn't making money from Pokemon Go. Only the Pokemon Company as a whole is making money from there, and of course, a chunk goes to them eventually. But once that siphons through, Nintendo is the biggest, maker there, and the Pokemon, CEOs and the people, the investors and shit, the only ones that win there. Game Freak ends up in kind of a shittier position. Whereas when Game Freak releases their own games, they make money, but like they're in competition now, and that's why they made Let's Go as a way to pull in that audience, try to get that audience in there. Come on, let's get him in. Let's get him to play the the console game. Let's get him in. And that's why they did that. They were trying to benefit off of what Pokemon Go's
And now
success.
it's like its own thing
Exactly.
instead of just a companion.
Exactly, because here's the thing, right? Pokemon like mainline games were the main thing before. Now, unfortunately, they aren't anymore. Pokemon Go's taken that kind of is now a secondary thing, like right next to the mainline games. As much as we deny it, I mean, we might, people might deny it. That's just the truth of the situation. Pokemon Go is huge, and it's gonna keep being huge, no matter how much you hate it or whatever. It's going to be huge and it's going to keep making money. And that's a problem for Game Freak because that means that they aren't the main revenue source anymore, which means that the Pokemon Company in a whole looks way less at Game Freak than they would look at Pokemon Go that can make them more money and also more mobile games. Hence why in the last 3 years we've gotten more mobile games than we've gotten any of the spin-offs, if you think about it, right? Pokemon,
Yeah. Oh,
Pokemon
God.
Quest, Pokemon Magikarp Jump, Pokemon Duel, Pokemon Masters, probably some other one that I don't know about that's been released where I've totally missed it. Like they keep releasing more of those. But are we seeing any spin-offs? No, we're not. We're not because they cost way more money to make and make less sales. Whereas a mobile game can make you way more residual revenue. If you just get like out of 1 million people, if you can get 10,000 that are whales and will spend tons of money on your fucking game, just like going in there spending $5,000 on just microtransactions, you've made your money back. It's like you're fucking fine at that point.
I know, and it sucks because is it just me or would Pokemon Masters have been like the most cool? Like that would have been so perfect for a Sword and Shield post game event.
Oh, that
Oh,
would
yes.
be sick. Like I can see
Just
that.
having like all the
It
trainers and
still
stuff.
would've been-
Yeah, it's
hell
like
yeah.
because we got that kind of like with the Pokemon World Tournament. This would be like that, except cooler, and it would fit
Mhm.
Galar so well. And it's like, oh, we're getting a mobile crappy game instead. That's gonna suck. I don't know. About
Well, I
that,
mean,
but-
here's the thing, right? I will be honest. I think Pokemon Masters to me is like I think it's gonna be fun because I've always wanted that in a Pokemon game, like that kind of like thing where you can have like all the trainers are there and you can kind of collect them and shit. And I feel like that would have been way cooler. Yeah, I agree with you if that was in an actual game. And I'm hoping that Game Freak pulls a Let's Go on this one, where they see the popularity of the mobile version, right? And they're like, we can steal
Maybe
this.
we should include more content.
No, but like seriously, like I feel like that's one of those things where they can be like, well, we already have the models ready. We can just steal them from DNA, or whatever the fucking company's called. We just steal them from DNA. We can steal it from them, and people will like it because they're playing it there. We'll bring those people over, and I see dollar signs. Yes. Why?
Yeah, that's all that's in their brains. Like Zach, you were saying, look into the minds of Game Freak. That's what's in their mind.
They just
I
think
don't
of
know.
how they can make the most money.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't even know how much money they make. Like, what if most of it goes to the company and then they just get like?
No, I don't believe that.
Because
I mean,
I've looked up like certain.
not to the Pokemon company.
Because
but,
I've
like,
looked up certain developer networks, and it's so much smaller than you would think. Like some of them should be like multi-millionaires, and you see it, and it's like.
I mean,
have
they
this-
got like their split with Nintendo and all that stuff that they got to do.
Yeah, and just like Game Freak, I would assume they probably don't get as much as people think. Like, let
see.
me look it up because like I think that.
But I know
Yeah.
80 billion of like Pokemon's like revenue was just from merchandise.
Yeah.
So
Because like I'm
Masuda's
looking,
net
for
worth-
example.
So Masuda's net worth as of 2019 is between $100,000 to $1 million. That's his net worth.
Wow, that's a great range, man.
100,000 to $1 million. That's
See,
the
that's so small.
approximation.
And yet he's-
Approximate.
Exactly, and I'm like even Sakurai. I mean, this is still worth a lot, but when you put in perspective how popular games are, he's worth $10 million. Like Smash
That's
Bros.
way
is
more
more
than Pokemon, though. Damn, like.
Yeah, but like Masuda, like that's so tiny. So how can they be about? They're not making that much money. It seems like to me, from what I see.
No. But listen. We're not talking about like. I don't think we should be looking at like Masuda or Omori or any of them when we're talking about money. We should be
developers in
looking
general,
at
I
no,
don't
no. Not the developers. We should be looking at the company level, right?
Yeah, that's
like,
what I'm saying.
Let me see.
Yeah.
Who's the current like CEO of Game Freak? So it's currently the one who's CEO at. Let me see.
Ishihara?
No, it's not Ishihara. No, that's the Pokemon company, dude. I'm talking about who's like the person that's on top of.
Oh, Game
Tajiri,
Freak? Oh, you mean
Tajiri?
Game Freak? Like,
Tajiri. That's the guy who made Pokemon. So the guy
Oh,
who
yeah.
created Pokemon is the
Let's see
one
how much
making
he's
the most out of this. Like that's the guy who made Pokemon. Like that's why his name is Satoshi, because that's Ash's name in Japanese.
Jesus, he's worth $5.6 billion.
Yeah, because he's the one who owns. He's the one
Oh
who
my
owns.
God.
because he made freaking Pokemon.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, he could buy like he could buy Taylor Swift like 10 times.
God
Yeah.
damn.
That's
Yeah,
insane.
but dude, that's where the money goes. Like that's
Okay,
where the
that
money
makes
goes. That's like him and the investors, right? Him and the investors are the ones that make the most money because they'll just get handed money like left, right, center. They're the ones who make all that cash, brother, all that cash. And that's the thing. The upper people make the decisions, and then the lower people just gotta be like, well, fuck it. I guess we're gonna roll with this, guys. And then they're like, and they have to just crunch shit out. And the thing is, that's the thing with Game Freak right now. They're a company, right? That's just kind of in this weird position where they gotta keep making shit to make money, right? To stay afloat, to remain the main guys. If they don't keep making money, you know what I mean? They will eventually get phased out by the Pokemon company and the CEOs, and they'll be like, sorry, you're not making shit fast enough. You're not making enough money. We can make far faster shit with these guys, so they will move it over there. And then Game Freak, you guys, you can still make stuff, but just stay on the side, right? I feel like they're in a weird position right now. Like it doesn't excuse all their fuck ups, all their dumbass bullshit. Because I feel like I would buy their games 5 times over if they released a game that was at the level of Breath of the Wild. I'd genuinely go and buy fucking just extra copies just to have because I'd be so fucking happy with what they created. But the problem is they don't do that. They never will ever do that. There will never come a time in our lives where we'll see another Pokemon game that's at the level of the ones that we used to know when we were younger.
Mm-hmm.
All right, can we get back to the viewer questions now?
Yeah, sorry, go on.
Yep.
I really
All right.
derailed that one.
We really could rant about Pokemon for hours, especially Ruffle didn't.
Oh yeah, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Freaking Ben and Ruffle could have their own podcast and just be like another 6 hours of Pokemon rants or whatever. All right, let's see here. Extremely Tired says, if you could get any item from any Mario game spin-offs and all into Mario Maker 2, what item would you pick and why? So any item from Mario into Mario Maker?
I want those in Super Mario 3D World. There was like these dash panels, and they used them to recreate like a Super Mario Kart.
Oh, like you'd go really fast on them?
Yeah.
Those things?
They're
I would
not
say
in 3D
flood.
World.
I don't know if he means like, does he mean like items like for like a stage, or does he mean like power-ups? That's what I mean. Because maybe, I don't know if he means like stage parts or
either or.
power-ups.
I guess either or.
Yeah. Well, in terms of power-ups, I'd like to see like the double cherry from 3D World, bro. That'd be cool. Like to clone Mario. Clone Mario.
I want flood, so
Flood would be sick too.
that'd be really fun. Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah. All right. So next question from Adam: how do you like the battle system compared for Xenoblade 1 to 2? Dude, 1 is so confusing. Like literally 16 arts or whatever. Then you have to switch when like the future. When you see the future and shit, it's confusing as hell. Compared to 2, where you just spam the X button a million times. But you know, I'll have to like look that up because it's confusing as hell. Sora says, for the final Splatfest, Team Chaos or Team Order?
Chaos.
I'm not sure yet. I
I'm
don't know.
not sure either.
Pearl is better than Marina.
Oh, that's a lie. We all know that.
Pearl's the best, and Marina sucks ass.
Nah. But I don't know which team, but we should stream that if you guys are down, because that's the last Splatfest anyway. You know, like just have a good time or whatever. That would be pretty fun. We'd all have to pick the same team though, otherwise we get screwed over and can't team up.
Yeah.
And then it's also Sora's also saying, how did you find out about a certain game series that was previously unknown to you? Smash. I think most of the time it's just like my friends tell me it's like a good game and I try it out. It's pretty much how it's been. Hey.
Oh, I see a really hype trailer for Final Fantasy VII remake.
Let's see. Hey, I'm Random says, do you have any predictions for Pokemon that will be in Sword and Shield? I don't know. Fan favorites. Fan favorites, I think. You know. I don't know what he means by that.
The fact that we even have to guess.
Yeah, that's pretty upsetting. Yeah. Yeah, the fact that we even have to guess. Yeah. It should just be every Pokemon should be in.
I think it's hilarious that we don't have to guess about Vanillix. Like, everyone hates Vanillix, and Vanillix, he's not getting Thanos snapped, but your favorite is.
No, they have Garbodor in the game. They have Garbodor.
I know! I'm so hurt by that.
I was like, they have freaking...
People do realize that why they're in there.
Vanillix is one of my favorite Pokemon, but Garbodor, why?
He said, Masuda, we're picking fan favorites that we know fans have loved on their journeys.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
man, he
love
puts
Garbodor.
Garbodor. And then we all know it's going to be like Garchomp. Hell no, man.
If there's no Breloom, I am
Thanks.
whooping some ass. I'm swear.
I saw this leak saying that none of the starters other than Charizard will be in the game or something. I was
Yeah,
like,
no way. They can't do that. Even if it's none of the starters, they can't just have Charizard but not Venusaur and Blastoise. I mean, if they have Charizard, or I mean, if they have starters, it might just be the Kanto ones. But
it would be stupid. It's not that like they can't. They can. That's the sad thing. They can do that. They can pull one of those and be like, you know, Skedaddle, Skedoodle. We took Bulbasaur and the other noodle. You know, fuck you. Basically, they can do it. They can technically speaking do it.
I mean, it would be messed up, but I guess you could. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they can't. Not that they will, but they can.
I mean, they already did take away 400 Pokemon, right? So, yeah.
Thanos
we
really
didn't even
got
know
the
exactly
world
how many
Pokemon,
Pokemon
man.
are missing, though. That's the thing. Like, how many are actually missing is my question, then. Like, are we missing,
we don't
missing
know.
like 400, 500? Are we only going to get, like...
We could miss like
400
800 or...
Pokemon?
I saw this one alleged leak that was circulating around Japan where it was showing like, I think we were going to have like 150 to 200 Pokemon in this game or something.
What?
I mean, no.
We already have that
I'm
so
not
far
even
revealed.
joking.
No, Masuda already said there's
Sort of
1,000
revealed, that's
Pokemon
not-
in the game. Masuda said there's 1,000.
No, that's false.
No,
That's
he
false.
said-
That's
He said
false.
1,000
no.
counting forms.
No, dude. You
No,
are
he
totally
said-
misunderstood. No, that's not true. He said they have created at this point
Yeah.
across the board in Pokemon as a franchise, they reached over 1,000 Pokemon, including forms.
Wait, so they weren't
Which
talking about
means-
Sword and Shield?
No, they were
No.
not. No.
Damn, that article lied to me then.
You
that
did,
artic-
yeah. Either
got
you misread it
clickbaited.
or
Oh,
they
no.
actually
No, because they had a picture of Sword and Shield on there, and they were like, so they actually
Yeah.
got me there. Damn.
That's such a lie, and I fucking hate when people like. I've seen so many videos on YouTube that clickbait that shit. I'm like, no, there isn't 1,000 Pokemon. Stop fucking lying. It's not in the game. It's not even in total that I have 1,000 Pokemon yet. They're just saying that they have reached over 1,000 Pokemon if you count the fucking forms.
Mhm.
If you don't count the forms,
it doesn't like if people are using this as an argument to say that there's gonna be 200 brand new Pokemon in Sword and Shield. No, there isn't. That isn't confirmed.
That doesn't
Because
make any sense either.
Because because they try to make that argument because Masuda said there's 1,000 Pokemon if you count the forms. And I'm just like, no, that isn't. No, fuck off, you guys. That's not true. There's not gonna be 200 brand new Pokemon. That you're just assuming that, but no, he literally said forms. Do you know how many fucking forms there are? Do you know how many
There's so many.
forms there are of certain Pokemon? There are well over like 200 just
Bro,
forms.
Arceus gets 18, and then freaking Still Valley gets
Exactly.
18 right there. That's
Exactly.
36. There's
Just
36 right there.
If you just look at all of that, it's like ludicrous. So it's like I don't know. It's just bullshit trying to like them trying to make that fucking argument. Like,
It just makes it look good, but it's when you actually think about it, it's not that impressive. Unknown has freaking
Yeah.
28. Yeah. All right.
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
Anyway.
Okay.
All right. Adam says, what do you foresee as the final evolution typings for starters in Sword and Shield?
Oh my gosh, I saw that credible leak that leaked like everything say that Scorbunny was just gonna be a pure fighting type. I'm hurt.
Pure fire.
No,
It
pure
missed
fire.
fire.
Pure fire. That guy, like, he messed up his whole way of saying.
Oh,
It's grammar,
good.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. That I can live with that.
There's no way a fire starter would become pure fighting. It just
I know
wouldn't
that
make
made
sense.
no sense to me. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I can live with the pure fire. That's key. That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, but I think either that, like pure fire. I think people were speculating it could have been fire electric maybe.
Yeah,
For
but
water,
unlikely at this point.
and then for Sobble, people were saying water ghost. I think, and then
I was thinking that something sad, you know.
yeah, and then for what was it, Grookey? Everybody was thinking either grass or just grass and rock. I think,
Grookey's final
ground.
evolution's gonna be terrible.
or ground. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. So let's see. Delta says, question for everyone: how many new Pokemon do you expect in Sword and Shield?
70.
I expect 90.
I expect a little over 100.
I wish, but I don't think so.
That's not gonna happen.
What about you, Ruffled?
How many brand new Pokemon do I think is going to be?
Yeah,
Yes.
96. That's my number.
that's a very
And that
specific
includes
answer.
that includes by the way, that includes the legendaries and the mythicals.
Okay.
Does it include the Gala form?
Oh
That's
my
not even
God.
confirmed if they really have Galar forms. Because the original leak didn't say that. People are people misinterpret shit and like lie through their fucking teeth. I'm not saying you guys are, but I'm just saying like I've seen so many people try to make that argument. Like no, he didn't say. He just said that there's going to be like
Special
Galarian
forms.
evolutions for new Pokemon, for like old Pokemon. That's what's going to be up. Like for example, Farfetch'd getting evolution like Surfetch'd, right? Like that
No,
was talked
yeah.
about.
No, they
And
did say
also
that.
Gigantamaxed forms.
That's also because why he might have said 1,000 forms, bro. Like every Pokemon Gigantamax that counts as a form, I guess.
There's a problem.
Oh my
Yeah.
god. if
It's
you
just-
We'll
it's
get,
just-
5 new Pokemon, but 50 million like forms.
No, Arrow, no, you're totally
There's a problem.
again, you're misinterpreting, dude. That post that he made, that what he talked about, had nothing to do with Sword and Shield. He was making a general statement, okay? It was a
But don't
general
you think-
statement. It
but
was nothing
don't
about
you-
Sword and Shield.
But
Wait,
don't you
guys,
think he
let's
could have been?
transition to the, guys,
That
let's
was just a
transition.
statement. I just
Let's-
want to
this
put it out
next
so people
question
don't
is what we're talking
misinterpret
about.
it.
It says,
What?
will there be alternative forms in Sword and Shield, like in Gen 7? So, because we're kind of answering that right now.
I think yes,
Yeah.
in some sense, because they're so much cheaper to make. It's so much easier for them to just be like, hey, what if we just make like 80 new Pokemon? But then we take these existing models and we just change the color on them a little bit, and we give them a new typing, and voila, a new
Feels bad.
Pokemon. You know, that's
I
literally
want like
their
a ton of new
promotion show like
Pokemon. See, Unova was the last one to do that, and everyone hated on it. So now look at that anymore.
that. I liked it. I don't know why the fuck people hated it.
I know.
Unova's great. I love Unova.
They hated so much on Vanillux. Oh my gosh.
Vanillux is
now
fine. I
everyone's
love
laughing now.
Vanillux.
He
Vanillux-
survived the Thanos snap while you didn't. So
Vanillux was cool too. Anyway, I had one on my team. I think.
same.
I taught that shit like Ice Beam and Mirror Code and Flash Cannon. That thing was broken.
Yep.
Anyway.
Amazing Pokemon. I'm glad he's back.
Yeah. Hair Random says, do you think Sobble will have a good final evolution? Hell no. I don't care about Sobble. I don't care about Sobble. I don't know.
I think
maybe.
I don't know. I think all of them will look pretty good. Honestly.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Delta Z says, final question: how many new Pokemon type combinations do you expect? Maybe 10. I don't know. I doubt they're really gonna take.
I don't even know what that means, man.
Like how many new
Like
types
type
that we
combos,
like
you know,
Oh,
typings.
I don't know. I don't.
That's a
It
really
don't wait.
bad-
Didn't wasn't Confirm getting like a Dark and Fairy, and it was that little goblin thing or something?
Yeah, Impidimp.
It looked so cool. I like that.
Yeah, that's like the first time
Okay.
we've gotten that typing. So it's basically like how many of those
Yeah.
Pokemon you think will get that like types have never
I'm-
happened before? I think
Probably
10.
a few. Yeah.
10's like
A
my
good
guess.
amount.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's see. Sora says, "What is your favorite Galar Pokemon that's been shown so far?" Wooloo for me,
Wooloo.
probably. Yeah, Wooloo.
Wooloo.
Yeah, probably Wooloo.
Corviknight
Yeah.
and Wooloo for me. I can't
Yeah.
I know
separate those two.
Corviknight's so amazing too.
Yeah,
but now that
Corviknight's
it's
sick too.
down-
Yeah, I like Corviknight also. Yeah.
Yeah. Now that the hype is still down, though, I'm loving that Wooloo. They're just.
hmm
Okay.
Cam Lewis's question for Arrow: What do you think of a more grown-up, mature Rex in 20 years being the main protagonist of Xenoblade 3 when it happens? See, the thing about this is I feel like what they're gonna do is they kind of like having their alternate stories with each game. Like we saw like Xenoblade 1, and then when people were speculating about Xenoblade 2, they were wondering like, are we even gonna get like a game with just Shulk again and like more of the same from Xenoblade 1? But they gave us, a new protagonist, new story, just completely different, but it's like similar to like it has references to Xenoblade 1, but it's a full-fledged own game by itself. I think that's what they're going to do with 3. They're not going to really continue it because they like having like its own separate story, because then people don't have to play the first one and then play the second one to understand the third one. They just like having alternate stories, so you can start anywhere. Bun says Zacian or Zamazenta. I don't know, actually, to be honest. I still haven't been able to decide which version I should get. Do you
I like
guys know?
Zacian.
Zacian.
The sword one looks. I mean, the shield one looks stupid. So not that one.
They both look stupid, in my opinion. One's just
Yeah,
holding a shield, and
I
one
agree.
has a shield main.
I agree. They suck. I hate those legendaries. I think they're the weakest.
Like
legendaries in the whole thing.
I just, and the box art does not look appealing to me.
Yeah, it looks so plain.
It's literally just a white box with a swirl of red and blue, and then a picture of the legendary.
like at least Sun and Moon looked really cool. I
Yeah.
like the legendaries back in a lot.
I legit can't decide like between Zacian and Zamazenta. I might have to
I
do like
choose the one.
I like might have to do a poll on Twitter to see what people are choosing, and just like why you choose, or maybe like see what the version exclusive Pokemon are, and like whichever one has the better ones.
That's
Because
true.
I can't, I can't decide. Do you think that the final Splatfest in Splatoon 2 will decide Splatoon 3 if there is one? Oh, this could actually happen, because you guys remember when Splatoon 1 had its final Splatfest? It was Callie versus Marie, but the answer to whoever won was the campaign for 2.
Oh my gosh, that's
Yeah.
fun.
Because, like, I think it was Marie won,
That's
so
so
Marie ended up being good in 2, but Callie ended up being evil.
Their
Because
minds, oh
of
my
that.
gosh, that's cool.
So what if like this time, if Chaos wins, then the next game everything is Chaos, or if it's Order, then everything is Order, or something like that? I could see that happening, to be honest.
I like
I
that,
think
yeah.
honestly, I feel like they might do something like that. I think like the final Splatfest, they definitely like created it for a reason, and I think it probably will relate to something in Splatoon
Yeah.
3.
But dang, do we really need a Splatoon 3? Why not just continuously update Splatoon 2 until the next
Boring.
Well, I mean, the thing with 2 is they had to move on to Animal Crossing because it's the same team.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, for sure. But I don't
That's
like. Do
why.
we need a Splatoon 3 right away? I don't know.
Not right away, but honestly, I feel like it could happen on the Switch again. Like, we could just get a Splatoon 3 on the Switch instead of the next Nintendo system.
Oh,
Which is crazy to think about, but I could see it like 2022, 2021, late like 21, like because in 2021 it'll have been 5 years since Splatoon 2. So I mean,
maybe yeah. Man, and oh man, it's so nice that they're moving on to Animal Crossing. So like we're gonna get so many cool updates with Animal Crossing. I remember New Leaf had some cool updates. I bet like New Horizons will have like way even better cool stuff. Like, gosh.
I hope it doesn't. I hope we
It'd be
get
so-
0 updates.
oh my god.
None.
Let's see. Mudkip says, "Is there any specific animal or creature that you want to be a Pokemon?" Dolphin for me.
That's cool.
I don't know about any dolphin.
A yellow mouse.
A yellow mouse. Yeah, we don't have that totally.
I'm trying to think. I can't really. I mean, I remember my dream was like a pumpkin, but we got that in Gen 6, and I loved
Oh,
it
yeah.
so much.
Do we have
What?
like a
I only got what I wanted. I wanted another sheep Pokemon and a fucking raven, and I got exactly what I wanted. Only thing I'd want anymore is like a dolphin and Anguchi.
You know what I'll say? I'll say a tea kettle, a tea thing for the new generation. Because think about all the memes, like the spill the tea meme.
Oh
That
man,
would be
it's
hilarious.
like it's such a random object that I can actually see it happening. Just like how we got
yeah,
keys.
I could see it. It would have a cute little face. I mean, they literally. Yeah, I think they'll do it.
They
think
literally
that's
gave us
so
keys.
weird.
Next thing you know,
It'd
they're
be
just
like fire and water or something weird. Or fire.
yeah. Next thing you know, they're just gonna like look. They're just gonna look around in their room or whatever when deciding new Pokemon. Here's a stapler Pokemon, man. Here's a
Hey,
chair
they have Klefki.
Pokemon.
They have a key Pokemon.
Exactly.
they
That's what I
have
mean.
an
They're just gonna look around their room and find Pokemon
Yeah.
ideas
Guys,
from there.
You're a genius. A kettle. They should do a kettle Pokemon.
Yeah, I think that would be so cool.
And a
its
chair.
pre-evolution
And a
could be a little cup. The
And a
pre-evolution could be
table.
cute little cup of tea, and then it would evolve into a kettle.
And a table. Oh wait, no, we already have Avalugg. My bad. All right.
Oof.
Oh, we already have a fridge, don't we? Yeah. Rotom.
Oh yeah, Rotom.
Yeah, Rotom has a
and
fridge.
Washing machine. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Let's see. What do you think about the Spirit Sheikah technology and Malice trio? Malice equals power, Sheikah equals wisdom, Spirit equals courage. And do you think that Link is getting his own champion power, or is it a new rune? I'm not really sure what it's asking.
I think he's asking like, will Link get his own unique power in the new?
I would think
Like,
so. Maybe they
Because
could
you
actually
got all the
like
powers from the champions in the original.
yeah they could change a lot of that in Breath of the Wild 2 also, like maybe like, you know how we had all those runes of like creating ice blocks and bombs and all that. Maybe they could just give us a whole set of 5 new ones, you know.
Yeah,
I could see that
that'd be cool
happening.
if we got a new power. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. Okay.
Sora says, which Ganondorf remains do you think is in Breath of the Wild 2, Twilight Princess or Ocarina of Time, etc.?
I don't know.
Twilight.
If it's Twilight, that would be ridiculous. But there's really no way to tell. I mean, you know,
Mhm.
we just have to hope it's one that is interesting.
Upcoming game.
Upcoming games that were announced at E3 that have gotten you more hyped ever since it was announced elsewhere. Astral Chain, I think. Like he means like games that have already been announced, but you got even more excited after
yeah.
E3. I think. Yeah, Astral Chain for me.
Yeah, I think Astral Chain for me too.
Final
Cyberpunk.
Fantasy- Final
Cyberpunk.
Oh, that too.
Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
Fantasy,
Yeah.
Final Fantasy 7.
Oh, that's too.
Cyberpunk
Yeah.
2077. Fucking Keanu, dude. That shit
I
got
can't
me
wait for that game. I'm buying that day one.
Dude,
Yeah.
I pre-ordered it the moment I saw fucking Keanu. I was like, yep.
Period.
It's my reaction.
Okay.
Fucking
Can't wait.
Alex says, what games do you think had the biggest impact on who you are as a person right now?
Aw.
That's a pretty deep question.
For me, I would say Pokemon, Animal Crossing, and Smash Bros.
But those are franchises.
Pokemon has made me really angry.
I know, but
so
it's
I
like-
guess Pokemon.
So Smash Bros. Well, I mean, I remember in Pokemon, like a bunch of my friends from my childhood, I made just through Pokemon. Like literally, we just like played the games together and we became
Yo,
friends.
honestly, I made
Ooh.
so many friends playing through Diamond and Pearl back in the day. Like
Exactly.
oh, so many friends.
Pokemon definitely.
for me.
And then
Yeah.
it's like now I have a channel making
Mm.
videos about it where I've built like a platform. So Pokemon would definitely be one of those. Smash Bros. I just have so many great memories playing with all my friends.
Yeah,
growing
Brawl
up.
days, Melee days. Yeah,
Yeah, Brawl.
definitely.
Yeah, Brawl Melee. That's why I say franchises because like, you know,
You're right,
it was
yeah.
continuation, but I made memories each time with those. So.
Can
And
I
then Animal
say now,
Crossing
sir?
is just.
Oh, cool.
Let me just say real quick. Animal Crossing is. It's why I feel certain things with aesthetics and. Anyway, go ahead.
Oh, it's okay. I'm sorry for interrupting, by the way. But for me personally, it would probably be Pokemon, and then Peter
Sorry?
Jackson's The King Kong video game, which probably sounds like totally random for you guys. I know, it
Yeah.
probably sounds super random. But that game actually really defined my childhood because whenever I got that game for the first time was when when World of Warcraft came out and I couldn't play World of Warcraft, so I was like, it's fine, I've got Peter Jackson's The King Kong, the video game. And like
Is
for
it
some
good?
reason that was dude, it was like so difficult for me when I was a kid to play through it. It was so hard. Like it was one of the most retarded games, but it was actually really fun because it was like puzzle solving and it was super fucking scary for me as a child. But I love that game and it defined like my, you know, kind of like what gaming is for me today. It was Pokemon that game, and then definitely I would say again Star Wars Battlefront 2 because I feel like that was the no I think I'd switch out that for Counter-Strike 1.6 because Counter-Strike was the first PC game I ever played. And it was also like that game also like I pursued YouTube like way deeper when I played that, like the later versions of that, like Counter-Strike Global Offensive, and then after I quit that game I kind of moved over to Pokemon again. But yeah, those like I think those three games definitely define my childhood when it comes to, you know, just kind of like, you know, where I am today as a person.
Nice.
Nice. Let's see. Adam says, if you could pick one music track to listen to all day from a game, what would it be?
That's such a good question, actually.
Oh, dude, I have so many like music tracks I like from Pokemon games, and even just other video games too.
I would probably listen to something honestly minimalistic, because then it wouldn't be like
Yeah, not something so
give me
like
a headache.
epic. It's just like, yeah, you know, just like in your
Yeah.
ear. all day,
I
but
would
something.
choose some Zelda music then.
I would say like probably one of the night themes from like Animal Crossing, where it's just like doom. This is one I forgot what hour it is, but it's like doom.
I love Rivali's theme from Breath of the Wild.
Yes.
Rivali's my favorite champion, so yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, I would just listen to Animal
Alpha,
Crossing hourly theme.
yeah, Alpha says if you could change whatever you wanted about Sword and Shield, what would you change? Give me the national
Graphics.
dex, national
Graphics.
dex, national dex.
No, well,
I care more about a national dex than graphics in my,
I don't.
I would change. I mean, if it's actually because we don't know yet, but I would make literally the best post game ever. I would
Yeah,
make
same
sure that
here.
we get a Battle Frontier, we
You
get
know what? No, fair enough, fair
events
enough.
for legendary Pokemon, we get everything we've been wanting. I would make sure that that happens.
Hmm.
The graphics,
I agree
you
with
can
you.
sit down. National Dex, you can sit down. This is something that actually matters to me.
I agree with
No,
you
it's
because
fair
I was thinking the same thing before, like, because I read the question earlier while you were going through the other ones. I definitely agree with that because, honestly, who cares about the graphics and the missing Pokemon as long as like the whole experience throughout is fucking amazing and fun. And once
Exactly.
you get to the post game, there's an actual fucking post game.
Exactly.
You know,
That's the
as
point.
long as that is there, I don't care if my fucking bike is clipping into the ground or the trees look like shit.
Exactly.
As long as the whole experience is fucking perfect, then I'm fine with all the hiccups. But
Yep.
if that fucks up, if like, because we don't even know about the post game yet. We don't even know about that.
Yeah.
So
They-
we're
they-
already complaining as is.
They could be
Who knows?
BSing, but the guy Omori did say that the post game will be good, but don't.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
true.
I mean, they're just trying to sell their game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
who knows?
But to be fair,
Maybe
though, they
they-
did tell people. They did tell people even before Sun and Moon was announced. They did tell people, please lower your expectations.
Yeah, that's true.
That's so
So-
stupid, by the way.
It's
but
sad that they
have
it's sad that they have to do that. It's sad that they have
Yeah.
to do that. But
That's so fucking dumb. But like, but
they
then,
knew it was garbage. They knew they were selling us garbage.
yeah.
yep.
I was,
But like, I really hope that like what he said about the post game being very expansive and big with a lot of options. I hope that is
Yep.
true. I
He
really
said,
hope so.
yeah. Apparently, Omori said it's deep, whatever that means. You know?
Hey, that,
Yeah, but
that's good.
developers
That
say a
sounds
lot of
good. That
things.
sounds better than lower your expectations.
Yeah.
We'll see.
All right. Delta says, do you think that there's going to be another legendary opposed to the ones on the cover of Sword and
Yes.
Shield? Yeah, the third one, like in every game. Yeah. Seto
it was
says,
already hinted at in the trailer.
yeah, and the leak said it too. It's called like
Yeah.
like Eternus or something, Eternatus, something like
Oh
that.
yeah, Eternatus.
Yeah, something like that. All right. Seto says for Sir Aerospray. Oh man. Do you or any of your friends have the European Pokemon survey? What did they ask? Oh yeah, there was like a survey going around, wasn't there? Like
Yeah, I don't.
asking
Yeah,
about
we already know. If you want to know what's in there, just
it.
literally either jump on my channel or somebody else's channel because there's already like a breakdown of what's in that survey.
Oh, nice.
I did a
Yeah.
video on my channel like
Yeah,
breaking it down.
I
if you
don't.
wanna
I
see
don't
it.
really think that the feedback's gonna matter because Masuda just gave a big no, shut the fuck up in his
Oh no,
response.
they specifically asked in it like, are you like how many Pokemon games have you played, and are you fine with like the lack of certain amount of if not all the Pokemon are there. How important is it for you that all Pokemon are there and stuff like that? I feel like that's a good maybe thing for like future, like,
It's a good
situations.
start. I guess it could help them
Yeah.
understand that people care, but I mean,
Yeah,
we'll
I
see.
just don't understand why they're not here.
it's really come to this. Like like we pretty much gave them excuses for every corner they cut, but now they're just taking something that's a part of Pokemon. Like it's.
Yeah, and I still
Yeah.
understand people defending it so wholeheartedly. Like, I just don't understand that. How can you just blatantly accept?
Like, and
like,
we're not doing it to
this?
be like mean people. We're just trying to make Pokemon better because we know what it could be.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah.
Like
I
we're
will
not.
admit that some of
Like,
those statements there sounded so
Yeah,
unsettling
people
about,
are dumb, bro. Like, do you think I wake up every morning just like I can't wait to trash on Pokemon Sword and Shield today? No, like I'm trying to, we're trying to make it better.
You know how much this fucks my bottom line, by the way, about people being pissed off about the shit? I benefit from everybody being happy about Pokemon. I lose when people are fucking angry about this shit because I have to basically figure out, oh, great. If I hate this game, then I'm going to have a million people fucking hating my ass. But if I like this game, I'm going to have a million fucking people hating my ass. It was so much
Yeah,
better
you
before
literally-
we fucking knew this shit.
Well,
yeah,
I
you
kind
talk
of-
about Pokemon at all, you're gonna get dislikes on your video no matter what now.
Oh
Well,
yeah.
to be fair, I don't get that many dislikes on mine, so I kind of won.
Oh, yes, you do, man. I've seen your videos.
No, dude, you do.
Not,
Some of your
not
videos.
compared
Yes, you
to
fucking
mine.
I mean,
do.
we don't mean like a 50-50 ratio, but you can see like a good amount,
We're
you
talking
know.
about, like, you get like
you get a chunk, mate. Like there's
Yeah.
definitely.
under 90.
I don't see.
If you get under 90, there's a slight issue.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean,
But I don't know.
I always do ratios. Like if I've got 1,300 likes versus only 100 dislikes, I'm like, that's nothing.
Yeah, but I think I saw one of your videos, or maybe it was Silk Spectre's video, that had like I don't know 5,000 likes and then like 2.8k dislikes.
That
Yeah.
was mine. Yep, that was mine.
That was yours. Yeah, thoughts. See, that's what I'm talking about. Like,
See, yeah, that's not a good
there's-
ratio.
that's
Yeah.
not a good ratio at all.
Yeah, that one was
Yeah.
good.
Vanillix says, what do you think of Mario Maker 2? We already talked about that. Adam says, Zach, how come you never make lunch early so we can start the podcast on time?
It was not
it
my
wasn't.
fault this time.
Yeah, it wasn't even Zach this time. It was Ruffled.
But I
didn't
did
come.
not make lunch either. I'm starving and I didn't have breakfast. So all I've had is grapes. So
Oh damn.
Great.
I'm so bad. I always put off eating. I don't even know why. But yeah.
Yeah. Favorite Pokemon song not including anime?
Route 47.
Ooh.
Champion Cynthia theme.
Holy shit! I can't answer.
There's
this
so many
this
good
fast.
songs though, dude.
Yeah, I mean, like that's the thing, like Champion Cynthia theme, but I also love Red's theme. I also love the Gym Leader theme from Black and White. Like, you know.
Honestly, if I had to go by like my childhood favorite, then Champion Steven. I remember literally the first time I played it and I finally made it to him, I had like goosebumps like all over. I was like, oh my gosh, this is the coolest sounding thing ever. And I just loved it. So
I'm gonna go Dialgram Palki's.
That's also good. Yeah.
that theme is so pretty. It's like the piano is just something.
Yeah.
the Smash Bros. theme is so good.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah.
Route 47.
I forget what that sounds like. I
I don't
don't
even
know.
remember
I don't know.
what
Yeah, I don't know the themes by Root. So.
Yeah, I've
you know.
listened to it a million times, so. Like,
Oh, the root music in X and Y was so good. Holy.
In X
my
and
gosh,
Y.
remember
I
the
forget
music
everything
in,
from X and Y.
Remember?
Route
Okay,
15.
y'all know this one. Y'all know 110. That is a classic.
Oh
my
yeah,
gosh.
yeah. 110. I think I remember that.
I
one.
don't know what 110 is.
Oh my, it's such a classic. Like I can just hear it every time I see that picture.
I just don't know. I don't know what they sound like by the name. What's it from?
Yeah.
It's from Ruby and Sapphire.
Vanillix says one last question. What is your favorite Zelda game?
Oh,
Breath of the Wild for me.
Ocarina of Time.
Oh
thingy.
yeah.
Nice.
Favorite Zelda game? Oh, Wind Waker and Breath of the Wild. I don't know which one. I would probably lean towards Breath of the Wild because it's so good, but Wind Waker I loved as well.
Nice.
The only thing I didn't like about Wind Waker was that Triforce quest. That really, it was not even fun to me. I was dying. Oh my gosh. But the rest
Play
was
the Wii.
perfections.
Or did you play the
I played the Wii U, yeah, and the original. I played both, but I never beat the original because I sucked at game. But I was able to beat Wind Waker HD.
What about you, Ruffled? Favorite
Huh?
Zelda game?
what then?
Favorite Zelda
Other
game?
games? Oh, Zelda game? Theme?
Yeah. No,
just
favorite
your
like.
game.
Oh, game. See, that's kind of weird because I haven't played all of them or too many of them in general. I think
Yep, you're disgusting.
Strange one. I would say probably one.
Just say a goddamn answer and I'll judge you.
He's gonna say Triforce Heroes. I know it.
No. No.
Oh my
No,
god,
no,
that was
no.
also in Nintendo's E3 2015. Oh god.
Literally the worst E3 ever.
No,
worst
I think
Wow.
no.
Trash.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I think it's Minish Cap for me.
Okay.
What?
Yeah, it's I know it's probably really. That's what I'm saying. It's probably a really weird one because it was one of the few ones I actually did play. Because I never got to play like Ocarina of Time or any of those really. I never
Did
got
you
to
never play
experience
Breath of the
those.
Wild?
Yes, I did, but like I never got to finish it because it was literally whenever like I bought it was just when like we were in the high season of leaks and shit during like Let's Go. It was like prior to Let's Go being announced, so I bought the game and like because I bought my Switch in the U.S. when I was there for PAX East. Jeez, and the games I bought about 4 or 5 games straight away, and one of those games was Breath of the Wild. But actually I think I bought Pokémon, Breath of the Wild, Mario Kart 8 or whatever, and like maybe another game or so. I'm not sure, but like I remember I started playing it, and like I came home to Sweden, and as I came home, like as soon as I was about to, like just lay down, chill, play the Switch, all of a sudden just explosions all over the place with like leaks and shit, and like oh my god, this shit came out, this logo, look at this logo, and I was like, fucking content, and I just totally forgot about playing through the game. And then over time, like my brother just picked it up and he's just playing through the whole thing. He loved it so much that he was like, "Can you buy the DLC for me, please?" And I was like, "Sure."
Oh my
so
gosh.
He,
Yeah,
he
you
got
gotta get to
excited
that,
when
dude.
like they
Gotta get
heard
that.
about the second one. Yeah, I
Yeah,
want to
it's
play.
great.
The problem with me though is I just don't end up having enough time like in a general day nowadays. I just
Oh,
get caught
yeah.
up with like too much thinking, I guess.
Yeah, it's freaking great, dude. My brother's playing it right now. He's having a lot of fun.
Heck yes.
But yeah, let's see. Sora says, "What is the best Mario game in your eyes?" 64, I
Mario
think.
Sunshine. That's a great
64
Super Mario
for me.
Sunshine. Period.
Mario Sunshine.
Sunshine is
Yeah.
definitely up there too. I don't know.
Galaxy
it's like
2 for me.
Yeah, Galaxy 2 also. There's a lot of good 3D Mario games, or
Sunshine
even
was-
just best Mario games.
Yeah, 3D Mario's like best Mario games type. Like way better than 2D, way better than everything else. 3D Mario's the best.
Except for Odyssey.
Odyssey is amazing. Delta Z says, "Will the Sonic Hedgehog movie recover from the hate of the Sonic design?"
No.
I don't know.
Yes.
I don't give a crap about Sonic, so whatever.
Movie's not. The movie will not be good no matter what, honestly. And I'm not even just saying this to hate on Sonic. Like Detective Pikachu wasn't that good, and I just don't expect us to get a good new video game movie anytime soon.
I think it'll be better than the
Let's see. Sora says, "Thoughts on Google
I don't think
Stadia?"
so.
No, it's definitely not.
Thoughts on
Thoughts on
Google
Google
Stadia?
It's very
Terrible. Yeah, terrible.
Boring.
Yeah, y'all can keep that threat. Seriously though, like imagine Google actually having a presence in the game industry. A nightmare. They're literally the worst company. Like look at what they do with YouTube. Imagine if they did that to video games. No, thank you.
Oh man,
The
yeah.
games are still full priced as well. It's
Yeah, a threat.
It's
literally a
it's
threat,
literally
like,
a
no one can buy it.
licensed game that you're streaming or whatever, and you have to
Yeah,
pay
it's a
full
threat.
price.
Because like if it's successful,
Yeah.
then I can't even imagine how horrible the game industry would become. Because then like the competition would copy it. Because just no, keep it.
They already
keep it.
do.
They're trying to move
Streaming is
into an
already a
all.
thing.
I know.
They're trying to move into an all digital world, like without having.
I know,
physical.
and I hate that. Like, and if you actually think about it too, it's funny because remember, like, it just shows how time has changed. Because I remember 2013. Remember when Microsoft revealed the Xbox One, and everyone hated them because they said it was gonna be always online, and it was so bad they had to change it. And now we're getting a full-on console that is always online. It's full on. You have to have an internet connection, and nobody's saying a word, and everyone's just like, oh.
Well, because it isn't really a console in its.
Yeah, it's not like it's not a new
and-
Xbox, a new PlayStation. I get it.
And here's
But
the thing, dude. I don't think enough people
keep it.
even give a shit to begin with about the whole
yeah, no
thing.
one's gonna
think
buy.
people
I
are
hope
just
no
like,
one buys
okay.
it. It's likely gonna fail. And
Oh,
I
it
hope it
already
doesn't.
has pre-ordered, dude, from like sweaty little nerds. Like, there are people
Yeah.
who always will give money to retarded shit because they're fucking stupid.
Yeah,
Um,
they can keep that threat.
Yep.
It should fail.
Dude, as long as I have my fucking Switch, my PlayStations and shit, I'm Gucci.
Yeah.
All right.
And my
Delta's.
PC, of course. My baby.
Yeah.
My
Delta
sweetheart.
says,
Oh, you're so beautiful.
question for everyone's opinions on Pokemon Masters. Looks cool.
I think it looks. I am happy about it. Like, I know it's gonna be microtransaction valley essentially. It's gonna be so much shit that shit in there. But
Yeah.
I've always wanted a game where I can collect all the trainers, in like this one kind of like place and kind of collecting them and like bringing them on with me on a little journey. And I think that this game has far more effort than it should have in it. You know what I mean? Like for a mobile game, the trailer that was shown, it had far more shit in it than I expected from the game.
And it was like an
Like,
anime trailer too. The whole thing that.
yeah,
they
that
did.
as well. Like, there clearly is a level of effort in this that I didn't expect from it. Like, I expected less. That's the thing. I expected way less, dude. But there's a
Yeah.
lot there, and I'm just kind of like, I mean, hey, I'll give you some credit, man. You guys, like, shit, damn.
It was kind
yeah,
of.
I agree. Definitely.
Yeah, it was
More
kinda
effort than there needs to be, which is
Mhm.
good
Exactly.
to see. Very good.
Yep.
to see.
But then again, it's different from Game Freak. It's taking DNA, dude. It's like,
yeah.
it's like, goddamn, man. Even the mobile game company does like puts more effort into their shit. Than Game Freak.
When
Come
they
on.
when they bring back all the Battle Frontier brains, oh my gosh.
Oh man.
I just know they're gonna do it.
Delta says, question for Ruffled. I never played a single Pokemon game when I was growing up because my family couldn't afford it, and I only watched the anime. How does that make you feel?
Sucks to suck.
Poor thing. I'm so sorry.
God.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I can just say, when you get the chance, play the games you've missed. Dark Forest.
Only play Kanto.
Only play Kanto. Kanto. Definitely play Fire Red and Leaf Green though, at least.
No, play Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee.
Dark Forest actually says, do you think or do you have hope that Game Freak will change their mindset when it comes to Pokemon games and listen? Probably not.
No,
I don't think so.
no.
Because they know
Wait, do I
know
have
they
hope that they'll change their mindset. I don't know.
because they know they can do whatever they want and people will still buy it. That's the issue.
Yeah, but I mean they are getting more backlash than I've ever seen. So
Yeah, I mean,
maybe
eventually,
something can change.
maybe, yeah, because, Masuda still, he tweets on all that, but he's still getting bombarded with bring back National Dex, so.
Yeah. Yeah.
you know, event like that's gonna keep going on and on. He I don't know, like,
Yeah.
you know,
I mean, if
that's
they just gave a goddamn valid, like an actual valid excuse, that's the issue. We don't see why it's not.
yeah. He says like
That's-
there's high fidelity of animations, but it's like the same double kick from Gen 7. It's like
And they say they're pouring their hearts out, but the game looks the same, like identical to Sun and it's like,
I mean, what if the story is beautiful though? What if the post game is amazing? I don't
that's
know.
all I can say, and I can't say anything right now until because I haven't played the game. But if I play that
Yeah.
game and the story's mediocre, I'm gonna be pissed. You know, that's like the only thing I can say right now. And it's like just I hope that the game is good so that I can say, all right, you made a killer story, so I can accept that you did all this other shit. But like, it better be one
And a
damn good of a
post game,
story.
too.
It better be
We
one
need
damn
a
good of a
post.
story. Also for Zach, I've never played an Animal Crossing game ever. What makes it fun and what does it have to offer?
Ooh, can I answer this? Can I answer this? Can I answer this? It's Farmville, but with tax fraud.
Yeah, what makes it fun is that it never ends. So every time you open up the game, there's something new to do, and it's beautiful. And whatever time it is for you, and what time of year it is, than it is in the game, which makes it feel fresh and current and relatable. And it's so
just
good.
It's just you constantly just keep growing it. There's no like end to the game. That's the best part.
Yeah,
Like you
and
can't
it's
say like
always fun.
you can't say like I beat Animal Crossing New Leaf. There is no way to beat it. You know.
Exactly.
If-
And what
Yeah.
I like to describe Animal Crossing as is life if it was happy and perfect, like if there was no suffering or anything like that. And I think that that's actually a really beautiful concept.
But a
Yeah.
lot of tax fraud, though, right?
Seems like
but
it
if
with
the
this feature.
games never ended, then why were people so desperate for Animal Crossing Switch?
Because of
'Cause we want-
hardware. Hardware still
Yeah.
transitions, not the game.
Yeah. We want those new features and all that cool stuff. We're
Uh,
still
would
playing our
you
new leaf every minutes each day, you know?
would you
But
Okay.
wa- would you want a Mario Sunshine style in Mario Maker 2? Oh, obviously.
Yes,
That would be
please,
amazing.
please.
Yeah, it would be freaking
Please.
sick.
Yeah.
Cartoons 2 says Satoshi Tajiri, what happened to him? Why is he not saying a word? What was the reason?
I can answer this. I can answer
Yeah.
this. See, here's the thing. He's involved with the manga side of things. That's where he puts his like kind of heart and soul into, like the books,
Aw.
Pokemon books. He doesn't involve himself with the games because he's just a CEO. He doesn't really go down and make choices. And actually, he's a little bit disappointed with where the things went with Pokemon. His original goal was for Pokemon to be a bit more brutal. If you ever read the Pokemon manga, which by the way,
Yeah.
highly recommend it. If you ever read it, you'll see that it's far more brutal than it is in the games.
Yeah, I remember.
Like Pokemon are cut in half. An Onix gets literally fucking chopped into pieces.
Damn.
Graveler gets frozen and then chopped into halves as well. Arbok gets his head cut off. Beedrill gets burned to death. Like there's a lot of
Yeah, I
gruesome
remember
shit.
reading. I remember reading the manga when I was a kid. I was like, "Whoa, what the heck?" Like,
It's really brutal. It's truly brutal.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, though. He likes that side of things, so he doesn't involve himself. He still does a little bit of like press and shit, like a little press stuff, when it comes to that side of things. But he doesn't involve himself with the games. Like he's just a CEO. He doesn't like really, put his face out there because he just doesn't want to. The man has a lot of money and he just wants to just chill and waste that money, Like he still loves Pokemon clearly because he involves himself in the manga a lot more, and the books and shit, you know what I mean, and also where the movies will go. But he doesn't care really about involving himself with the games because that's kind of he just left that over to the developers at Game Freak to kind of handle. So yeah, that's why we don't see him much because we're out there for the games, right? If you're into the manga and shit, you'll probably see him a lot more. Because if there's so many different versions of the manga, so many iterations, the books and shit, there's weird stuff with Pokemon that you never really know about unless you really dive deep. And that's where he involved himself far more.
This next question.
The one after
Soldier
was
Jake Train, by the way, in the chat. Sorry, I wanted to answer this. Amazon, dude, go buy it on Amazon. Or if you just don't want to pay for it, just literally in the internet, just search up Pokemon Adventure manga and just read
Oh
it
my
from the
God.
first part to the end.
That is so funny that you're promoting piracy. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't give a shit, dude. The shit's old, man. Like, fuck it, dude. Like, it's really expensive, man. Also, it's like
You can
300
get it for free
euros.
at your library too.
It's
So
like
I
300.
mean,
I don't know. I'm saying 300 euros. It's like really fucking expensive. I know because I bought the
Yeah, oh
shit.
my
I
God.
own it.
yeah, I like this question from Vanillux. What would happen if Game Freak went 2D again? You know what I could
kinda like
see?
that.
You know what it would be cute is like an Octopath style Pokemon game, like Octopath.
Oh, I can see that.
art
But that would
Yeah,
be
like-
black and white then. Kinda
like 2D,
'cause that's
but
what
still
kind of
in
black and
HD.
white was
Yeah,
for,
exactly, but all sparkly and pretty. I actually
Yeah.
honestly, I want them to give that a try because they haven't gotten a single 3D Pokemon game right yet. Not a
Yeah.
single one.
Yep.
That's
So
true.
maybe
Also,
go
it'd be
back
so
to
much
2D.
easier,
Maybe
by
you'll
the
get
way.
your heart and soul back. I don't know.
Yeah, it's like there would also be so much. You know what they should do? We need a Pokemon maker, dude. Like we genuinely need a Pokemon maker, dude. Just like the option to just kind of like, just no, listen, dude. Listen, the fans have made Pokemon makers. Okay, I know a guy. One of my viewers is also a close friend to me nowadays. Akuma. He's literally making a fucking like Pokemon maker. You know what I mean? In 3D, and he has all the shit there where you can just kind of like do all the shit. You know what I mean? I feel like that you could definitely take kind of the old assets. You know what I mean? From like Gen 1 until like Generation
Gen 3.
5. You know, or like Gen 5.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like just let people kind of go loose and kind of make their own little like regions and shit. That like imagine how cool that would be, dude.
That's
And just
what
like
Mel-
jumping
that
into
would-
other people's shit. You know what I mean? Like that would kind of also eliminate a big enemy that Nintendo has, which is fan games. It would like make fan games obsolete because you'd be like,
Yeah.
hey, why the fuck would I need this? I can literally just make my own shit here, you know?
Oh my god. Yeah, I remember when I was in like 6th grade making like like a remake like using the Ruby and Sapphire engine to like make stuff.
Yeah, like there's so many options there. You can definitely I think Pokemon is a perfect game to do that in. Honestly, like I feel like that
In fact,
definitely could
Oh my
work.
gosh. It sounds like something we want, which means we're never gonna get it. But
Exactly.
it'd be amazing.
Exactly.
Damn right.
Unless somebody takes the initiative in the community and just makes like something like that, you know, that
And
is
then the
kind of like
cops will come
similar to
up.
approach. You know what I mean? Oh,
Yeah.
definitely. I mean,
Yeah.
not the cops, but
Uh,
Nintendo ninjas will just pop up.
Yeah.
Adam says, any chance Pokemon Emerald gets ported to Switch? Unlikely.
If we
No.
get GBA virtual, there is a slight chance because they put Crystal and
That's
Gold
true.
and Silver and
Yeah.
Red and Blue, Yellow on the
Yeah,
3DS,
maybe on
so
Virtual Console, yeah.
if we get GBA games on the Switch eventually, then yes, I think there's a good chance.
Who are the last two Smash characters? Not sure. I mean, I don't-
Pikachu And,
It's gonna be Smash 4 Bayonetta, and it's gonna be Melee Fox. That's what they're
I
gonna
know,
add.
Smash
Yeah.
4 Cloud.
Smash 4 Cloud and Bayonetta. They're gonna add them. Yeah,
Well, I think it'll be. I can't say again.
yeah like
I think
you-
maybe.
it's so unpredictable at this point.
I know. It's like, will they use a Nintendo character? Will they use a third party? Like, well, I'm guessing at least 4 out of 5 will be third party. So maybe the next one will be third party, then the last will be Nintendo, or it'll be all third party. I really.
Yeah.
That's
Adam
what
says,
I'm
for me, the gym theme for Generation 8 is trash. What are your thoughts? Yo, honestly, I
I don't
kind of
like
agree. It's so bad. I don't like it.
Wait, what?
I don't like how
The gym-
it's so like it sounds like a freaking like something that you'd play at a disco or something, bro. It's like
Oh, I love it. I think it's
I don't like
good.
it at
It's so
all.
unique.
no,
Oh.
it's
That
worse
was
than
pretty
X.
good.
It's
One
worse
thing
than
I loved
actually
X and
like.
Y's.
I put. Oh, I hated X and Y's also. That's
X and
probably
Y's
why.
is like my second favorite or favorite gym leader.
X and
Really?
Y's was
That's
so
like my
good.
second worst. I hate
That's
it.
hilarious. Oh my gosh. I liked how like
Yeah.
dreamy it felt. It was like a very dreamy song.
I hated those types of ones. My
chill.
favorite
Oh,
one
it's
is
cool.
my favorite gym leader theme is from Black and White. So, yeah.
Really?
That was-
What,
I like all the
What's your-
gym leader things, but I think
what's,
Black
your,
and White.
what's your least favorite?
I don't have one. I
Gym
love
leader
all of them.
theme?
Yeah.
Well, this one, Gen 8 or Gallery.
Gen 8 is your least. Holy
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, it does not. Like I literally like every gym leader theme, like Johto, Sinnoh, Hoenn, Unova.
Owens is so good.
but,
I think
like,
Owens is my favorite.
Alola, like even the Kahuna theme is pretty fire, but like just Gen 6 and Gen 8 is so bad, bro. Unless they like
No, I think Sinnoh's is pretty bad. I think it's really.
Sinnoh's is still eons better than these two in my opinion, but you know. Let's see. Vanillix says, "Have any of you read the Pokemon manga?" I haven't.
No.
Ruffle probably has.
Yeah. When I was
I
a
have,
kid.
I have.
Yeah, I haven't.
Yeah, I have.
Favorite Xenoblade 2-track arrow, counterattack, easily free. Favorite Pokemon.
I don't
No, I
have
can
one.
answer that question. I like
Oh.
the boss battle theme, the regular boss battle theme.
That one's good too, yeah. Favorite Pokemon fan game /
I
ROM
don't
hack.
have one.
Ash Gray, I think for me. I don't know. I'm trying to think of other ones.
I really don't.
Yeah,
I've
I
never
like.
played any.
Can someone
Yeah.
please remake the Battle Frontier in 3D, please?
Yeah, I haven't played that many like fan games to know. And then finally, last question here from Discord: if we got a 2D Pokemon again like Octopath, how would people react, and would it be a good move?
People would love it.
It depends
would
on
be
how they
good.
do it. It's the art style and stuff doesn't really matter. It's just they'd have to do it and make sure they have all the Pokemon again and all that stuff.
They could just
You
make
know.
it a
Because we have all
Kanto
these
remake.
people. We have all these people that yeah, if it was Kanto, then people would hate it. But like, we have all these people that like missed the sprites from Black and White and thought they had more charm than the 3D models.
Yeah, a lot of people do
I
like
agree.
sprites more than 3D
Yeah, I
models,
think that would
yeah.
be actually really cool, honestly, and it would be cool to see kind of some of the newer Pokemon reinvented in us too.
Plus,
Yeah.
That
it'd
are
be
have been that we only know from
it'd
3D.
be easier for Game Freak to make.
Mm-hmm.
Way
All right.
easier.
Well, we can look in the chat, I think, for a few more questions, and then we can probably wrap it up. We literally went for 4 hours today. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah,
Literally 4
Well, that
hours.
Pokemon.
The
geez,
Pokemon
that-
part, like 2.5 hours. Oh my god. Oh god.
Ruffled, we did good work.
Oh my god. Yeah, you all went off on that. I actually don't see any questions in the chat.
I
looking
like
through
the
right now.
pussy, boss.
Oh, there's one more in the Discord. Will we finally get a dark type gym leader in Gen 8? Maybe. I mean, we never had a dark type gym, which is crazy. I don't know why.
That is crazy.
They just don't want to give us a dark gym. Like, we have every type but dark. Why? Like,
that's weird.
we have a dark Elite Four. I think we've had it like twice, right?
The closest we have to
We
a
had
dark type
we had
gym-
Karen and Johto, and then there was
closest we have to
another.
a dark type gym is Brawly in Ruby and Sapphire because his gym just went dark. Ha.
Oof.
Yeah.
That was not funny. I'm sorry.
Neither are your opinions, man.
Yeah,
Alright.
literally.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So I think.
Oh, someone
yeah.
said what was my favorite battle facility in Emerald?
Oh,
yes.
Factory,
Okay, I don't
Factory.
know why.
Factory.
I don't know why, but the dome was my favorite. Like, it looked so pretty. I just liked it. The pyramid was really cool. I love all of them, but
Yeah,
and
same. But Factory is
yeah.
amazing. I love that. Like renting Pokemon and
I know that's so cool.
Yeah. Oh, there you go, Victor Grimsley. That's the other dark type one. I think that's
Let
from
me
Gen
just-
5.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
that's the other
so-
dark
okay,
type
so
one.
like basically, Bell Pike was amazing. The Bell Dome was amazing. The Bell Pyramid is amazing. The Bell Factory. Oh my gosh, that Bell Dojo was so. Oh my god, everything is so good.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that's gonna do it. I don't see any more questions. We answered all the other ones too. So yeah, I guess we can wrap it up. 4 hours. That was a dang long podcast. But I mean, I guess we did have a lot.
Yeah.
We had all of E3 and then all this Pokemon controversy to talk about. So makes sense.
Pokemon.
Yeah, but yeah, that's gonna do it, you guys, for this 13th episode of the Nintendo Night Podcast. Thank you all for joining. If you stayed for all 4 hours since we started, you're a real one. But yeah, thank you all so much for
Yeah.
coming. Yeah,
Thank
we'll just go in Discord order, I guess, signing off. So for me, Arrow, you can find me here on this channel. I usually cover Pokemon, cover Nintendo games, Nintendo news in general. I'm gonna have a video out on Sword and Shield in like a couple hours, so you can look forward to that, I guess. And yeah, follow me on Twitter at @ActualArrow so you can be in videos and talk with me and all that good stuff. Also, join my Discord. We got a lot of people in there. We always have a lot of fun in there, so definitely join that. You could just type in !Discord in the chat and it should come up. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
Hey, Monica. Hey, Monica. Go on.
Okay. So I have a very controversial opinion, as you can see. I make a lot of Sonic stuff, but I've done like 5 Pokemon videos, basically trashing Sword and Shield.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can check that out. YouTube channel, Twitter, blah blah blah. And also, you can follow me on Twitter, Twit98. I complain a lot about Pokemon, but I also I say good things once in a blue moon. So yeah, there you go.
You guys can follow me at NGameTheCube on Twitter, or you can subscribe to my channel, NGameTheCube, and something very big will happen on my channel soon. So look to that.
If you want someone,
it's the
if you
face
want to
reveal.
see-
Yeah,
If you want
more.
to
It's gonna be
see-
so huge. I can't even like.
If you-
it's-
If you want to see someone trash the hell out of Fire Emblem, go to Zach. There you go. Because Fire Emblem's trash. Okay.
The GBA one's the
Mi
only
llamo
good
Rafa
one.
Draulit. Tengo un canal en YouTube. Porque llamo Rafa Draulit. I make videos that are pretty weird. And I have bigger tits than your girlfriend, FYI. Either way, bye.
All right, thank you all so much for coming. We'll see you all next month in July. Peace.
Bye.
Hell yeah. Candle's best.